What's holding you down? I ain't like others. Don't let them hold your ground. I am in the summer sky. I am hearing all the lies.
Hello! Let me directly jump into the game screen. Hello everybody. Welcome to the stream. I'm excited for this. Did I push the starting scene a little too long than I anticipated? Oh yeah, for 4 minutes. My bad. But we are right where the match starts right now. The map performances, their victories, all of that we can see right now. And we will witness as this is already live right now. In the third place match, it was FaZe versus Astralis. I wanted to see Astralis in the finals, but hey, nonetheless, we see Falcons and Nico. It's going to be interesting.
That's a conversation to be had right here, right? But obviously,
and hey, a victory for all of us here in India. So let's continue that. I'm hyped. I'm looking forward to see if Falcons do manage to take this W.
From Falcons, forcing Mouz to go for that Nubis ban. So I think
They
it's a very
are also
interesting
discussing the same.
Honestly, we know what the I feel we know what the maps are going to be, obviously, but it's just the order, and that makes it very exciting.
Well, yeah, the order could be very significant. Just while we're on the topic of IGLs and what's going to happen in the veto, I've got to say something about Kixan, right? I mean, Kixan continues to impress and grow. He's actually looking better in Falcons than I think he was to the tail end of his time in Heroic. I think he's looked good on the stage. I think he's had some big performances in terms of numbers and production, but I also love how hyped he's been on the stage. He looks completely unruffled.
Kixan, for me, has been the best T-side IGL in this tournament. And the way he's grown into it is what's fantastic. Maybe day one or day two,
I thought it would be
sure, still finding, still trying to
Hello,
figure
Nikhil
things
Joshi.
out. So
how are you? I'm good, Nikhil. How are you?
Welcome
to the stream.
Falcons were able to get the win yesterday as well.
Congratulations to all of
you
us.
had Nico being an imperious.
How are you doing?
Sure, you had Dexter just playing out of his mind. But despite that, you look at the T-side, the way he mid-round calls, phenomenal. And in that aspect, that's where Falcons have the edge over young Brolan.
Don't forget to hit that like.
Has been the voice of Zonic. Zonic finally found his right-hand man in terms
of
executing a game plan. In terms of the round-to-round calling, Kixan's been phenomenal.
I'm wondering, and the main problem that I see in this matchup
really convincing fakes. sites, ones that other teams have bought on and just completely sold other bomb sites on. Kixan has people out of their shoes more than any other in-game leader. He's making people look bad, and the best part about it is, in terms of his own individual ability, he's not embarrassing himself.
Yes, what about you? I have had as well. I had my dinner. I had to jump to another stream. Unfortunately, we are not doing that stream. Therefore, I decided I have time. Let's do this. I have permissions. Why do I need to waste it?
Really, actually been quite
Let's just do
a
it,
growth
right?
from him. From back in the days when he was
let's
playing
see.
with Apex,
The one
kind of
issue that I
he's
see
the
here,
PGL
even though
not
Falcons look
carrier or
really
anything
good,
like that, but he's
is
really proven
young
himself
Jimmy.
that was no fluke run.
Infat is looking too good. He is the replica of Ima. People have names for him. It's going to be interesting. We'll see. We'll see how it works. Happy Virat Century Day. True indeed. Add on to that. That was a phenomenal picture ending the best climax that we ended up seeing, 100, and that too to seal the deal against a team that we always would want to.
Yesterday against FaZe when he demolished them on Ancient, right? You had Nico and Dexter
W for all of
side,
us.
Kixan was a top fragger.
Namaskara Panther, Namaskara, welcome to the stream. Sorry that Quatle Guru we are not streaming today. Shamsi. Unfortunate, but Yelru ididre we would have done it. So tomorrow, stay tuned for tomorrow. I will make sure that we carry over the excitement for tomorrow of India's victory. Why no Quatle Guru stream? Everybody is not available. Yelru ivattu free illa. Obru travel ಮಾಡಿ ಬಂದಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಇನ್ನೊಬ್ಬರು ಅಷ್ಟು ಹುಷಾರಿಲ್ಲ. So if everybody is not there, we generally wouldn't do Quatle stream. At least minimum 2 to 3 people. Question ginta munche I know. I knew your question would be. So direct answer. I know a lot of people would have the same question. A lot of people already DM'd me. Okay, Danger was the first person. I saw Terra's story. You're nominated for an award. Yes, Nikhil, I am indeed. Add on to that as well. But I'm so happy that a lot of you guys are excited for that nomination. I mean, it was big for me because that's the first ever nomination that I got. I was like, woo, yes. But I did not expect a response from all of the people who keep watching me, witnessing me, wishing me, putting up stories. Too good. He says, let's get the final started and we have to watch this. You should always watch this, okay? The prelude to the grand finals. Goosebumps, goosebumps. This is indeed goosebumps.
The ultimate prize of champions. It demands nothing less than greatness, challenging some of the finest Counter-Strike teams in the world to push beyond their limits, to rise ever higher, and to carve their place among the greatest. It is the symbol of mastery, requiring precision, sacrifice, strategy, and courage to transform excellence into legend.
Do a voiceover like this one day.
It promises immortality, a place in the pages of history where time cannot erase the names of those who have triumphed. 16 teams began this journey in Cluj-Napoca. Now, only 2 remain. They stand on this final stage with the trophy, the glory, and their legacy on the line.
Wait, we listen to this.
One misstep could shatter their dreams. One moment of brilliance could etch their name into eternity. But only one will stand victorious. Who will rise?
Who will rise? And bangs it is.
Is what it all
Yay,
comes
Danger.
down to.
Victory
This
to all of
is what
us.
these
Victory to
teams
all
have
of
been
us, man.
fighting for.
Yes.
Cluj,
Yes.
are you ready?
Are you ready? Yeah. Yes, this stream
Now
is
we
live.
have 2 incredible
Not everybody
teams
was
ready to take
available,
to the stage. But
Danger.
you guys, you have also been an incredible
Cluj-Napoca.
crowd. Romania has blessed us with an amazing crowd, so much hype, so much energy. It's everything I love. So make some noise!
Nice. Yeah. So good,
now
bro.
for our first team, they have not made a grand final
Listen
since back in Rio. This will be the first one they can do it with Brolan being the IGL. They showed us that they can fight back. They showed us that they cannot break. Even their mental has been strong on this stage, which is why they have been able to get here. Now they have a chance to lift this trophy, but they have to prove to the whole world that they can do this. And it's all of you watching, whether it's online or here in the arena. So give it up for Mouz!
Oh, that entry got missed. They are lifted up from bottom of the floor, okay? Like they're underground. Danger! Anna, that is what I'm saying. Ellaru available irliಲ್ಲ ಇಲ್ಲಾಂದ್ರೆ ಇಷ್ಟೊತ್ತಿಗೆ ಕ್ವಾಟ್ಲೆ ಅಣ್ಣ ಏನಾದರೂ ಇದ್ದಿದ್ರೆ we would have directly streamed. ಯಾಕಪ್ಪ ನಿಲ್ಲಿಸ್ತಿದ್ವಿ? What is this danger? This is the grand finals. The main reason this is kind of very weird for a lot of people to see is Mouz with a new IGL, they're in the grand finals. After winning ESL Pro League in season 19, they were not seen any other grand finals. Eventually ended up changing their main IGL Chue to Brola. Now on the other end, first time Team Falcons get a new rifler, Nico signed, and they're in the grand finals. When there was Mongols, when there was FaZe, when there was Astralis, so many big teams, and it is these two.
For our next team taking to the stage, this is the first big event, grand final for both Dexter and Kixan. And it's the first for the Falcons organization as well. It's their time to show us that this team that was built to win can actually do it. With Nico lending his experience, not just his aim, in order to try and make that happen. Cluj, give it up for Team Falcons!
Well, I want to say FaZe. Hey, this entry also happened too fast. Look at the crowd, bro. Like how we saw Virat Kohli today. This is Nico's stage for them. That's how Nico is.
Kixan, Brolan, come down here. The anticipated moment as we stand by the trophy that one of these two will be walking away with at the end of the day. Brolan, for you, how proud do you feel to be in a position where it's your first event leading with the full team as an IGL and now have a chance of winning this trophy?
Yeah, I mean, it's been a pretty roller coaster in the group stage, of course, but I think I'm really proud of the team that we managed to get this far in the tournament. I mean, we obviously want to see how it goes in this tournament, but now it's just aim for one goal and it's the trophy.
And that trophy is looking real good beside you right now, but we've got to get through this game to do it. Now, Spink's coming in, right? His experience and what he brings to the team, how vital has that been for you, and how important is it, especially now in the grand final?
Obviously, he has a lot of experience, and I think yes, he's really showing how capable he is in stress situations. And yeah, especially yesterday, I think it was really insane. And I mean, it's a key factor of the team to perform on the big stages here.
And that's one thing he knows how to do all the time. For you guys, though, you lost to the Falcons in the group stage. We're now going into this best-of-5 grand final. What can you do in order to change that around and to put yourselves in the position where you do lift that trophy?
I mean, we just want to look for revenge, you know, and I mean, obviously we want to play more like a better game than we did in the group stage and see how it goes.
All right, we will see how it goes at the end of all of this. Come on, Cluj!
That's how you get them riled up.
Kixan,
Cluj.
first ever big event grand final for you. You've been on the grind with it all. How does it feel when you sit here now?
Well, it feels amazing, and I don't think it's a coincidence that we're here. We put in
Any
a lot of work
prediction?
recently,
I want
we
Falcons.
had good
That's my
results
prediction.
this
Hands
event.
down.
But we have one more step, and
from day
we
one,
already played them
I've
once
been
in the
just
group
Falcons,
stage.
Falcons,
We know how they
Falcons.
play, so yeah, I think it's going to be a fun game.
A fun game,
Nico
but you
wanted
sound
to lift
very
a trophy
confident
with
when
G2,
talking
did
to me.
not
But
happen.
you also
Eventually
should
contract
be
ended.
confident after the way
Falcons it
you
is
guys
now,
have
and
played.
he has to
Even
lift
your
a
own
trophy.
individual level has been very good. So does it feel like this is in your hands, like this is yours to take?
I would say so. I think if we do what we did so far in the previous games, we have very good chance of winning today also. So yeah, we are not trying to think too much in advance because it's going to be best of 5. So we will just take it map by map and see how it goes.
You say about taking it map by map. How confident are you in your map pool when you're going into a best of 5?
I think we're pretty confident. We've had some time to practice on our map pool. We've been a team for almost 2 months now,
right?
so yeah,
Why would
I think
you
it's good.
predict anything
All right,
other
well,
than
it certainly will
Falcons?
look good when we see what it goes down at the end of the day. Guys, fist bump, get yourself into your seats, get
There
yourself
was
ready
maybe
for this
another
grand
team,
final.
if there was FaZe, I would have predicted Mouz, or I would have wanted Mouz,
The
but
stage
Falcons it
is set. The
Let's get it,
teams
Banks.
are ready.
Get
Cluj,
Cluj.
let me hear you.
Love to hear this. Always.
No, that's not enough. Cluj,
Exactly.
everyone, let me hear you.
There you go.
Now I know there's been a lot of cheers for Falcons, for Nico. So I want to find out where this arena sits. Who, at the end of this best of 5, is walking away with that trophy? Is it Mouz?
Falcons, just
Is it
listen to the cheer.
Falcons? I don't even need to do that again. I think it's very
Exactly.
clear. BT Arena, one more time. I want all your energy. Let's go!
Banks used to
Yeah,
do
let's
this
go
iconic
indeed.
thing,
By the way,
but
they've
he's
just
changed
predicted
it
it
to
for us.
this.
We don't even need to do
Let's
a
go.
death segment. We can just sit down
Bring
and watch this fantastic game. Look, a lot of love in
Used
the
to do
arena for Mouz, but it's clear who the home team are. And by the way,
Used to do
Kixan, a
that.
picture of stoicism in that interview. He is
Banks is
absolutely
insane.
confident. They are amped. They are ready to go, overcome adversity, and lift this trophy. Guys, we're about to get into the veto. Where is it going?
I'll tell you where it's not going, Rich. It's not
Look
going
at
to
the
Anubis. It's not
camera
going the
angles
train.
and
Falcons
stuff
just
that
go ahead and get
they've
rid of Anubis.
prepared.
Don't play any games.
They
If
know
I'm
they
Mouse
want
Sports,
this.
you got to get rid of train.
They banned him for. Okay, wait a second.
I kind of expected this actually. I expected the same ban to come out
Oh,
from
so they're going to
Falcons.
let train through? Mouse might play that for the first time ever.
It could. I think it's going to be decided.
Probably
I think
the
Train's going to be the
fifth.
fifth. Has to be
Yeah.
the fifth. It's going to be Duster being
I like
picked
that
here.
pick.
It's going to be Mirage getting picked by Mouse, unless I'm very much mistaken.
Yep.
And then Ancient Nuke. There we go. Right there. The Mirage pick coming in from Mouse. Ancient, I believe, should be the pick coming in from actually
okay.
Falcons with the Nuke.
I mean,
Makes
it was
sense.
50-50 on that one, honestly. And then,
And the Train, yeah, there we go.
Decider Train, no one really wanted to play this one, so they leave it to
Decider
dead
Train.
last. We'll see if
We'll
we
go to
get there.
HL
I would
TV
love
and
to
we'll
see
see.
Train, because I think it's going to be absolute pandemonium if it gets
It'd be
to that.
messy for Mouse. We haven't seen him play that one.
Dust,
Yeah,
Mirage,
I mean, I think
and
the
Train.
Inferno ban, in a sense, you can get it because the core of this team used to permaban it when they were on Heroic. It wasn't
Yep.
that they really
Yep.
played a lot, and they kind of started to phase it in with Nico and Dexter, but it hasn't really brought them a lot of value. And so maybe
there
that's where
is
they
so
thought
much
a team like
traffic.
Mouse Sports, who's been
Genzo,
showing us some great
welcome to
results
the
on Inferno,
stream.
they're 3-1 in
Genzo
this tournament.
Sergi,
In fact,
Kaise
that
ho?
was
How are you
the
doing,
better
brother?
team.
It's a matter
Long
of
time no
kind of
see.
second banning,
Aaron.
the second phase is usually
Sure,
the
that's
opportunity,
point.
right? And they only played it once, I think, with FlyQuest, which was an easy win for them. So for them, not just testing it, makes sense. But this is a banger,
HLTV
Rich.
is
Great map so
literally
far.
Well, look,
lagging.
guys, we're not
I
going to
don't
take
know.
too much more of the time.
Let me
We've
check
got
it
a
in the
Mouse,
other
we've got
browser.
Falcons, and we're going to add a pair of goats to the menagerie. It is
Congratulations.
Launders.
Launders. Congratulations, Genzo, for getting engaged.
Well, you know, every goat needs a
Wishing
shepherd,
you the
so we
best.
appreciate
Kaise
you,
hai,
man.
Balak?
And thank you,
I'm
Cluj. You
really
guys
good.
have been
I'm
so
doing
fun.
Great. Having
You
fun.
guys have been so fun
Missing
and
you.
killing it. We
Genzo
are
bhai,
on the
bahut time ho
horizon
gaya.
of
We've not
aura
met.
in this match. A win for either of these two teams in this position will elevate them to a level of stardom that they have never seen.
No, and to see Falcons being cheered for, that's the beauty of it all. Because a decade has passed since Counter-Strike
which is
echoed through the halls
100% win
of
rate,
this
but
BT
Falcons
arena.
are also good
Much
on
has
it.
changed in
Mirage
that
is
time.
Falcons
But
map, had to be.
while players
And then
come
we
and
go
go,
to Train,
our
where
passion
Mouse
for
has
Counter-Strike
not
has
at
only
all
grown.
played.
And I have to say that in recent
They
years, I've
banned
seen you
Inferno
cheer
on
for
Anubis
Ema
at the
as
start.
he has
Anubis
raised the
is
Romanian
like
flag to the top
is
of
a
Counter-Strike.
No brainer for
Tonight,
both of them. Caster
you
Corner
wave
ye
that
left
flag.
wala. Left is Launders. Mohan Govind Swami. He's in NRI. Scrawny. Left is an NRI, but NRI in the sense that he was always in Canada. He's a caster based out from Canada.
This one's going to be best of 5.
Mohan Govind Swami is his name, but Launders is gaming caster name. The other guy is Scrawny.
Already an interesting start with the veto.
Sorry if I
confused you.
confused
is not a surprise to start the match.
There you go. So this is high, completely favoring Falcons to
looking
win.
around on mid as smoke fades.
If they get
Who's
dust
gonna
to, then
be
it
the
is
first
Falcons
blood
all the way
of this
across.
best of
Grand
5?
finals. Mouz first time no Falcons has come
up on the
first time.
catwalk, smoke grenade
Mouz
to go
has
forward
made
with
it to
That's gonna
a
deny
couple
any
of
kind
grand
move up from
finals.
Xerxen without getting awkward.
But this is the first for
Drop down into it.
Falcons.
That's actually trying to challenge bottom ramp.
First ever grand
He's got
finals
two
in
duels
any
in
sort
front
of
him.
tournament.
First clean headshot, then a
They never
second.
make it to playoffs
You
also.
love to see that. Dexter offers up one, and Kicksan secures that flank. And it's looking like Mouz have simply been sliced through when it comes to that A defense. Smoke grenade denied the vision, the rotation up. Remember, Xerxen's the first guy to try to come up from that smoke, and he's one of the last guys standing because he never had a chance.
Dust 2 is such an interesting map to watch between these two teams. Of course, they have already played it once, 13-8 in favor of Mouz in their last series. It was the only map they won, though. Falcons have been on a tear. And while these two teams are both in the grand finals, they are not made equal by their recent results. Falcons have had much harder competition. Mouz, the two hardest teams they played were Falcons and FaZe, and they lost to both. So this would be revenge and then some, and then in an arena grand finals. There are a lot of boxes that could be ticked here for Mouz, but there's also a lot on the line. You know, in that same breath, you could say that if Mouz don't win here, then what? They can't do it inside of an arena. We look to players like Xerxen, all right? Every single time they've made it to a big arena grand final, and a lot of times in playoffs in 2024, he wasn't there. But he's been here in Cluj. He's been good in playoffs. Under Brolin, it seems to be working. This is the final, but most important test.
Just like that, man. This guy's X Factor on the big stage. I have seen Dexter make mistakes. I have seen Dexter seem lost, but I have also seen Dexter take over servers.
Yes, he is not optimal, but he is explosive. And you can see in the interview how much it meant to him to be playing here. Said he's never been cheered for before. You guys are giving him that first time.
And he's also, in that same interview, mentioned the mentorship that Nico has already offered him. Because, yes, he is a diamond in the rough, but by God, he can glow. And so if Nico is able to do to him what Nico was able to do to Monacy, what is the heights of the op department on Falcons? Smoke down for the cross with man advantage. Xerxen's going to push down into catwalk. Pistol kill on sight.
5-7.
That could be a critical one because suddenly it gets a little awkward.
Spray
here. We've got Jimmy back in with a double kill on the vomit.
It's Dexter.
It's a force buy out of Mouz
this is a guy.
in the second round of the game. And it all comes down to the corner
we have
held
setting with
Dexter.
PGL, we have setting with ESL.
Not theirs for the taking. I gotta say,
We
it
live
got
in setting,
jumbled
bro.
up. When Falcons reach the top of the ramp and that pistol catches the
They've
first guy
set me
off
up.
guard, he can't actually disengage his teammate right there behind him.
Yeah,
let's go.
Hey, get a little messed up.
You have to empty
first kill
it.
helps out a lot with this
What?
scout
Only
shot
one
from
sip
Dexter. And
that
also,
is.
you'll feel good.
They've set me up.
I remember this
ESL,
interview with
PGL,
Config,
all
and he
the
said
big
that, for me, I'm just a
broadcasters
momentum-based player. If I got a kill and got 2 kills in the pistol round, I know I was set up for a great day. If I didn't get those kills, I would be super off-kilter. I wouldn't be able to get my form back. And for a confidence-based player like Dexter, you know that he's got a similar feeling.
Keep making
this guy
it big.
goes off of intuitions.
Next.
And it'll be
Either
nice
on
for
the
his team to
desk
see a frag like that in the kill feed as well.
Casting.
But Mouz quickly answer back.
One of the two. Soon. Or maybe the big stage. Give me a...
It's not going to leave Falcons with absolutely nothing.
I mean, I've already
AK,
processed
Scout,
it.
Desert Eagles on the field,
should
and
be
there's a big question
crediting it
like,
into your account very soon.
X Factor.
It should be getting credited, Sai. Welcome to the
Nico's going to be lights out, highest rated
Welcome to
player
the
of the
stream.
event, looking to prove that his departure from G2 is not going to stop him. That is a flick.
See,
Xerxen
I've
thinks he has a chance to
already
even shoot a
processed this.
bullet. Nico's got other ideas. That's
Take
a 2K
maybe
off of the Star of
12
Falcons
business
in the
years or
first 45
something.
seconds. Now an open catwalk
But you send your PC because it's already processed. As soon as you submit to your PC, I think it might
without that
quicker. It might be quicker to be processed and debited into your account. Sorry, credited into your account. I mean, if it gets debited in your account, also it's a benefit for me.
Out of Mouz.
So yeah,
man like Nico. What a kill.
Nico was enough. 2 kills, rounds done.
Simply the best rifler in Counter-Strike history.
And we've got Falcons, absolutely. And we've got Falcons who
G2 Heroic
buy the heroic core.
G2 did not play this.
They bring in Nico and Magic, which is perfect for the players that they're trying to replace with the core. All that makes sense. Nico has 4 bad maps at the beginning of Falcons. That's it. Kixan gets this team together so quickly.
Yes, sir.
Brings out the best in his teammates, as he did on Apex, as he did with the last heroic core. He has definitely been showing up as an IGL, but I mean, I don't know. There's no IGL.
I cannot see any other teams. SC Cure, ye main hai na? No, this is not a main event.
Sitting side by side
this is one of the main events. So now CS2 has made a necessity that all broadcast organizers or TOs, they would have to send invites to the teams based on their VRS ranking, which is Valve ranking system.
Flicks out the mid doors.
And it's up to the teams if they want to accept a tournament or not. So this is not like an official. This is not the
wild blind.
Come on, Mouz.
A quick glimpse of the second player crossing over. But
hello, Zedai. Welcome to the stream. This is not a major game. Ye ek major nahi hai. So this is like anybody can accept, anybody can play. This will affect the rankings, yes. So it's up to the teams. If they want to, they can. Otherwise,
Jimmy almost would have liked that.
See, official, matlab,
really.
It is like
patiently
Valve
approved. His way. Mid B smoke.
What's up, Zedai? Watching grand finals, Zedai. Zedai is not nub. Sai, you are nub. You've still not sent me the PC. You are OG nub.
This is obviously massive. Look at the way the map is laid out right now. It's 3 leaning towards the A site. All about Jimmy.
I don't remember this year's
Well, he's hopping around, having a grand old time. That frag grenade could be big. Yes, sir. Sets him up.
Major के लिए there'll be a full circuit that will happen. Open qualifiers, close qualifiers, invited and all this stuff. All different things. वो invite पे नहीं रहेगा. This is just invite based for the top 16 teams. I think 16 or 8. 16.
It's 3v2, but it's still actually a big test for Mouz. Yes, Tessus is low, but door and window. This is what they're watching.
They just dropped a smoke on tunnels, well, that means they don't have to worry about it. Tessus, he pops up. What could have been if he just sat down beneath? Dexter with a Galil, not ideal. And a player gets backside. It's a good headshot from him. All things considered.
Look at that swing. 3 people together.
Damage and slows them down. Not a surprise to me.
I don't forget to hit that like, everybody. Don't forget to hit that like.
It's a risk from Tessus, but he's looking at that from the perspective of material. There's only 2 players in the site. If he gets the kill, then suddenly it's a lot scarier, but I think he feels the need to make a risk with his HP. The thing is, with their positions, Dexter could have held the window across. He could have got the second kill, but they didn't synthesize the information well enough.
Gemzo bye.
And after all of this, Magic just believed in his spray. Totally
I like
blind.
you.
Great utility here for Mouz.
Dexter,
you question it?
Not like you.
Tessus putting his head up.
Yeah, as I said,
like you.
This is a moment where he could have, but he was low HP.
Not like
they
you,
still
a
had
little
2
different,
players.
But still enough.
He felt like
Same
he
as
needed
you.
to take a risk.
A little different.
But a contrast to the last round where we had those first 2 deaths go down on long. This time completely evacuated by Mouz.
All because of you, sir.
The alternative is a Torji boost to keep eyes down on lower tunnels, but he's not going to find contact there either. How far can Falcons get along this wall before Brolin finds them?
Oh, this is such an impressive smoke that they throw. Because it's not full long control, but it does slow you down. It creates a boost opportunity.
Bro, game's over. I was radiant from the get-go.
This isn't a 5-man.
I was just playing in a bronze account. That's all. I've been radiant from the time Valor launched.
And slow approach to the long wrap.
Xerxen was
going to try to go alleviate the pressure from behind, and the fact that he finds all this space is one thing, but he's got to keep his guard up. For all you know, Xerxen's fallen back into his own spawn, but he's actually sitting in yours.
A deal from Kixan.
Beautiful. Shot. Nearly shooting through his teammate to get that one done. Now you can go grab a 3rd weapon here. This is going to be Falcons' man disadvantage, but at least with 3 guns and a few nades to work with.
Kixan got spotted. Spinks goes upper tunnels because of it, and now Falcons, well, still eyes on him from long.
Easy does it. Torji Locking in this angle, missed second
I've
shot,
been
opens the door
along.
for Falcons to push along it. But the closer they get,
Nah.
the sooner
I'll
they
get
roll.
banned, no? That's why I don't.
Torji, 4 shots,
So, like,
3
9
connects.
kills?
And that is going to be a
DM?
brick
No.
wall of a defense
DM
on that
I don't
A side.
play on.
Mouz the
Noob.
3-2 early
DMs
lead.
are for noob. Nico come
I
to
think he's taken,
Moldova.
guys.
Yeah.
For a lot of people, there's no question about Torzi. In important games, in the big match, that's somebody who's just been getting better and better. And it feels like the pressure is never overwhelming him in particular. And even though there were some low-buy wins in this match to start it off, it's the op that makes the difference. Controlling middle is everything on Dust 2.
Frag grenade opens it up a second time. Pistol's going to use that as an invitation. Torji, 3 kills over 4 shots. Obviously, the 4th frag in that round as well was his. After Zershin got the opening. What would it be like if suddenly he's got pistols up in his grill? It's a possibility, but he floats over towards long, offers up some utility towards the doors, and this spacing for Falcons. We'll see if a bomb plant can come through. I think a bomb plant here is an excellent silver lining.
So here's how it always goes. Torji's going to have to dodge this run boost, take the right shot.
Check DM if possible. Nikhil, I was just checking.
No more, actually, because of low
air on to you. Thank you so much. Memes about Genzaji.
Utility's not coming in from CT spawn, right?
I don't know what's going to happen, but fingers crossed.
Just a pistol
Thank
to
you
get
so much
Torji
for
off
the
his original
wishes.
angle. And again, there's no reason in this world that you would believe these majority Glocks could pull off what's left of this round. They've already done what they had to. Bomb is down. That's the win.
No cap player.
I had no idea. I had no idea.
No way. 3 players
Like
up
he
from
also
spawn.
wished
Bowen
me
and Zershin
for
start to clear
getting
them off.
nominated.
Okay. You know, with the positioning for Falcons, it looked like maybe.
Eco,
And I think
so
any
it's
additional
fine.
kill
Extra
like this
money.
one from Digster is something that you'll take to the grave. But it is going to be the Mouz retake for the 4-2 CT lead.
Get one, no?
It'll be a quite close in the end, as that bomb is actually really far ticked. But Mouz,
you know, until it blows up, Mohan, they don't have a problem.
Yeah, that's true. That's all that matters. Doesn't matter if it comes
I'll
down
check
to the
it.
last
I'll check
second,
in with
so
Terra because
the Mousetrap. You could have a Falcon swooping down.
The last I spoke to him was yesterday. Yesterday he messaged me congratulating me for the nomination.
He calls interesting rounds. He's the most glaive-like caller of the new callers that I've seen in terms of the style of play that he brings.
He didn't
Late
tell me
game
anything.
Rushes, I think, is his signature style.
About that. I hope he recovers well.
And he's got players that like to be aggressive, that's for sure.
Damn, I didn't know, man. Even one of my friends is undergoing medical treatment at the moment, so.
Second time we've seen this boost.
I hope he recovers.
There was one round with it not featured. That's the round to go where the pistols flood out of it. So Torji trying to change it up enough to maybe get this kill lower, but he'll offer up that warning shot. Kicksan doesn't waste a second, slips down along the Xbox. Dexter's going to try to push his op into what could be the unsuspecting victim in Spinks. But Spinks doesn't get shot, not off the first time. Jimmy's able to cut off the entry and test as Dexter goes for the swing.
This is gone, I told you. Jimmy, it's Jimmy inside.
And it comes out a little late at the hands of Kicksan instead. He's going to layer down another smoke. It's a late delay for that bomb to come and join the site itself.
He heard the bomb.
Kicksan and Magis going to have to pull off another man disadvantage.
Zershin's
Already
timing
a set
is going to
of
be
flying
insane.
eyes in through window.
No flash setup just yet. They're going to take their time.
Last time they didn't have a single player out from tunnels.
Nice.
And it won't look like they'll do it again. You've got an incendiary, you've got a flashbang. That's the tools that Mouz are working to get through these choke points. But Kicksan's going to interrupt it. Magis peeks out. That's what they needed. Fast challenge up inside window, and Magis is able to disengage. Now we get that flashback out. No immediate push. Zershin holds, and then it's covered. Torji, great shot. Now he attempts in from window. Magis able to drop him down to 20 health. He runs into the smoke. He'll go. Time is of the essence. Magis outplays him. Zershin tries to get the pressure up, but this one is Falcon.
Let's go.
Look how hyped he gets. Doesn't even have to get the kill in the end. He knows he wins the round off his movement alone. That was the same round as the one previous, but this time they have the extra flashbang. This time they clear the tunnel and guarantee some information. And it's a great shot from Magisk. His form, it's not Astralis 2018 form. It's not Vitality 2023 form. It is lower than that. Okay, Magisk is not the star player that he once was. But when we're here on land and with these last games of Falcons, we're getting the best out of Magic. He is rolling back the years.
Spinks in them.
I mean, he really said right now, and quote, right now I'm taking every game with a big smile on my face.
And then a
I
full
think that's only
replacement
possible
happened.
because he's found this new individual form. Because we have
CS2
seen
came.
a
lot of different things just happened, one after another.
And it's nice to see him just skate away from that bomb. Plays it like someone who has a wealth of experience.
He's done that round a million times. Once known for being the youngest Danish star, you know, after Kirby to come on.
I just hope we end up seeing an Indian
support
star
the Super
very
Org
soon.
that were Astralis.
Nobody's
And he has made
at
a
this
journey around
level
the world,
in
international
CS
teams.
But there are players who could
And it's
be
been a
there.
successful one at
he
that.
saw that.
Timing shot for Torzy. Doesn't yield anything except a little information from the peak earlier. He immediately leans towards the A site.
You'll
Where's
see
that
me
gun
soon.
switch? Just enough
I
information.
mean, I'm already
Torzy,
seeing your
interesting.
brother, right, Nico?
Oh no!
How many times can you miss that jump? Oh, it doesn't matter.
Right, all good. Magisk on the quick trade attempt. It's gonna walk right into that scope. Torzy finally misses one. Xerxion's got his
Such a
cover.
good distraction
This is that duo.
setup play.
The
Texas, no,
deadly
get that,
duo
get that.
that offers up
Let's
a
go.
lot for Mouz, but nice recovery.
Get it, take it.
It's a double
Dexter,
kill from
yes,
Tess,
there's a
but an
chance.
additional
1v2.
one from
He
Dexter.
knows where
And the
both the
beauty of
players are
Dexter,
there.
after all his time
has a
removed
smoke and
from
two flashes.
competitive Counter-Strike, this guy knows how to clutch.
And the other guy is taking the
Can
long
he
route.
figure out this one? As it stands,
that long
CT
route Spinks.
ought to go for the
no,
split.
it's
There's a ton of
Jimmy,
utility
it's
for them to
Jimmy.
use.
He's here to expand off of
The
his
worst
next duel, but
player
he can't find it. He thinks it
to
might
come
be
from
Cat.
so long, and he-
Wins that versus Jimmy with the Galil.
Now he's still got his smoke up. He could use this to
It's only
reposition if
Spinks
he
now.
predicts that Spinks is going to climb, but he decides to hang on to the ramp. Spinks has gotten off onto the top rope. Dexter hugs in close. Dexter, not able to snap it up. Spinks just lurks his way forward.
That's a great approach, Matt. Look at the utility there for Spinks.
Wonderful.
Doesn't
Well
use
played from
any of it.
Spinks.
Knows that he has the power of being unnoticed. Jumps up and predicts also Dexter's next fallback position. He was
was
looking for his
so,
kill
so,
to pick
so
his next
close.
position. If it was towards Cat, he'd play on that side of the default box. But because it's on long, he jumps to the ramp. Spinks, again, beautiful read.
You know, I love this highlight reel because it just shows Torzy jumping up and getting an instant headshot, doubling down for the second kill. What it doesn't show you is him nearly fumbling that climb up.
Yes.
Timing there, he's lucky to maybe have gotten away with it.
It's funny because it maybe made them peak faster. You know?
They tried to charge right in. Good flash, but not good enough.
Okay, there was definitely a little freaky tactic right there. They were ready for the molly. They wanted to go over top of it. The only thing that went wrong was the flash.
15 minutes.
Yeah, it was like a flood,
Yes.
a waterfall over top of the box.
I be there in 15.
You know, Brolin, though, ahead of the flashbang, enough so that it really didn't serve up a problem. He'll sit pretty on 50 HP.
Nice,
Grenade
mate.
for Tess.
He should get this kill.
Ooh, still able to get Brolin
That
off
was a
blue, but
trade.
Xerxion's right here. Xerxion so far has been, I think,
Third.
oh, hold on.
Man, the kills they're getting are
Just-
crazy. Plus, we have the mid control here. Nico, Weapon X.
Dude, every single round seems viable here for
Just
Falcons.
did that.
They're
What
not
is this
afraid to trade,
happening?
you know, and the shots they're hitting really
Goodness.
justify the peaks they're taking. And in this moment, of course,
Just
4v2,
get
why
that
wouldn't
bomb
you?
in.
You
Nico,
saw what
this is
Dexter could
yours.
do with a Galil one
Free
round to
kill.
go. Nico's going to try to tap
UMP.
into it as he is starting
Where's
as
the
one of the
Galil?
slowest
Galil,
players of this squad, but not going to waste
What
the
did
moment.
Daniels-
Behind.
Spinks takes a step down. Nico's back, compromise, reads it! Figures it out with finesse.
With time as well. Bomb can make
no.
its way all the
Making
way
him
around.
run.
Torzy. They know he's a Nico. He's coming forward now.
He's in between both. And if Nico goes to the other side, you heard that?
Oh!
Torzy goes in, takes the bomb down. Nico's got to somehow pick that up and plan, or keep it simple. Kill. Torzy flees, and, well, Nico runs through fire.
Yeah, I guess that's
Wow,
one
bro,
way to
he
go.
goes down to the flames. Torzy, bro, Torzy.
Right. I think he felt like he didn't have any options, obviously.
Sure.
Can't get the bomb and plant, so might as well see if you can survive it. Yeah. That was a moment where there was actually no other option. Incendiary wins the round here. Torzy wins the round here. 12-4, man. Class player here on Dust 2. for Mouz.
You know, Torzy has been able to bring these sorts of performances to playoffs. It's usually the rest of Mouz that crumble around, and notably Xerxin. But if those two are going to be playing as well as they are right now, I truly believe that's enough of a win condition for Mouz to pull off Dust 2.
Yeah,
it's a matter of being able to keep this going, but I will give Xerxin props. He is tethered very well with either Torzy on the cat hold, or if it comes down to the fight over on long with Kixan, the trait frags coming out of Xerxin, solid.
Oh, this game doesn't end on Dust 2, but it might if Mouz don't win it. This is the only map they won versus Falcons in their last series. That's something they're concerned about. They don't get a map to warm up.
Nothing is going to work in this. This is a goner. This is a goner. People are good.
Seen a previous round where a bomb point would have looked good. Took 5 players to get that bomb down. Don't think Xerxin's going to offer up an extra bit of money here for Falcons. I think they've got enough. Magisk going to dome one. Look at that flood, right? Mouz so ready to just deny anything further. They are going to set themselves ahead. 4-round lead on this CT side. Their cash looks great, and they are solid across this board. Still yet to even tap into Spinks, who we know has been one of their high-performing players on the stage.
Absolutely. Mouz have not shown their full hand even on this half, but things are going according to plan. The rounds that Falcons have won have been impressive. There are a lot of situations they're fighting back into where they get close. These are great signs, but numerically, we're already on round 11. Best chance, best case, they get 5 rounds, but even that is looking pretty unlikely. I think Mouz want to keep this momentum as much as possible.
No.
And
Don't
if
say
they can
that.
make towards the mid, there's no answer for that.
Mohan,
you know how
go in,
strong the off
Swami.
is
Don't
here,
say
CT
that.
side. It'll be fun to watch Dexter when we switch over, because he's going to be able to have a bit more freedom, a bit more autonomy, and have more opportunities to catch players running into him and do a bit of what Torzi's done. We saw shots that he's hit already, but not if they don't make
I am removing the space. Removed.
Xerxin going to charge right to top middle, but I like this passive look right now from Nico. He hears all this approach.
Oh, he's not worried about this yet.
Spinks is keeping him locked in. Oh, the timing, he turned. But will he still think about Xerxin? It looks likely. Little flash goes deep. Oh, he got it!
Xerxin
all he needed. Back. Sliver of vision for Nico. 2 kills to the top of middle. Mouz wanted to fight fire with fire, but they go up in flames.
You see what this game comes down to. One step back in a moment like that, and you lose your chance. Nico headshotted, but not killed.
Suddenly a golden moment offered over to Falcons to get themselves a 4th round, let alone maybe the 5th that follows suit.
But on the other end,
dare I say it, enough of a T-side to keep this first map competitive.
You have to aim to convert. I wonder what the read is here for Mouz in terms of the late round, and it will be reads because they don't have the resources to get map control back. They have to just make a play. It's the lean towards B.
Lean towards B?
Climb up's uncontested.
That's it.
Torzy, unfortunately for Mouz, a little late to this one.
This is a double dip, right? It's a save protocol, as well as if they go B, they will win the round, but Mouz sniff this out. See nothing, and allow Falcons to take over the A site.
Clean. No risk, use util, do it all.
That's it.
Get the
save location here for Mouz. Great couple of kills. Mid control is the aggressive tactic. It's something that you don't want to throw in too many times in one half, especially how overtly aggressive it was getting to the very top of mid, especially when it gets punished like that.
Sorry, gone for Mouz. Otherwise,
you're going to feel some sense of regret. But the reason that Spinks is out there checking his back, looking in the tunnels, is because they don't have a cat player holding that for him. He's also worried because they don't hear anything. Now they get suspicious that they've been found. And the problem of it, it's like if you push down mid on Inferno, for example, you can get into a cubby, stay there, but eventually you have to worry about the ult timing coming around. So when you pick aggressive spots, you kind of have to get the kills early because leaving is just not that easy.
I think in that case, it's a good job by Nico to kind of hear those sounds and give it an extra 2-3 seconds. Let it kind of cook up top mid. And then they felt the urge to go.
Yeah,
what are they doing?
It pays to be paranoid in that sense. Nico is the only guy there.
What
He's on vision.
Those?
You know you will miss timings of people pushing into lower.
Amen.
Flashes that mean either nothing or everything from
Everybody's
the CT
a
side.
fan of Ime there. Do you think
So it just means you have to be
CS
very
is back
careful.
on best of 3 series of grand finals. So is
when
this a
Dexter's
best of
scope on that Doris.
3s 2 maps or all the 3
Doris is
to
going to go for
decide?
the upper angle.
I want a 2
and
mapper, bro.
posts early.
End it before
Minute 40,
train.
he can lock right in on this one.
I think train is just too
Wants
good
even
for
more.
me.
Flash.
Oh,
he eats
so
it.
perfect. They are reading this.
And just
So
as
good.
this half starts to come to a close, Falcons going to show us a little bit of a
So well
surgence
done.
in
And
success.
that
It's the
Torzy.
first time Mouz tried to do that
Torzy
upper push
has been troublesome for
with an
such
off,
a long while.
and it's also the first time that they get flash and check.
I would like to give, just a quick
Torzy.
prop to Brolin. We have seen ideas from Mouz as this
Hold-
half has
hold
gone on.
catwalk,
2
hold
fresh looks
catwalk.
in the final 2 rounds of the half. And while it did cost them the
like
double
the
kill
crowd's
top mid a round
moving
ago
back.
and Torzy this time, it is also a good mid-round moment for them to reclaim the kill back on Dexter.
So here's the response.
Nico's
Falcons
stuck.
see, well, they did this aggressive mid-control with Cat. Well, long must be open.
Brolin trying to keep an eye on that gap. Nice. Clean. Finishes off the frag to Tesses. He will sit on 40 HP with a teammate right behind him, so he could go one further. They could try to take this into Nico. But the thing is, Nico, as he retreats, it's going to keep these CTs yet again busy in mid.
Yeah, but
Oh no, they're all
Bomb
going
crossing
in.
up into the ramp. I mean, if they can
Yeah.
even just get this down,
Nico
then
is
at
not
what
even
point is
watching
Nico
it.
going to come back into this round? I mean, the guy is nearly standing on B. Kill nearly presents itself. Magis going down with nothing doesn't bode well for Kixan. Luckily, he has that smoke.
Oh, he got him.
Obviously, the B-site player is going to run
Jimmy.
away. Jimmy never anticipated Nico to come out, but now they know that Nico has to go on a marathon. And I'm sorry, buddy, you can't run this fast. He better sprout wings and fly, because this is not going to happen. Mouz will secure an 8th round on this CT side, making sure they go into
That should
middle.
have been done.
Yes,
Yes,
Nico goes
Nikhil.
back into B,
Ask.
catching a kill, but it's
Go
all
for it.
for naught. Maybe if Magisk is able to help out Kixan a little
Feel
more,
free,
they
ask
stand on that
anything.
post plant, but this is where it drops. 8-4 on the half.
now that's a moment that we see Nico. He realizes he's in danger. You knew every single.
See, this is why Twitch is so good. I'm gonna mute the audio, but look at the timing of it. We never had an ad all that while, right? Like the timing of us getting an ad is when now it's a break. Like literally, there is like 2-3 minutes of nothing that's gonna happen. Hi, Doctor. Welcome to the stream, Dr. Vijay Vaiti.
From Nico to kick off second pistol, back at it.
About how do they
but he'll
make
get there.
real-time
Four for
banners
Nico.
like scoreboard, player info, and
Four
all.
denied.
So
Excuse me.
there is
Just looks so
API
clean.
that they
Kixan
have
keeps
control
his head
over.
down.
CS is an open game, so
Insertion.
you get
Thinking
its
about
API
it.
easily.
Oh, but Magisk is able to take a peek out
Just
from sight.
get it,
and
get
then
it, kicks
Kixan
in.
comes up. So a trio
Nice
of
pistol.
bomb kills from Nico cues up a second round pistol
In
for
Twitch, good.
Falcons.
Wow, it's amazing.
You should watch
Just
stream
as I say,
Twitch
some people
stream.
make
So the
mistakes.
live that you just now
Who's made,
watched,
like,
or the
has
screen
Nico
that I'm
ever made a
sharing is,
mistake
on,
so
is
far
from
in
Twitch.
any of these rounds?
You
Everything's
saw
been
the ad,
pretty stellar,
the
and they've been
Kiara
doing a good job
Advani
of
ad.
killing him too. It's not like he's at the top
It
of the
came
board
during the
before or anything
break.
like that,
So
but he
after
might
the
be
first half, there's a
climbing
break.
up. He's the number one
During
rated
that
player
break
here
is
at
when
Cluj.
that ad played, and as soon as the match
Nico
started, the ad was
Nico
cut.
mistakes.
It's like how cricket
I can
you
only
were
really
watching
remember
cricket
one
today.
Deagle shot.
Just if there's a ball
But,
being
other
bowled,
than that,
they
you
immediately
wouldn't do
cut
that
that,
at Cluj.
irrespective
no,
of
of
where
course
it was.
not.
Like
This
that.
is new and improved. Chance to catch their breath here as Falcons and also close that score line, trailing Mouz by 3.
Okay, this should be good enough. So I'm saying the timing of the ad is too good. On Twitch, the platform
Dexter wanted that,
recognizes
but there's
when
more
the
where
main
first
thing
one
is
came from.
happening. It's been built that way
Not that he's able to
that you
tag
don't have
anybody
to
else.
push ads in random
Around and just
opportunities
aim
or
practice.
openings. The ad comes when literally there is a break. When there was a timeout after the first half, the ad played, and as soon as the game started, the ad was cut out. Just like how it is in cricket. That's what I was
Instead, he
saying.
looks to cut him off at the pass.
Namaskara, welcome. Hi, Dr. Vijay Vaiti.
Counter-Strike player is
And
I really
Nikhil, about the
2025.
banners, it's
And I think
simple.
that,
The API.
We've already seen what Kicksan can do with promising talent.
They use the API, they fill the data, or like use the API, and that.
There's a lot of room for personality for his
What?
teammates. Oh,
Well, you don't want to see
That
that.
was-
Ooh,
that-
got
no.
a couple
Glock kills.
Glock deaths. Magic's gonna make sure that Roland's drop. Bomb planter no longer hands busy.
Nice,
Tess just
nice.
swings
Last
with the
one.
SMG and jumps
Nice,
with it
this is
apparently
jump
as
shots.
well.
Ads off irutte. BGMI
There are the
tournaments
Falcons
ali
wings that we
ads
were
e
looking for.
baroda. Bro, what are you saying?
And that is your grand finals reminder that
yeah.
the MP9 still needs a nerf.
Crafton
Yeah, the things I
themselves.
think are really cool about Kicksan.
They
One,
themselves
I've heard him
push
say
the
he's
ad
never
every
really
time.
had an idol in terms of a
What do you
caller that
think
he
the
looks up to,
skins
which
that
is
they
such a rare
share is?
thing
It is
that,
ad.
you know, you always
What
look
do you
for
think
weird
Neeraj
influences.
Chopra
Kicksan's
coming
kinda
is?
like,
It is an ad.
You know, I love this game, and playing
Now
this game,
tell
I've
me.
got to a high level myself, and I've sort of figured out my own way of looking at
Danger.
things, and that style comes through, man. And I think that part of that style is he's thorough, but he's not strict. He's one of those IGLs, which is I
No
think a really
tournaments
important
without
quality.
ad
and you
would
see
run.
that when players get
Okay.
signed to the team,
Because
they
there will
almost
be no
always play like
sponsors,
they
nobody
used to
will
in
pay
some
money,
sense,
you will never
right?
see
He
a
lets
prize
them
pool of
have
2 crores
freedom.
or anything
I
without
think he tries
sponsors.
to channel it.
Ooh, good challenge out from Zershin. He is tearing it up
Sir,
tonight.
ಯಾವ್ದ್ರಲ್ಲೂ match central
17
ಬರಲ್ಲ.
frags secured off
They
that
don't put
one.
an ad anywhere during while the game
He
is going
supported
on.
by
They
an
always
entire
cut the ads
cohort
when
of
there is a
teammates
game
right
or no.
behind him. So
When the game is
solid
about to
ball control
start.
for Mouz. You can go ahead
Same.
and dump that Opera and Pit.
That's
Torch,
what
you
I'm
can
saying
sit
here
for a
also.
minute and a half if
Where
he
did
wants.
they interrupt the
Seriously,
game?
they should add time
Game
to the
was
clock every time you
paused
get
for
a kill
2
like
minutes.
this.
They put an ad for 2 minutes. That's all. And back into the game.
The
This
only
is
thing
how
you wanna
people
be
make
is
money off
patient.
streaming platforms.
Defense
That's
isn't
why
really
Twitch is
hiding,
still one
though.
of the
We've got
best streaming
Dexter also
platforms.
kind of scouring the field with his AWP, and there's no way for Torji to get him out of this position.
They have so many mollies and so much time.
88,000 watching here on
Oh
Twitch.
my gosh. Well, that totem pole gets
Nice,
chopped off
Dexter,
in the
get one more.
legs.
Oh no,
Tries
oh
to
no.
snap
Position
over,
is
down
bad,
20
position is bad.
First
He's gonna die.
Molotov misses.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
not
he
great.
missed,
Look
he
who
missed.
comes to
Nico's
help.
going to try to help out, but Nico goes down to Jimmy at this distance.
The second one will get him.
Molotov again. Is it up too short? Oh, does flush him back. Jimmy going to make quick work of the double kill. Magis got to be
Disc.
careful. Op is at this distant
Disc.
angle.
It's all about space.
Oh no, there's
Yes.
one guy
He's
who's
pushed all the way
pushed.
through B, but now they have no idea where he could be.
Totally cuts off
ನೀವು
rotation,
ಯಾರಿಗಾಗಿ
but it's the
stream
point
ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ?
where if you
I
go
stream
too
for
far,
myself.
Then you actually
These
put
streams
yourself
are for
in jeopardy.
myself and
However,
anybody
Spinks
who
is always
wants to
really
join
careful
and
about these
watch.
moments.
I
Man,
would
they're
like to
gonna
share
really
my
squeeze the
views,
clock
their
here.
views.
28 seconds.
Just
they're
talk
going
about it.
all the way around to B.
You saw Falcons
Yeah,
go up
Spinks
towards
has full
catwalk,
control.
which
He
looked
will
like it
for
caused
sure
the
go
bomb to
there.
hesitate to coming back
This
from
is
top
not
middle, but they
happening
actually
in-
made
this
loud
is not an
steps
A
as they
execute
drew back
at
through
all.
elbow.
Oh my goodness,
Spinks would have
this
heard
is
that,
so
and that's when the
close.
T's run away.
This is so close, man.
It's all good.
And
Sad,
Falcons
man.
don't
This
think
is
that
sad.
there's
You only need
any
4
chance that this
launders.
would happen. Yeah.
You only need 4.
Unfortunate.
Bomb down, completely out-rotated.
It's
They
a
kinda
save,
have the
that's all.
suspicion,
There's
know
nothing
something
that they
else,
can
something
do.
else is going on in the map. But
I
they're
mean,
really
there is
no position to
money.
deal
They
with
could
it.
force
You
if they
saw it,
want.
that
Not
5
all the
seconds
players
when
will
the
have
CTs kinda
weapons,
went
but
cap back to weren't sure where to get off to. And
This is
T-side out rotates. So Mouz 9-6 lead with this, but some critical saves coming out
good.
as Magis grabs the op, of course.
Yeah. Sometimes you got to pee in the kitchen sink. That's a moment like that.
What?
You just got to make up the call on the fly. That's what I meant.
I cannot danger. They've only
That's something I
given
would never do.
permissions for English. This is what you have to understand. And my channel is in
Securing
English.
it
I've
with
done
majority
everything in
alive.
English. My viewers and
That's
everything
Zershin with an
that
opening
you
kill. On
see
long,
are
Jimmy with the double down.
mixed language based. So I use or I generally use
The
English
position,
to
obviously,
talk
if you're
to
going to
all.
play car,
So
you
it's
can survive
easier
all the
to
mollies in the
communicate
world
with
as long as you
everybody.
have one smoke for it. And instead, they had Nico come in to try to fight it. And getting the first kill,
If
obviously, is
51K
really
on
huge. But still,
YouTube
3
watching,
mollies left over.
80,
There was no
90K
chance
on
in that utility
Twitch.
battle.
Aitu sir. Yes sir. While we do Quarterly
for it
Guru
along.
for
Again,
the Kannada
soaked to
audience
the corner of it.
specifically,
2 defenders to try to hold it
my
back. This
channel
time
is
it's
for
Spinks.
everybody.
Easy.
Nico
I have
fully
viewers
blind,
from
couldn't see
even
Jack.
US,
Bullet
I've had
with
viewers
supportive
from
utility over the top of
South
the doorway.
Africa,
Yeah, he just
I've had
climbed over those
viewers
first few
from
bullets.
But I do like the
Spain.
mid-play. Where does Tess
So,
go?
I mean, if
Really
I
wanna
was
test that
regular,
back
I would
line?
have maybe
The
captured those
split's a little
viewers for
awkward
a
because
good
Exertion
while.
is very far away.
Well,
I mean, obviously, if
irregular.
you're a T, you're going to be watching this.
YouTube link.
And right now, Tessus is, oh my gosh, the timing here. I mean, Torzy, Dexter is not looking at it at all. They're not assuming anyone got into the pit. Dexter, surely he's just going to die, right?
You'd think.
Oh, he's not swung yet.
I want my Twitch viewers to stay in Twitch. My YouTube viewers to stay in YouTube.
Still time to wait out.
It's up to them if they want to switch.
Or was out in that open position.
He's trying to punish them for making a misplay.
Let's go next.
Look who's protecting the back line here. And we're going to have the rotation finally coming in, but surely this isn't being watched. Tessa's coming forward now. Timings are being created.
Teaser watching it, so that's all right. Brolin keeping an eye on flank until Zershin gets into that lock smoke. It's all good. Going to clear that flank, 45 seconds. And T's immediately depart where Falcons are just kind of still left scratching their heads back on A. Last time they decided to kernel up. This time, it's that cat rotate cut off, but Magis ahead of the mid-smoke. What? Can't get the kill.
No.
Oh, if that happens, then suddenly it opens a door for Degster to run that op over to the B site before they're able to exit like this. And there is a world where Falcons were still able to compete for round 16. Instead, Mouz double digits.
Oh, yeah, and now
I just
Dexter
explained to you all
the CT spawn. 10 rounds, no saves.
Numericals of the
honestly,
statistics
this moment is
of
a
why
sketchy.
and what it is, and
the way
you're
they
like,
create
where
that play is like last round, where you have Spinks out in CT spawn. The reason that the Falcons could easily rotate down in the CT, get out there to try to frag Brolin,
Falcons,
the kill they just were supposed to get, is because Exertion was lurking tunnels, came all the way back around through spawn.
They
They
should have backed
so
off
much
all the
time
way.
waiting it long. Torzy never took his peek because he was
It would have
looking
been
for the
easier
site
to
the
play
entire
from
time.
there. He was
And
way
yeah,
out in the
they
open, and
actually
again,
could have
he
lost.
also cannot predict.
But it's funny because when they played against Astralis, it was also Brolin's entries that helped them make up for some calls that maybe were a little too aggressive. Maybe came down to one kill.
Whoever reads your message, it is never right.
Definitely high, even with that bit of a flub from Brolin. We see him laughed it off in the post round.
Wait, I told my mom I'll be
Falcons don't have much
back
to be
in
excited about
10,
round
15
17.
minutes.
5
One sec, I'll be
USPs
back. Let
across
the
the
match
board.
play on. I'll be
Singular
back in a sec.
flashbang here
I'll
for
get
Magic.
Desert.
But it just feels like despite the conversation coming into this best of 5 grand finals being about how Kixan is the one true in-game leader in the server at the moment, sure, room for Brolin to offer improvements over time, but as it stands, Kixan's got that edge. That's a couple of mid-round rotations that actually end up coming up Mouz's favor.
Yeah. Great shots helped, for sure.
Now Spinks to hold back this pack. That flashbang does
all good.
Nothing. And Spinks dies to just USPs. Zershin peels one off Xbox. A second death here would be odd, so you can just leave. Go ahead, jump out, support Flash, and Brolin plants. Ops gonna miss as well. They're getting so excited about the thought of these easy kills that they're not giving themselves that extra half second to make sure things go smooth. So Kixan robs the AK-47. He's gonna make it seem like he's run away, swings back in, and we'll see if that's gonna earn him a rifle in the follow-up. Regardless, 5-round lead for Mouz, map 1.
Kixan has a lot of maps where he doesn't go positive in his KD, but you can definitely see the aim in some moments that Maui brought up.
Zershin is at 21 kills.
Kixan will just go so far above and beyond.
Kixan, come on, bring the team back.
IGL
They
of
used
this
all their
roster, he's
timeouts.
supporting with utility, dropping guns, calling strats, and taking what's left over.
Is Red Bull taped?
Some games can be defined by his aim.
Do they have some other energy drink? Because, I mean...
They knew this match was going to be tough, especially on Dust 2.
So already, what? Oh, okay.
Oh, it's the mayor of Cluj. Welcome. I guess that means we're coming back.
Wait. Is that the mayor's wife?
This is the mayor of Sweden.
Wow, the mayor was right behind them.
I thought Emet
Seriously,
was the mayor.
okay. Same scrawny.
He's the king.
Oh, yes. Excuse me. Fast round offered up here with rifles in Falcons' hands. Brolin, gonna completely catch Tess off. And I think Mouz are starting to feel like Dust 2 is theirs for the taking. Nico's gonna try to give him a reminder of who's really the boss in this town.
King,
Dexter,
whatever, I have
that kill over top smoke.
whatever.
2 versus 2 is
But
where we're
bro,
left
that
in
is
20.
insane.
And while the door is smoked and the window's supposed to be Molly,
Falcons.
they're trying to get that bomb down. It will go uncontested.
There's a chance. No, Tozzy. You
Dexter's nade goes a bit
don't
too
take
deep.
that shot. Don't take that
Torzy
shot.
locks into a solid position.
Oh no.
And the smoke fades, but leaves him in a little cover. Dexter tries to inch back, down he goes. And you're telling me with pace like that, that Mouz aren't on the brink of winning this first map.
I mean, it's again another key Brolin entry. It's just so good. It's a 1K moment.
This is done. They don't have money in the next round, even though they have 3,400.
Some of the best aimers.
They don't have enough money to full
He wants to try to create a path. Problem is, bomb's halfway gone, and Torsi's not missing. Torsi and Zershin, these two in the post plant, but also
it should have been Jimmy, but so far, Jimfad has not necessarily been trouble to perform. There's no pressure on him, so he's good for it.
It was the biggest pain point of this squad. And now tonight, in a best of 5, uncharted territory for this team, and he is stepping up.
That's why I'm saying that this game right here is the horizon of Aura. For Mouz specifically, the team that needs to shake off what they haven't been able to accomplish in front of amazing crowds like this in big stadium. Torsi goes down.
Nice.
Just because they trail by 6 won't mean that Falcons don't fight for this.
It is Zershin.
I think they also have to kind of start signing up for the nitty-gritty, getting aggressive in the opening bouts like this. Double push. Zershin just gets blown apart by the SMG. Spinx isn't able to recover that, and it's great tethering coming in from that B-hold. But Mouz also out long already.
This will be heard.
Jimmy's going to go sprinting. We've got Nico queued up to try to hold this, but for the time being, operates alone. That is not the Nico I know. But it's the one we get in round 19. Molotov to try to deny this bomb plant, and I like this. A reroute from Kixan and his teammate. They are both going to emphasize long instead. And you can see while Han's busy on the bomb plant, Jimmy now turns back, and even low health, he won't suspect
I just mentioned about Jimmy.
The fact that they double up, that's the big one. Brolin,
that's all. Round's done. This is map. This is map.
Frag grenade into the smoke, and Magis scours that site. What?
I told you, this is done.
Brolin,
Zershin, everybody is fragging. Jimmy has not even started fragging. Not something they should have. Tournament hosting team. I'm not gonna. No comments. No comments. No. Tambro casting Burley. You should have watched day before yesterday. I was almost casting the match. Astralis versus still there, no? Yesterday's day before yesterday's stream. It comes in. It has to be natural. I cannot force it. Mongols versus Astralis and Falcons versus who? It was not FaZe. Cricket commentary super. Thank you so much, Dr. Vijay. I didn't know you were watching. That too, mix of Hindi and English. I did majority English, so good with it. See this ad? Now there's nothing happening. They push the ad here. This is what I'm talking about. And this is not the ad coming in from PGL, not the broadcast. This is by itself. By Twitch as a platform, they're pushing this ad. This is why I stream on Twitch simultaneously while streaming on YouTube. Falcons and Eternal Fire. Yes, thank you so much, Ginger. You also watch. E time alli matra nan free irtini ashte mikki time kelsa. Bro, at all times you have to keep yourselves busy and working. Yes, danger Hawkeye to be. Same doubt we also have. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I'm happy that you guys are listening to my cricket commentary also. I hope the big stages, they also listen to me and take me in there. Imagine sitting with Harsha Bogle, Ravi Shastri, Sunil Gavaskar, DK, Kannada, anything. I mean, up to them, bro. It's up to the up to Geo, I guess. I think Geo handles or Star Sports handles that. Anything works. I mean, cricket in such a big platform, national television, Kannada and English works.
They're able to upset Falcons on Dust 2, a map that's traditionally been very good for them. We're going to break it down on the desk while the players reset. And
for Kannada, we would go as squad level
I thought
group.
it was very flat from Falcons, not a typical performance from them on a map where they usually are so explosive, so
let me fill water. Let me get my desert.
I'll get my desert first half, right? Because it was the same scoreline
I'll fill water and be back.
Mouz when they played him in the group group stage, it was 8-4, and the one thing that Kixon struggled against was that CT side from Mouz and how dynamic they were. They're not afraid to take risks, calculated risks. We saw Brolan just being a rock towards a long area. He was never a problem in the defense, so to speak. Even towards B, Jimmy, always good for a couple of kills. But what I loved the most was even if they lose the opening kill, they were just working together as a group and just catching Falcons with the pants down every single time.
Yeah, I mean, just to kind of tag along to what you said, in their previous matchup, it was very much Mouz Sports finding success by playing a very forward defense and getting in their face and being disruptive.
Yes.
Not letting Kixon get in his comfort zone and be able to call mid-round with some type of piece of map control. They were denying that with Xerxes' mobility as an A rotator and Torzy with the AWP constantly in flux as well. And then when we go to the second half on the T side, again, it was a similar thing to what we saw their last matchup. It was about either quick, decisive, off-spawn plays, or if you are going to make a big rotation in the mid-round after you capture some control, they do it immediately. There is no hesitation.
There is the
and that's what brings
explanation.
them success.
Atreya, Namaskara, welcome to the stream. Aaron.
Falcons. It forces Falcons to expend some utility when they're trying to take space, when they're trying to just take those initial fights.
Welcome to my
whether that's for
stream.
long
We are
control,
watching
whatever they're
CS2.
looking for early.
We'll reduce the
Mouz
volume
actually
even
instilled
further
the fear
now,
of God in Falcons
because
in some
it's
sense,
still
because
discussion.
they never had enough flashes to
So
get
you
on
guys
the
are having
ball.
fun enjoying
See the
CS,
multi-frag
Counter-Strike
that
action.
Torzy
This
was able
is
to
my
pick up.
playing
Fighters
ground.
from Mouz were unperturbed
This
in their sight
Pokemon
defenses,
Unite.
and that's just never
Valo
been
was
enough
also
to
my
success.
playing ground
Falcons
once,
couldn't
but
bait out
then,
enough in
yeah,
terms of
Valo
just getting
didn't
opening
Valo.
kills, and
Nice,
they couldn't
brother. Had your
control
dinner?
those
Yes,
teams
sir.
that
I had my
other
dinner.
teams.
Where are
And
you,
you
by
gotta
the way?
also
Did you
highlight
have
the
your
fact that when
dinner?
it comes to
Are you
the
in Bangalore?
individuals, right, whatever
Or somewhere
questions,
else
whatever
now?
doubts
Back
you might have
home.
had
I
of
saw you
Exertion, maybe crumbling
put up
under
a story
pressure
that
from
you
Mouz.
went
He
to
didn't
visit
crumble today.
temples
He
with
was
your family
phenomenal, but it was
in
Torzy
Bangalore
who was
only.
the
Nice.
initial, he was a guy initially who was just racking up the frags, multi-kills
Karin
after
6,
multi-kills,
bro,
just being
insane
such a rock.
scoreboard this
We talk about
was.
the CT side with the AWP, he was phenomenal.
It had to
And then
be
Exertion came
Infat,
alive.
but it
I
is
gotta say it,
Xerxes.
the mayor of
21
Cluj
kills.
might be in the audience right now, but there's one person in charge in this game.
Look at this,
And
look
it's
at
Xerxes,
this.
And we've been saying this
Look at
over
this
the entirety of this
CFX.
tournament. Can he do it on the stage? Can he do it in pressure
Insane, bro.
situations?
This is all the spots
he's
that
doing it like we've never seen him
from
do it
where he has
before.
gotten
He's
kills.
been
All the things that
so
you can see on
explosive
screen.
for Mouz.
Indeed. And if you
The
look at
dots,
team
it's
map,
all
you
the
can see, again,
positions that
mobility
he has
we were
got.
talking
T
about.
Narsipura.
This guy used to be an AA
Oh,
for
you
us.
went
Just
to
sit
T
him on the
Narsipura
edge along
Kumbh
and
Mela.
just
Okay,
make him
okay,
a turret.
nice.
But now in this new iteration of the team, they have
Nice,
tried to
good
put him in a
stuff.
position where he has a little bit more flexibility to push off of catwalk, to get aggressive.
I'm
in
happy
those
that a lot of
doors.
people
So you even saw him on these
who
crazy
wanted to
flanks
go,
and control
but
on the action
the
from there
Kumbh
as
Mela
well.
in
It's just letting his aggressive nature shine through a little bit better on
Prayagraj
the
was
CT
far.
side, in my opinion.
This
See
T
him have this
Narsipura
sort of
happened. A lot of people got an
redemption
opportunity
here
to go
on an
witness.
arena stage where he has looked
Take a dip.
unbothered by the lights. That is
This is
a
nice.
great development from him, because that
Good
was
for all
really
of
the
us.
biggest talking point for Mouz, for Exertion in the previous year. The fact that he crumbled in these
Now
kinds of
Falcons,
moments,
I
and
feel
to
it's a
see this, great
2-0,
to see
and
this
this being a
because
revenge,
Dude
Brolin,
is
Imi,
exciting.
and
He's one of the
Xerxes
most
already
electric
being on
players
point.
that we have in the space, but
Yeah,
we
this
felt robbed
Jim
when we
Fat,
were watching him
Jimmy,
in arenas just
this is a
underperform, just
this is a
overstep,
2-0.
just seemingly
I don't think
follow
there is a chance. I
protocols,
want
but
Falcons to
not even really
win,
think
but
about what he needs to do,
after
the
what
kills
we
that he
just
needs to
saw,
find. So
even
for
though
now,
Nico was
him taking
fragging, it
this
was not like
onus,
he
him
was
taking
not,
it
but
upon himself
the opponents
to
were
just
just
look for
better.
these kinds of fights, to be active in the way that he wants to. We might be
Yeah,
seeing
see,
actually
this
the effect
desk
of
or
Brolin
the
as
casters
team leader
desk
instead of Shuhei.
here
We're now starting to see
internationally
that these individuals
or
are just calling
cricket,
their own
anything
number
works.
in a
Had some
more
problem,
comfortable
if
way.
not
Yeah,
my
let's
family
also
planned
talk
for a
about
20
Torzy
days
just
trip to
briefly.
Kumbh
We've
Mela.
always
See,
highlighted he's the
what
player
has
that
what has to
always
happen at the end of the day will
performs
happen.
when he gets to the
That's
stadium. He's the player who always plays well in the
the
arena,
point
plays
and
for the
matter of
crowd,
fact.
seems to
There is
elevate
nothing
his
different
game.
that you would
Blair,
be
I'll
able to
start
do.
with you. I thought this was
And,
another
like,
really solid entry in his CV.
Oh, 100%.
Yes.
And look, one
A
thing we
lot
can never critique
in
about
Prayagraj right
Torzy
now,
would
so
be CD side opping, right? He's just phenomenal. Even pre
what has to happen
his
has
CD side
will
was
happen. So
phenomenal.
it's
And
like
right
that. So
now,
good.
I gotta say, there are still a couple of questions here in the absence of Shuhei and a proper IGL. Where in T side, it doesn't feel like
Let's
he's
see.
getting as much impact as he used to once upon a time.
In the meantime,
but on
I
the
was
CD
checking
side, you give him the
something.
op, he's gonna hit every shot 24/7.
Yeah,
The one thing
Torzy
that I
had
love about
an
Torzy is he's one
insane
of the
op
guys that has
game.
actually limit tested himself to find out in CS2 when is a good re-peak, because so many operators in this game don't seem to understand when you can swing back into an angle. But Torzy on the CT side, he knows when he has to get a kill and peel away, but he also recognizes moments where he
Holy
has such an
stuff.
advantage in the op v rifle duel that it's worth a reswing.
And just coming
Oh,
back to you, too, Blair. I mean, one of the things that you really thought that Mouz did well was they were kind of able to be mobile on that CT side. We saw that Torji obviously do that. You can see from the heat map, we saw Exertion as well do that to a lesser degree. But Dust 2, I don't know if it's just something that Dust 2 lends itself to. It does seem that you can kind of get around and kind of throw the, tees off kilter.
Damn, Sam.
Some pushes and space taking, right?
100%. I think round number
I heard
12
my grandma saying that it is not a place where you like to visit. It's the place where the god will you come if he wants you there. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. So you just keep doing good things, and whatever has to happen will happen. If you want to go somewhere, if you want to be somewhere, if you want to do something, it will. But by the way, why did you say damn Sam danger? I didn't understand.
And even though it's an empty bomb site that Falcons find themselves in,
5 minutes, 5 minutes. Now it's time for me to go get my dessert. I will put my dessert, I'll be back. Don't go anywhere, guys. I'll be back in 2 minutes. Only 2 minutes. Count. It's at 6:30. I'll be back by 4:30.
Yeah, I mean, it's just kind of crazy to think that this has been normally Falcons' home turf, but the one team that has been able to find them out twice now is Mouz Sports, and so that's going to have to cause Falcons to go back to the drawing board a little bit. And again, I think we've kind of broke down the reasons why. It's a Mouz team that is very decisive, that is very willing to play in your face. They, particularly on the T side, they'd like to just go for simpler, fast-paced plays off of spawn-based calls, and I think that they make better use of them than what Falcons was able to achieve in their own T side. And then look, I think when they did get bogged down to a mid-round moment where you feel like that might be the weakness of Brolin, his inexperience, they look decisive. Dude, Brolin even just one round said, okay, this is not working. We got long A control, but we can't make any more headway. Fine, I'll do it myself. And he ran out double doors, he gets an entry and puts a smoke on spawn, says, let's go B, we're done. And that's just incredible stuff to see from him this early.
Maui, not a lot of positives for Falcons. Is there anything you noticed, or is it all doom and gloom for you?
Dexter looked good at the very beginning of this game. I mean, he instantly, first scout shot, was able to nail someone through the door. So to see his
Sorry, I am back before 4:30 because I didn't get dessert.
Like you said,
I wanted to wait another 2-3 minutes before I get the dessert.
Was a huge error on his part, and I caught him in the hallway. I caught him in the elevator at one point. Said he was feeling a little bit down. Not the same kind of sickness we saw from Device, as Cadian told us, but at the same time, it was it's not always pleasant to hear that maybe they're a little bit behind in terms
Blaze
of
laughing means this is like
the worrying thing
kind of the elevator
Falcons have a real IGL, and they have
funny
Nico,
discussion
right?
that when you try to blame
the
game
cards
stuff.
they have to work with. On the side of Mouz, we've seen so far exertion, even Brolan chipping in with the kills. Torji, everyone's delivering at a pretty solid level
Oh, the
altogether.
big boy
And the
notebook
big
is
question
out from
arises,
Blay.
Tesses and Magus, are you going to deliver here today, buddy? Because if they don't, if they just disappear, as we've seen Tesses do a couple of times in the
Yeah,
arena
Tessus
thus far,
was a no-show.
it's going to be problematic for Falcons.
Yeah. Well, look, Dust, we're moving on to Mirage. We've still got some time, as you can see on the clock. Obviously, this is Mouse's map as well, so they could get themselves into a commanding position here. What's their key to victory on that T side?
I think their key to victory
Okay,
is the same
so
thing that it was
good
kind
that
of on many
the
of their other
production
maps,
team
about
have
being
paid
just
so
fast
much time and
decisive in the early
attention to
round, which
read
Mirage really allows you to do,
into
whether
the
you wanna
player
go for quick set
positioning.
pieces, whether you want to go for heavy mid control on challenge connector.
Oh, this is like
Nico versus
this is
Xerxes
why
battle by far the
internationally
most
people
important sequence that
watch.
you are
This
gonna
is
see
what,
play out
if
throughout
you
the
guys
series.
remember,
It's gonna come
Arka
from both
keeps
sides. They both play
telling
mid, or they both
about
play
quality.
connector defensively. And
It's not
in the last
always
time they played
quantity, it
against
is
each
about
other,
quality that you
defensively,
provide to
neither one
your
was able to really
viewers,
come
and
out on
eventually if
top.
you do,
Always the attacking
it
player
will
was
reach
at
the
tip
masses.
of the
So
spear and making success. So we need to see that happen again.
do good stuff.
One thing that I have to worry about for Falcons in this one is that, man, Nico, fantastic, okay? One of the best connector players in the world, but in some ways plays an antiquated style. He's one of the only people still in Tier 1 CS that just parks his butt in that.
Is anybody interested in understanding that map? If you want, I can kind of explain it to you to understand in case if you guys are interested. Otherwise, I'll let it be as it
I'm
is.
sure they've game planned for this. I'm sure they're well aware exactly how Nico's going to be moving in the mid round, and I want to see if Nico is able to bounce back, because that does too from him. It had its moments for overall,
20
but he wasn't
seconds.
the transcendent rifler that we build up in the pregame.
If you remember the game they played,
Need
in
to
the
get
CT side, there were
myself
Falcons,
a-
right? It was Mouse running away. I believe it was 6-1 the scoreline right there, and that's when Falcons switched it up. And you know what they did? Put that AWP in the hands of Dexter and said, Dexter, stop playing towards back jungle. Stop playing safe towards A. Take the fights at mid. And every rifle round they won after that in the latter stages of that half was Dexter opening it up with an op kill. He was a difference maker, allowing Falcons to get a few rounds there. And then on the T side, man, Kixum is calling circles around Mouse. Mouse won one CT round. So I'm still not counting on Falcons. I still feel they look pretty solid, and they seem to have a pretty good read as to how Mouse likes to play this map.
Dust, I still think the key to victory here is they have to, whatever they're talking about in this huddle now, they absolutely have to find a way to shut down exertion. Is there any way they can do that? that?
Yeah, I think there's plenty of ways. Again, if you're trying to counter him defensively, just put more bodies in front of him. Let Tessa swing off a catwalk with NiKo. Work together, crossfire that guy, dice him up. And then on the flip side, when Xerxes playing you defensively, look, just making sure that you're supporting each other and spacing and trading. I think the one advantage that Falcons has going into this, which is why they beat them the last time they played Mirage, is that they're more diverse. I felt Mouz was a little one-note on their T side. They really relied on mid-control into connector. They didn't have as many other plays they could go to. Kixon, meanwhile, has a deeper playbook. He's just a more diverse caller. He's able to call the quick B pops that catch you out of guard. He's willing to, change things up, and I think that is going to be maybe their edge in this matchup.
And the one thing that Kixon did very well the last time they played against Mouz, they were starving Mouz of any opening kills towards mid. They would show presence towards mid, but Mouz was looking for fights. They like to take those fights. And
now I'll be back in 2 minutes.
Waiting patiently, but they were never caught off guard by any aggression from Mouz. They were conditioning them, and I feel that is going to be the key to success here again.
It's going to be difficult. I mean, I think that Falcons are feeling like Dust 2 probably slipped through their fingers at this point. They definitely felt like that was a map that they should be kicking off the series with the W on, given that you can look back at the footage. And now the question remains, though, Mouz, having lost it last time, they are the ones that are going to improve this time. Usually in these kinds of head-to-head rematches, I favor the team that lost in the previous because they're going to work a little bit harder at it. But unfortunately, Falcons, they couldn't even catch up to Mouz on the previous map. So if anybody has been improving day to day, I mean, they're going to see it today on Mirage.
I think Mouz have a very good chance of 2-0ing if they can, A, continue to play their strengths of the Xerxes playmaking in middle, but also just add a little bit of extra flavor. Throw in a couple of pacing changes. They know that they're capable of it. In fact, that's their strength right now to me, is calling from spawn. So if I can just see them mix in just a few little extra things here and there, I think that will be the difference maker in this game.
Look, it's very simple, man. Falcons, they're going to start on the CT side here, win the pistol, convert the following rounds, and put that AWP in the hands of Dexter from the get-go. Stop playing safe, and that, for me, is how they win this map and tie it up.
All right, guys, thanks a lot for your thoughts. Remember, this is a marathon, not a sprint. We're going to get into Game 2 of the best-of-5 finals with Scrawny and Launders.
Thank you, gentlemen. Yes, sir. Map 2 of what could be a long night. Launders, before we get passed over to me, you just told me, Scrawny, hold your horses. We could still be in for a series despite that map 1 loss. Tell me why.
Yeah, so the story here, Cluj, as we get into Mirage, is that this is everything for Falcons and house money a bit for Mouz. They did their job by winning their map pick. We kind of thought that's how Dust 2 could go, but Falcons could still 3-1, 3-2 this series. But it all starts with Mirage. Without it, very low chance a reverse sweep happens. Kixan opening duel, and mid-control looks like it's all theirs.
Oh boy. That is 3 players out middle, 4 Falcons. Each of them collect a headshot. You know, by the time NiKo gets top middle, trying to get his game going, because needs to be said, back on Dust 2, man, looking mortal. Not looking like the highest rated player at the event coming into this best of 5. Well, tries to get top middle to get the game going, and all the kills are gone by the time he gets there. So you'd think that Mouz have been shut out of the first round of Mirage, but we'll see if Torji and Spinks can do anything about this. It's
I'm back.
There's already that
in time.
Spawn flank in position. You know, they think they're being coy by just letting the clock burn down a little bit. Reality is Falcons know exactly what's up.
They've got him trapped. I mean, there might be very little suspicion here. Everything's being covered. I think is there an underpass? Yeah, even underpass. So
there's nowhere to go.
I mean, yeah, like they're gonna need an invisibility cloak, I think, to get out of here.
Let's go, Falcons. You
Or
cannot
the best
lose
game
this.
that you've ever seen.
Well, we'll see if Spinks can offer either of those 2 things. That's not going to help. Dexter pops up with the Berettas, and now Torji realized the dire situation at hand. A second kill would have made it a little scary, but all's good for Stan Falcons with a CT pistol.
Let's go.
It's a great start. Like Bled mentioned, good start is everything here. Because there's a world where Mouz win Mirage. It's just that Falcons have to just make sure that they're not in that version of this universe. They have to take this just for a chance. The only time we've ever seen the reverse sweep best of 5 is in a studio with Donk, the tail end of last year, last year now. And I don't know, in an arena, I'd be hard pressed to believe that that's maybe ever going to happen. That would be history. But I guess if there was a game, it would be this one.
Right, because our red flag in this situation is we still anticipate crazy rounds.
That's true.
As much as we can try to paint this picture of expectations, and our analysts do an excellent job of doing exactly that, these are still 2 teams that are very much in flux. And when you've got those moving pieces, when you've got those learning moments, You know, that is when suddenly everybody in this room's got to pay extra attention, because you never know when the best round of Counter-Strike in a year is going to happen. And it usually happens when mistakes are made. Now, this is that kind of game where those things can happen, but they won't here in round 2, as TeSeS is your round MVP, sweeping away for early momentum. Nico not even furrowing his brow yet, because the game's barely started.
So much of this game really is the maps. I mean, you can put a great team versus an average team on a brand new map, and the great team will still find a way to win. But when you take two teams that are evenly matched, so much of the game plan, so much of the aim, so much of the comfort in the rotations comes with the wins that they've put together. And Falcons, I think, will show us what we got glimpses of with Dexter, what we got moments of with Nico, a bit more consistently.
This will be hands down Falcons. But
softening grenade down there for Brolin to have to deal with. Him and Spinks at the bottom of it. Xerxin trying to add a bit of utility pressure up into Khan.
Mouz are ready to.
And we'll see how much Falcons want to sign up for this fight.
Should be.
Tess is such a great player to have on Cat, because he is so comfortable on all the hard angles. He will peek you on bench.
Go.
He will push and get into your face. He'll stay here, even if he can get peeked from multiple angles.
I think it's also a great position and a great map for him, where we can start to talk about TeSeS in a Falcons jersey.
And a little info, bomb gets spotted.
Because he's impressed a lot of people as of late, stepping forward at times as their #1 and doing it unsuspectingly. Dexter's got to be careful, but Nico's going to go ahead and help out. TeSeS able to catch one through smoke of Top Con, and this round is falling apart for Mouz. They had everything in position, so they thought. All they wanted was to get this split going. Xerxin down to 28 health as he kills out Magisk, but he doesn't even have the bomb, so couldn't go and find that bomb plant.
That was the pull back on the punch, but no follow through whatsoever. They were meandering inside of middle, took over connector, didn't know how to transpose into the actual site hit, and were confused why Falcons hadn't given them a fight anywhere. You know it's always a bad sign when the window player doesn't have a smoke and they can kill you walking in connector. That's the first sign that you've taken too long with your mid control. And for the Falcons, as mentioned, TeSeS was sitting there untouched, unbothered the entire time on Cat. That should be one of the first positions. Mollied back, flashed off, threatening ladder room control so that TeSeS cannot reswing. That's the one position, if he thinks it's been taken, that will deny him the ability to take those deep aggressive fights. And he's the one who gets info off the smoke timing as well. So as much as Mouz could look like geniuses over on Dust 2, it can all change as soon as we switch maps. Falcons in control here on the first rifle.
We were speaking to Dust earlier today, and he really emphasized that when it comes to the T sides for Mouz and some of the shortcomings he's been able to figure out, it's, you know, this maybe simplistic approach to the Mirage T side from Brolin. At times, let's say Inferno yesterday, glorious comeback, but he can get a little repetitive when it comes to the mid plays. The setup and the pounce, and the setup and the pounce, and what, one B-pop sprinkled in, I think is the kind of their last outing. So we'll see if that's also a trend versus Falcons. Whether there's any kind of shift.
Oh, that flash. Definitely safe Nico.
They try to put Xerxin up on that boost. That's why Nico's now walking away wounded. TeSeS has, again, just been a thorn in their side so far throughout this first half.
Has not died yet. And again, watch him get chipped down. Watch him take a lot of damage, and watch him still take these fights.
Speaking about a lack of deaths, neither has Nico. So you've really got both sides of this mid-hold popping off early. Fall back from Cat. Guys, he's an opper.
Yeah, he would have killed him in one bullet with the op, for sure.
AK, that's TeSeS department. So that is a 7-0 start for the Dane.
He didn't have armor, did he?
Yeah.
But his teammates do. That's a little bit weird.
It's because of that first map he had, you know, faith at an all-time high.
I am the glass cannon. He tried to channel it.
Digs are going to keep eyes on connector. Got to be cautious about Palace, of course, with Magisk by playing down underneath it.
Another reactive moment here for Mouz, but they obviously just have pistols. Well, obviously the AK on Spinks is something, but
jungle push, that's going to be held by Market. Very difficult for Jimmy to kind of get out of here. And Dexter going to do a great job of stopping the first. Doesn't pull the trigger on the second. All should be good. Oh! Should be!
For who?
Spinks is able to scoop up that bomb. Then we get another player trying to hold them back. And of course, Nico will make that difference. Nico feasts a couple kills at the end of that round, just when things get sketchy.
Yeah.
And it's nice to see something like that, because it means Mouz have a bit of extra oomph in their back pocket.
and that has been Spinks. He's not the #1 player so far here for Mouz, but he has been really impressive for a different reason. Like, of all the players they changed, like we keep talking about Brolin because he's replacing an IGL. It's a player from the same team, but just a whole lot more responsibility. But Spinks, he has to find a way to slot in and get comfortable, and he has looked great. He saved a lot of moments. I think that's been the most impressive part about this change so far for Mouz. And we don't get like the middle of the pack performances. We get a lot of like top end performances out of Spinks. And he said he's coming in to show some of these guys who don't have as much arena experience as him, which is wild because they were basically on the same path, you know, breaking in from tier 2 to tier 1. Him with Ents back in the day. Well, I say back in the day, like 2 years ago. You know, Spinks is kind of new too, but he got so much experience from Vitality.
Yes, sir. If anything, his experience is more so winning in playoffs. That's the extra emphasis. Dexter loses his angle. Misses his shot as he tries to push out. Nico luckily gets saved here by Tesses.
Let's keep talking about Tesses.
You know, that is the three-headed hydra of this defense from Falcons. Between Tesses, Dexter, and Nico, you are not going to be able to take over mid with ease. And the fact that they have reclaimed this from a 4 versus 5 when Nico looked like he was dead in the water.
That's amazing. They saved him once again. I say they, it's Tesses again.
That's both Nico and Tesses 8-0.
It's almost become an antiquated position in some sense because people are just, there became so much utility that got focused towards Cat that the power of the Cat player kind of went away. And then it's gone back to double connector setup. Tesses, he's still holding it down for all the Cat players out there. Willing to always peek, be aggressive, look for info, and take duels without any support.
So many people were happy when he said for all the Cat
I think it's really a testament to the old heroic days when it comes to him. Sharpened in that environment. And the willingness to swing. We actually got that of Magis this round. It's got to be said, you know, he's going to have a more boring position throughout this first half of play.
He's made it a little fun. He was there on the site, but now he's got the push in.
And he collected a kill, but Nico, because he's low health, is kind of giving a little space over. And Brolin making sound, so they're going to know damn well these T's are on site. Opper, hands busy for a second.
Which was a TV breaking
instant headshot. Not able to get a second
the
this
first
time, but Tesses there to trade him. The Tesses-Nico trade train is simply too sharp in this moment.
That connection
what is TV breaking
stronger than
match?
carbon fiber. It's beautiful here. And yeah, you see where the kills go.
I think
to
there's
the
a
players
third
who are fighting middle because that's what Mouz want. But at the moment, they don't have the looks to grab it. And this is actually a 4v5 because of Tesses.
breaking match, no sir.
Or excuse me, it's a 4v4 because of Tesses. Dexter can take that duel if he wants to. You can put the op in underpass and set him up for a hard shot. In fact, that's something you should use Dexter for.
Got a shot
Why
off.
should
you
I
put
think
all the great
about
utility
it?
in place. You think the opera's going to fall back, not Dexter, because he's willing to be that uncomfortable, but it doesn't work. Oh man, Jimmy
More
wanted to run through
entertainment
that
for us.
volley.
Yeah, it looked like he wanted something fast that isn't necessarily middle. Because again, we've got this constant 3-player pack of Falcons starting off the rounds here. And we've got plenty of examples already in the first 5 where they're not able to puncture through. Jimpat will indeed get out from that ramp for a moment. We're going to get the smoke open top middle. There's a fight for Tesses. Because like you've alluded to, dude, he just keeps signing up for these.
He knows when it's his job.
Brolin's going to try to get into Con. Nico catches his head. You cannot get past these 2 players in mid.
Back through the smoke. And back of the ramp goes Jimpat.
It is an utter meat grinder.
I feel it was
right
one-sided.
It
was
out
very
mid.
well
Tesses goes
controlled
deep.
from
Won't be
India.
able to find an additional kill. That's
From
the
both
bomb
the
confirmed,
bowling
at
and
least.
batting end. Like,
It's the bomb confirmed, but still a
they
full minute here.
Rarely messed
They
up
can
anywhere.
work.
Well, Jimmy wasn't able to get success going out from ramp. Currently
The catches also that got missed, they were not easy catches. So
Magis leans into it on his
it
50
did
HP.
end up getting tough. But I think a lot of opportunity for Pakistan was
Crazy.
on the
We
high
still have
rate of
Kixan
catches,
alone
but they
over
still
on the
ended
B
up
side,
not
and the
catching
teaser's still
them.
crawling into
So
this
yeah, that's
three-man
about
trap.
Setup looks good. Oh, Dexter goes back. That's fine.
Always, Dexter so far has always been off in that timing when he leaves the
Get
kit.
the bomb site open. Not
This
the
time at
case.
least lands
Nico
the kill, but
waiting
Nico.
it out. Jimmy on the approach. Oh, double entry.
Jimmy
catches
is
Dexter. Magis, you've only got
Jimmy
50
is
health to
scary.
work with. Do they drop
It's
their
not
card?
like nobody can take
Spinks
him down.
coming
He's
at it.
scary.
Oh, gone ahead and done this.
What a
3
clear,
kills
bro. What a
inside
clear
of this A
Spinks and
site.
Jimmy.
This is a 2 versus 4
IGL
queued up.
versus 1v2.
And we've been singing the praise of Kixan
Yeah,
in his impact, but they've already spotted him, and they are going to trade that back. 2v4 for Mouz to get their first round on the board.
All right, and that's the individual player quality coming through. Once again, Spinks with a critical frag, and it's a symphony of them, honestly, all at the same time as they come into the A site. But you couldn't ask for more support in good positions as you had. Any one kill totally ruins the round there for Mouz, but they come up spades every single attempt.
What we don't get to see is how Dexter dies from the ramp push of Spinks, while Magisk is still out there on the site itself. You know, we see him locked into Sandwich after.
Yeah, true. But what angle could he have had
Desert.
to block himself off? All right, double nade into connector. This one's looking like a faster call once again.
All right, this is what Jimmy wanted on ramp.
Ruffle cake,
trying to get up that
Sunday.
cat. Nico's going to go ahead and kill the con player. Dexter, deep angle, easy pickup from him. We get that pressure
Get one more,
through
get one
smoke
more.
of connector from Magisk, and that has made an abrupt halt for Mouz to have to deal with.
I mean, I like the setup, but without that Brolin opening kill, they can't actually arouse that suspicion on the other side.
I like that Torji just takes a look back, right? Trying to catch somebody overstepping.
And we're looking at this time, Tessus is not playing off of Cat. They were actually probably hoping to turn the corner with him blind, take that duel right away, but instead, Falcons show us a change up.
It's costly in 2 deaths and a lot of health for Jimmy, but it is still a pause in the action for Mouz, and that is going to allow for them to reconvene with all 3 eventually. Torji very adamant about waiting out this angle, but he's not going to be given anything to shoot at. You wouldn't think, right? It would be a bit foolish for Magisk to try to give up that option.
This looks like the hard read of a round, but it can also be a play on the economy. If they think that it's going to be a buy, it could be a fast B hit. Maybe they thought mostly upper B, but they had that smoke, they had the op back.
It's just so comfortable. And they go ahead and throw a player off of the bricks, right? Trying to offset somebody's crosshair. Doesn't end up happening. And it goes about exactly how you'd expect. They get thrust forward into a fully fledged defense. Falcons.
It's not Dexter,
without
it's
losing
Dexter.
a single player, this could end up being a dire half for Mouz now.
Remember the name.
It's amazing. The setup is incredible.
Yes, I remember.
It is a dire half no matter what, because even the one round they win is a 2v4. It's not a round where they do a good job of causing people to get shot in the back by turning around. Instead, they have to take raw duels with everyone waiting for them to get the singular round that they've got. It's full control here for Falcons as we move into round 8.
There is one Dexter. I mean, if you are talking about CS, there are 2. One is an Australian player called Dexter.
They let him have
this guy is Dexter. Font.
Single rifle move forward. Clean start.
And the other Dexter is from cartoon. Dexter, Tozzy.
He's got a bigger sign, so he wins.
Yeah.
Now this T side, obviously, it's one of these. I think we talked about this with Dust before we started, and just, you know,
there
all this airing my
series
grievances
also
about Mouz, because you see halves from Roland that are great. We saw the comeback from Astralis. That's awesome. Going to be something he remembers that'll bring Mouz confidence in future situations. He did that on stage. T-side Inferno. But then you also have halves like this, which shows the growing pains. And I don't know if you're really ever going to get
Nico
that out
is
of
11
Kixan.
and
Like,
2.
you might still be able to beat him.
This was similar to what I think
he's building this brand new team. But I haven't seen
Torsi was 14 and
half
4.
without activity, half without ideas,
First half
without
of
follow through.
Sambro, I enjoy watching you. Thank you so much.
The
Danger.
worst
I'm here.
situation
And
I've seen
that's
for
the main
Falcons is
reason you
Dexter
were
gets too aggressive. You know,
a while back you were
forgets that he
asking
can
me
win
that you
off of time,
wanted
things
me
like
to
that.
speak in
They
Kannada.
go out with a bang no matter
I will
what.
do.
But
if I
they
have
never go out
official
without
permissions for
ideas.
this, I would have done it in Kannada also. Mix and entertain on both. But yeah, I want to get a grasp of an universal audience while I entertain them and
pause at the start of
tell them
goal.
about
Got
the
window smoke. Jimmy's got a second
I'm
smoke.
happy that you're enjoying.
You could try to move this forward.
And you're
once
watching
they
a late
think
night
that
stream.
three-pointer
Late
setup
night
has kinda
streams with me
disassembled
are
itself because it's
very,
so
very
consistently
informative.
Dexter,
I
Nico,
will
Tessus.
give you. I'll let you know about a
And all
lot of
three
stuff,
them usually ready
like
to go
good
for some
deserts
kind of
like
swing,
this.
an aggressive response
There is no language
to any
barrier.
kind of
Anything that I
presence,
do, I
but
always.
we see that movement
I
from the
think
window
there's
into connector.
barely any
Both
language
angles end up
barrier
getting
wherever I
smoked
go
off, and
around in
again,
India.
Tessus is happy to go
Very
peek, but
little.
oh, you gotta be careful.
Even
There
Kerala,
are
a
plenty
little
of
Malayalam
players
I
out top
understand.
middle. The fact
Try
he
to
gets
mix
away
and
with
match
all
with
his health is great.
Malayalam
How
and
do you even do
English.
damage right there?
Maharashtra,
5
there is no
targets.
problem.
And he drops a smoke down for Nico to play just behind.
I mean, I've not been to Kolkata, but every other state I've been to, so not a problem.
But again, this is what they do. They just kind of position themselves in middle, and
Chennai, I've lived there for like close to a year.
Usually doesn't go well. Sure, you can pull off the 2 versus 4 for
no,
your
in general,
round,
that's what I'm saying.
X factor.
See,
you can't
language is never a barrier to enjoy.
Down to 30 seconds. We'll see if they can somehow pull this out of the hat with only the 2
grouping
AKs.
up.
One of them right here in the window.
Gone.
Nico and Dexter combining for this control.
One more is going
Spinks
very
is looking
soon.
to get into the action
Gone.
off the stairs.
Gone.
Oh, the pistol players die first.
Gone.
Now it is only Spinks.
Last.
And he
Gone.
also falters. So Mouz, you can take it every day of the week.
Too
It's
good,
right
boys.
there,
Falcons, let's get
but
this
it's
game
the
back.
next step that they struggle at again.
Yes. The angle awareness there from Nico is amazing.
Romania.
You see the guy jiggle peeking on the stairs. He knows exactly where he'll stop before he has to look at a new position.
I have 3
That
cats.
is the power of Nico. Oh my gosh. That's the power of Nico.
I also want to show.
Falcons don't want this game to be a show just yet. They just want to close this one up, just like Mouz did to them over on Dust 2.
That's the beauty of the best of 5. We got plenty of Counter-Strike still to go.
I will show you one unseen photo.
Sooner Falcons cut down Mouz on Mirage, sooner they can try to take a lead in the maps in the series.
Danger for you, this is.
But yeah, we've got no
Unseen
Palace
photo
lurker, no
of,
A lurker at all on this round.
Shankranti
So
vlog.
many of these rounds have ended A, especially the slow ones. This one, of course, they're setting up for a B
Kantila.
play,
I will show you
but
to
they're
you
still
later.
keeping options slightly open.
Here
One
is
thing that's definitely been lacking is that lurker.
All the
Because
people
when they get
showing their
exposed in
cat.
mid, that's when they lose time and they don't build into something new. Tessus again, peeking freely off of Cat, looking for another duel. And he'll find it. 2 in the back, knocking him down like bowling pins. Tessus.
Tessus is 14 and
Little
1.
walkout
Somebody
from
stop him.
TSS on for the full-blown ace, but he's got the bomb at his feet, so he'll make sure that middle is clear first and foremost. And drop a little utility behind him. Mauser's somehow going to have to get creative to reclaim
Can you
this
see
one.
this?
Oh, you thought Nico was
WhatsApp
nice at
alala
14 and 3?
kalsalapa.
I present
No
you
sending,
Tessus,
just
14
you
and
watch.
1.
If you can see, you can see.
How cool
But
it's
on
being
YouTube,
seeing
you can
him
zoom
thrive
it.
in this New Jersey.
Yeah, because he's revitalized his
Always
story completely.
entertaining.
He was
Yes,
just
sir.
the 5th wheel of heroic, did all the jobs that nobody else
Ian
wanted to do.
Hilter,
Was
Allah
really good at the hard
presence,
fights, but also
behavior or nature
he's somebody
of
who got
person.
nervous in some
Yes.
big. He's totally
Reflection
different. Players.
odita
It's
hai.
totally.
Okay, I will.
And the other
if
thing
I
is that
go
he's
full
coming into
screen
a
on
team
cam, I
that
will
has
show
like
it. I am
so
not
much
saying
brand value, so
it
much
is of future
attention,
content,
a brand
which
new
I have
system.
to edit.
Could have very
and
easily
it is
just fallen
taking
in,
time.
faded away into the pack. We've seen that story happen a million times, but he said, "No, I'm going to write the story myself."
They're in the B side?
That's like what you said about Mob,
Oh, they're
standing
all
out
inside.
in a sky full of stars. You've got
Good
Tessus,
stuff. Zonic is
who could look at
a
himself as a
two-time
support player and say,
major
"I've
winner,
got
I think,
Nico
as
to
a
fall
coach.
back on." But what have we seen?
Wave, yes.
There is no way Falcons would even have these wins without his performances.
Zonic as a coach
Ooh,
has
that's a
2
ripple.
majors, if I'm not wrong.
I need to see the mayor
5
getting involved
majors.
in this wave.
Yeah, Dupree and
There it
Zonic
is.
both have 5
She earlier
majors.
today
Yes.
told a story
5.
about that sign.
I've
That
got a-
sign is from the original Cluj-Napoca major.
I
So
thought it-
old that Mantrus, a.k.a. Paula, signed it with his alias.
No, that's amazing. I saw it outside.
Which one?
The first name I looked at was Scream.
And you're like, who?
Who? If you don't
That third
remember
frag here on the spray down,
Scream,
just kind of stepping into it. He actually sees
for all
Brolin
the
in
people who
background,
did not watch Valorant.
gets an additional freebie just kind of thrown in. TSS's spray lately has been getting extra attention
8
from
and 1,
pundits.
and this is not even the first half.
They
They're
should do indeed
wrecking
remember this TSS spray downs.
Falcon.
I feel like
here.
I've got Dolby
And we
Atmos
were
on
missing
right
Tessus for the same reason in the first map. Here he's just out of bounds, out
Mouz
of
have
limits,
1 round at most.
unchained. They're trying to
That's
find
how it's starting to
one
feel. We've
round.
got 3 rounds left in
Even that
this
one
first
round
half.
that they won was because of that duo of Brolan
Mouz
and
have,
Spinks.
what, leaked out middle a few times,
Oh,
paused
not
on
even Brolan and
catwalk
Spinks,
for
sorry. I
about
think it
40
was
seconds
Zershin and
once.
Spinks. Or Tozzy and
doesn't feel like Falcons
Jimmy
have really
and
needed
Spinks.
to
I said
adapt
all their
the way
names.
that they've come out and
Arka bro
swung.
yen martirodo.
And the reason that Mouz don't have more of a half
Farming.
is
No,
because their
no,
set
no,
plays
no,
get
no.
shut down.
So we went for Shankranti.
Their defaults aren't netting them the opportunities.
Tanpatna.
When they made that comeback happen versus Astralis, Brolin made aggressive calls, but complimented them with his own entries.
Dexter didn't see him get in
male
that corner.
cows.
Brolin,
Cows,
he's going to catch him with a
male
Tech
cow.
9 dink.
And they like make it run over the fire, right? It's like a tradition. He was holding one of them.
But he
That
gets
is the
Tech
photo.
9 up close. They've gone ahead and opened up a
But
site.
it's Tessus.
They've gotten a man advantage to go with it. They've gotten a deep ticket swing
We believe
over.
in Tessus.
And Mouz, you know, kind of playing with a bit of timing. And it did
We
feel like
believe in
eventually
Tessus.
they could break through. Now, the matter of the fact is they still have to hang on. It'll be tough for Torji to offer up much pistol and
throw
two
one more.
nades.
Yeah, but look
But
who's
he dodges
approaching.
the second one. Fire spreads in the end and ends up burning him out of this.
Keep
So
an
we're
eye
going
on
to go 2
ticket.
versus
Keep
2.
an eye on
You've got
ticket.
Tessa sitting pretty. 15 kills, 1 death. Jimmy steps up.
No.
He's going to drop him. Kicksan jumping over. No way. How does he survive that cross? And how can he pull off this clutch with a smoke on top of bomb? That's how.
Oh, that's going to make it weird.
Brolin's going to get drawn back. Kicksan's going to try to stick this.
It's the wrong angle. He's hoping he's off.
He gets
He
it.
finds it in the end. Mouz will catch a second
no.
round, but only by the skin of their teeth.
Wow.
Bro, that was so close. You
Oh,
know
wow.
Miyake?
Yeah, the stars are out.
Ooh. Oh, there was a second
This
layer.
arena
They're
is
sitting
on
in
a
balcony
very short
seats.
list of special locations that have housed Counter-Strike majors.
Oh, wow.
10 years is a long time, like I said. We didn't know what we were coming back to. You've caught the world's attention, Cluj.
You make the win that much more special.
Tessus swinging top mid. We've still got
So
fireworks.
fast.
And
Oh no,
Kicksan
Jimmy doesn't
tucked
check this.
down
Jimmy will not
beneath,
check
trying
this.
to play what
Jimmy
Max
will not
does, and
check
he will
this.
be
This is
rewarded.
free.
Spam up to the palace.
He's
Rock
clairvoyant.
solid Falcons.
Bro, I mean, we got a
Oh,
2v4.
MG like-
We have one eco rush that works out because Dexter misses somebody.
I will
going
tell
out
this to
Apex,
MG
that's
when
Brolin.
we're on stream. We love Falcons. Mostly Nico and
Another set
Dexter.
play gets shut down instantly.
Shout out to you. Shout out to you. Whoever you are. We also
And
love
this time
Falcons.
it's even earlier. I mean, there's
But
been so many
for all of
situations
them.
where Falcons have one mid just playing a standard.
Magisk
or
is a
having,
major winner,
Texas
guys.
alone
You
as
can't
the
do that.
loose aggressive peak or jumping in an underpass, not seeing anything, and then taking the fights afterwards.
Show some
This one
love
they
to major
come
winners.
to their front
He knows
door.
everything. I call him. Nice.
Molly's missed, so they'll have to waste another one. And the reason is because their vision is totally
Wait,
blocked
where
off.
is
here. They
MG
just need to
from?
see if someone smokes this.
I keep forgetting
because it
because I've
opens
not
up
seen
options
him in
later
our
on in the rounds.
even when we
Beyond the redundancy and some of the opening
meet
moves
or
here from Mouz on
sometimes, I
this
don't
T
think he's
side,
from
I also have
Bangalore,
to say
MG.
with, you know,
Ah,
no insult
okay,
intended. This is the
That
Mouz
is
I
next
know on
level.
stage. Look at
That
the
even I
scoreboard.
will not believe.
We're talking about
Only
7
one-
kills for Spinks
only
and
one
not even
person
5
can
for
believe
anybody else. Like, how is that
Nice
the
flash.
same individuals that were back on Dust 2 rocking Falcons world?
That's what I'm saying. Maps change everything. And Falcons handled them last time here on Mirage.
They're doing it a second time. Final round of the half, 3 rounds T-side, best case scenario.
But you're right. Like, this is Exertion's most iconic map, I'd say, in terms of him going for connector control on T sides.
Oh, okay, okay.
They don't have it figured out yet. Let's see if they can frag their way into at least a third, because CT certainly will look better.
Oh, it's looking nasty in all the right ways. Spinks with a recovery kill towards the A site, but it's that triple spray down from Nico that also just dropped the bomb. And
Look at
Nico's
the
not able to
crowd
bag
going
a fourth.
crazy for
Jimmy's
Nico.
going to respond back with a D goal. They've only got 15 seconds. They really don't have time. Falcons, don't do this, okay? Just sit back, relax. You're all good. That bomb is supposed to be in Kicksan's vision. You literally can't lose unless you die. Okay. Kicksan's gonna make sure this one goes down smooth. That is double digits Falcons. Stellar CT side in map 2 of this best of 5 grand finals.
Some people are only tuning in now for this event, seeing Falcons play. It's the grand finals. A lot of people
no
are going to be just
problem.
watching
Don't
this
force it,
match,
it's okay.
and you are seeing a Falcons that have cultivated this ability. You know, we can actually believe they have.
See, man, at the end of the day, you should be working, having fun. Akka, your audio is muted, not going to my stream. See, one thing is to do work, earn, and live your life and have fun. So you buy stuff, you pay for that stuff with your own money, feels good. You earn that stuff, you pay for it, then feels good. You have fun, live. That's all. Inge channagide. ಮತ್ತೆ ಆನ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಡಿ ಇಲ್ಲ
They look like they're going to
I have to. You can't do this.
As soon as Exertion saw them.
We'll see if Tessa, who remains over towards the B site, can sell any kind of an
make it
additional
better,
fake.
but
Trying to keep this clever.
You know, he's got a flashbang.
Too much butter.
Past him.
Oh.
Nice
Man, I think
nice nade.
because it hit him, it did way more damage.
Yeah, that's Tessa sitting on 50. Magis down to a fifth of his starting health. Dexter to climb up window eventually. Defense is still 3 players strong on B. And Tessa's going to show a little more skin, but he's delaying it. Brolin, nice clean tap out from that A site. Looks to get back onto Ticket. And he's got a teammate with him, but it's a deep push up into the Palace. Look what Dexter's been able to do. He's locked into this doorway on Market. Xertion is his victim. No denying.
Oh, no.
Yeah, but the bomb's going to get spotted towards the A side. The rotation will come. They just need to get some kills.
There we go. Dexter scoops up the one. Brolin's still doing a great job of keeping attention towards Ticket. That could ultimately prime the Palace player to come back. Jimmy's now into the kill feed. Nico, he's got to now do this on his own. 1 versus 4. Swarmed.
Okay.
And that is Brolin keeping eyes on the connector climb up. Mouz letting Falcons come to them.
Absolutely. It was all about Brolin.
That's
He
gotta
went
hurt.
for the jump spot.
One second, I'll be
He
back.
knows that he's just trying to multiply his
keep this
presence
stuff
because there's a
back after
3B
I
setup here for
don't
Mouz.
want to let it
They
dry.
even lose the window timing. Falcons try to make the most of the fact that Exertion got a spot on them at top of mid. Brolin's jumping, spotting them from the A site. And him playing this aggressively, even though it looked like he's setting up chances for him to die, burns time off the clock. Puts him in a position like this. 15 seconds and they need to still get this plant down. Mouz doing an excellent job that round thanks to Brolin.
Nico's going to back up a second. Almost got hit by a bus. Jimmy just always playing with his nades.
One ball, Jimmy.
He's going to try to chuck it out. Nico now on the angle.
ads push ಮಾಡಬಹುದು.
Ooh, that looks immense. Tessas and Magis
The thing
nearly
that I'm
half their
saying
health
is
gone.
the ad that you just
Jimmy
saw,
leans
it's
back,
not me
and he's got
pushing.
Spinks to tether
It's
off
not
from the
the
cat hole,
broadcaster.
so I don't think you're getting out. That is an easy cleanup for Jimmy.
Yes. 4 frags, lots of money made off the MP9. Great start
This
to the comeback.
PGL you see? PGL is not pushing that ad.
Entirely possible on CT side.
It's
Listen,
being
all
pushed
my
by
criticism
default
there
by
for T side.
Twitch.
There was stuff to work
And
on. It didn't
the thing
work
is,
out.
now on YouTube,
But you switch over
you
to
would
CT
have to
and
time
these
it
guys
that
can
the
look
ad
like
needs to
all-stars
play
all
at
of a
these
sudden.
minutes, right? After
I think
every
there will be
30
some
minutes
pressure
or
here on
something.
Falcons, depending
Here
on
it's
if this
automatically
conversion
playing.
happens on the
It is
first
not
rifle
being
round.
timed. Like a
Nico
gap in the
currently
round, a
topping
break
the
in the
charts for
round, a
Falcons,
timeout
18 kills.
in the
Him
game.
and Tessas, man,
There's
really
an ad being
rock
played.
solid.
It's not the platform, it's not somebody pushing the ad.
We'll see how they get back into the game now that they're the ones who've got to swing.
You will
I
understand
think if I have to
when
say
you
one,
watch a
if I
lot
want
of
to
Twitch
define
streamers.
the signature
You'll get
call
an
itself,
idea about
Kickstand,
it.
even
Twitch
though it's still
streamers, they don't
emergent,
push ads.
still latent.
It randomly
Okay.
gets pushed.
I would say it's the rush call late in the game, and then it's the second rush call right after. He's comfortable trying that, even if it fails.
Ouch.
There's a comeback.
Nico pelted by frag grenades underpass, but there's not really any vision to go behind that for Mouz in mid.
Jimmy's just trying to terrorize them here in B, but he's got
I know that.
He's correct.
I
Another
know
jump
that.
spot. Be careful. Ooh.
Sees the bodies
I
on
know
the
there's a
approach.
button. We can push it whenever
This time
we want.
Spinks is a little bit busier with the mid play, so he's not here to help immediately. Oh, they've gotten out. At the very least, Magis has gotten himself a double entry with Kicksan offering up one before he went down. All it took was Nico bottom middle, serving up a distraction. That got
They're gonna
Spinks
save.
off holding
This round
window,
is done.
and
They'll
look
save.
what comes with it.
They completely killed the communication right there. There was no way. Both players are so busy with their own situations, and Jimmy just got that jump spot as Nico made presence inside of mid. It's perfect tethering here for Falcons, and just like that, a save in for Mouz, and Falcons will hit 11.
Let's go. Two more rounds.
Just a little
Falcons
presence
close
enough to
this
shake
map,
it up.
please.
There's nothing
fast.
too special about this round, but I think the key point
Yeah, our
is
team
that,
supporter,
let's
Falcons,
say
the
when
team
we
on the
watched
right, green
Dexter
color.
start with the op on the back of the site bench, and they had another player watching
Only
balls.
here.
That's the optimal setup versus a full B attack. When you have someone who is
For
pushing up
this
cat,
game.
like we saw Tessas do so many times, there are times where that player can get smoked out or is just too late to get into the fight to really help out. This is one of those moments. It's hard to say if Falcons created this moment.
Not right now.
Definitely by drawing attention into middle. Made
I don't think
happen perfectly.
I don't know
if
sure.
Nico would have been like, go now.
Because
you know what I mean? Sure. But they might have been paying attention
if
to
we own
he's
teams,
busy at
then
this second.
who will organize tournaments?
You know, we get
An organizer cannot have their own
Falcons
team.
here, and it's just a prime example of how to capitalize when the cap player is so important. Makes you wonder why Mouz kind of didn't dedicate more attention to B throughout their T side.
Full.
Tessas has hands busy middle. Maybe that site falters.
Come on, go run, get them
that's
down.
A bygone half.
This round they lose, it's done.
Xerxin praying to God. Somebody's going to save him here. He'll drop down into the underpass. Is
nice.
Able to
let's go.
Wow, dismantled.
Destroyed that setup.
Smoke grenade into the window. Tessas gets up close, but he's down to 30 health. So you think that maybe someone from Mouz could dunk a nade on him, but
I feel like they're missing some protocols right there. Like that was the plan. Xerxin dropping an underpass. They weren't even totally fighting top mid. Window was
yeah, long back danger, long back. Otherwise, I would have called any one of them. No.
Looked like a mission with no return.
He slept long back.
They pulled a goalie on the B side. Jimmy's moved his way up cat.
Is this too slow? Mouz just kind of sitting around.
This can be okay because with mid control is also fast rotations to both sides.
I really like how they've immediately cut the tempo sound.
We got Falcons flexing that.
And now they have to go.
Spotting. Roland takes him out. That's a nice find. We'll see if they speed up now.
It's also a good dink, though, back onto Brolin, so we'll hear what he can do with only 10 points of health.
Right side smoke comes out. I think they know there's no one in CT.
Yeah, he's going to try to rotate over to Ticket quickly, but by the time he gets there, won't really have an angle. There's a connector player, but that's Brolin on that low health. That's the easy pickup.
Nico.
Tessas plays it perfectly, just waits his time. The fact that
They know where
Torzi's
the
able to peel
is.
one player back could open the door.
They swung for that.
Torzi's looking to go a little deeper, and at the moment, they are not aware.
Oh, he's walking up.
Forward. He's looking for more here. 2 kills deep already for Torzi, but then nobody really presents. The third one found. He's going to have to do it all.
Torzi
It is 12. Both sides. Woo. AK rips their heads off.
That would have been frustration for Falcons.
What
if they
a
didn't pull
round,
off that
bro.
clutch. Torzi found a gap, but you know what? Shout out to Dexter for being very careful about the way that he planted that bomb.
Yeah.
They threw a CT
if Dexter's leg was spotted, the round would have been dead there itself.
With another
Tessas would have
fantastic
had a
round.
chance to save
2
it.
here to start, and the 1v2 in the end.
Yeah, it's Nico's.
Bro, Tessas has an insane ADR. Vijay, dinner was had long back and I just finished dessert now.
I mean, that's
I
the
had
cherry
a
on top
truffle
for
ice cream
this game for Tessas.
Sunday.
20-6.
Yeah, I mean, it's a wonderful round from both of the players left in a 1v1.
What about
They're
you,
sitting
Vijay?
on 3
Did you
kills
have
each as they
dinner
clash.
or
Tessas still
dessert
makes the
or what?
difference, and he has been doing that all map long.
Bro, Tessas, how many kills is
think
he
I've seen
sitting
a
at?
single
20
eco
and
frag,
6.
What? How's that possible?
Quality kills only.
He's on a 3
This game was gonna be
KD.
sloppy. That mistake. Oh.
Oh.
You can't make this shit up.
Oh my god, Tozzy, look at that.
Hey, the mayor's here.
Oh, excuse me, sir. Utility dropped out by Torzi's MP9, still standing on the ladder.
Sir, let me. Oh, go have danger. Oh.
That's what you get.
I think we're going to map 3 here, folks. Doesn't seem to me like Mouz are going to be able to offer much on Mirage. Again, we've had a recent head-to-head between the teams. It's nice to see that Mouz could do what they did last time by picking up Dust 2, and I think it's a real testament that they won it so convincingly. But there was no world where Falcons were going to tiptoe into this best of 5 and drop the ball.
1v3 with the
Spinks has brought a wealth of
MP7.
experience, and he's trying to teach them how to win, but it will not happen on Mirage.
Third map.
Buckle up. We got Counter-Strike on the menu tonight.
That's how I want to train my throat to be. Like how you heard Scrawny right now. Buckle up. We have Counter-Strike tonight.
I love you.
No, I don't. Thumbnail ನೀವ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದ? Yes, I myself made the thumbnail. Okay, now let's again recheck. Okay. Last map is Train. Falcons have a lot of experience on this map. Mouz, it seems like they've never played it. So Mouz have already won their map, right? And then we went to Mirage, clear victory for Falcons. And again, Train is clear victory for Falcons. Inferno is for both, so that's the reason the graph is like that. PGL full form, I forgot. PGL full form. Here, Professional Gamers League. I forgot. Professional Gamers League, PGL. See, such a simple full form that is. Professional Gamers League. So, Anubis is out of question. None of the teams have played. That's why Inferno is also not a great map. That's the reason it also got banned. Anubis also got banned. Then Nuke was also banned. Nuke and Ancient could have been picked. Ancient was 50-50. You could see the decision, but I think they decided not to play. Title alli eno hakidira alla yenadu explain ಮಾಡಿ. Title is Falcons versus Mouz, and PGL is the tournament organizer's name. Cluj-Napoca is the place where the tournament is happening. There's a place in Romania called Cluj. Cluj-Napoca. Sorry, Romania. I said Romania only. Day before yesterday, I said Serbia. In Romania, it's a city. Cluj is a city. Cluj-Napoca. That's where the tournament is happening. And 2025 the year. Grand finals. Co-stream is I have watch party stream rights from PGL. Russia la Romania. Romania. Russia, it seems. Russia. In Russia also tournaments have happened. I forgot one of the tournaments' name. It was, as far as I saw the stories of Blay, it was snowing there. Literal snow. Okay, it is time to take break. I will also take a 5 minutes break before this game starts, and then we will continue the final map to see who is the winner. Danger, you also take a break. I'll be back.
Great warm-up, right? Because they were just absolute turrets, Rich. And I just want to highlight, I agree, 100% agree with Dust over here. For Mouz, it just felt a little one-dimensional. They're like, oh, we're going to play from mid. You know what Falcons did? Apart from the first few rounds where they fought mid a little bit, they're like, take mid, have mid, come into short, come into connector. And Mau, you pointed out, Nico plays very antiquated position towards connector. But man, if we're just going to be killing everyone coming in there, screw it, just be the turret.
Yeah, that's the problem, Maui. It's like, I agree with your assessment, but the problem is if you cannot win the duel anyway, it's largely irrelevant what style of play you play.
Falcons had Mouz exactly where they wanted him. Every single time, just letting them take some of that space, but then funneling them into new choke points. Yes, the kill feed is going to look ridiculous here, or the scoreboard, that is. You had two guys in Nico and Tessis that combined to 280 ADR on the CT side.
I made an executive decision. I told production they're just both the MVP. We're not even going to try.
Let's give it out to both of them.
Yeah.
Because they worked in tandem so well together as well. If I had to pick one, it'd be this guy, Tezes, the Spray Lord. That's what the kids are calling him. He's just so good. He's got some of the best recoil control in the game. He is very good at multi-fragging, but
look
also,
at that.
yeah, he just showed. I mean, look, yeah, exactly what we're talking
Rich,
about.
you asked me the very question. What can you do to shut down Xerxes? Can you do it? This is it. This is what we said. Like, Nico plays Akon well, and Tessa swings off Cat and says, look, I'm going to make mid my area, my turf, and he did. I mean, the heat map shows it very clearly.
Yeah, and then, look, here's your other MVP. Like, it's this guy, because of course it is, because it's Nico. The crowd were going absolutely bonkers for him because, of course. But, I mean, he doesn't just get the good numbers. He actually had some insane, flashy moments here as well.
What I loved about this performance, Richard, is that we got Tessis in an arena doing what he does in studios, okay?
Yes.
That's a big jump up for him, because at times throughout these playoffs, he's been a bit quiet. We got Nico highlights as well, and he's a guy that we know is going to deliver in the big moments, the small moments. moments.
in here too. Remember, they're both the MVP.
Exactly. They shared duties in just taking everybody down. And also, the help defense. If their A player, if their B player was getting swarmed, they were so quick to pivot to help out and establish immediate crossfires that made it just impenetrable across all bomb sites on Mirage.
And you can see in the highlights as well, right? Initially, the first 3 rounds, they're being aggressive in your face for the side of Mouz. And then they're like, all right, as we said, we're just going to be playing a crossfire right there. And listen, when you have someone like Nico and Tess playing their A, their S+ game, even if you're Mouz, even if you might have the right protocols, you're just going to get completely swarmed. This particular highlight from Nico, just like tapping away, just pure raw skill and display, and Mouz had no answer.
Everybody gets better next to Nico. Everybody that plays in any proximity, it's like the ludicrous circle of happiness. The closer you are to him, the happier you are. Because we're seeing the effects of G2 without this guy. Now we're seeing the effects of Tess in arena next to this guy. The way he's able to tether off of his other mid defender is just brilliant stuff. And you know that he's controlling it. We know that he's the secondary voice, and he's probably the primary when it comes to the defense on this one.
And I think it harkens back to kind of a point that was made in a recent interview where the team talked about how, yes, Nico is our star player, yes, Dexter's a flashy opera, but we want to give Tessis more agency. And they were very specific about where they wanted it. It was on the CT side. They wanted to put him in areas where he can be impactful, where he can go for plays, where he can use his aggressive nature to his advantage to help his squad. And that's exactly what he did that entire first half of Mirage.
Yep, and we've got some rounds as well, just while we're on the point. We're going to combine 7 of 9. It's like the Borg. What have you got for us, Blair?
Well, it's basically just the game plan from Falcons, for nothing too crazy. But what was surprising for me is the fact that Mouz didn't adapt, didn't change. Take a look at round number 7 here. It's going to be a fast play coming out from the side of Mouz. Brolin gets taken down. They put Dexter towards B. They're not finding any opposition towards mid. They're coming to the bomb site, so they're just coming in one after the other. They're like, we got to find a kill. They're not really executing it. They're not using utility, just walking in one by one. Jump a couple of rounds later, because round number 8 was an eco. And this is going to be, again, nothing at mid. Just a default utility. They find no one, and then they creep once again up towards short and see what Tessis does.
Sometimes when you're an in-game leader in these kinds of positions where you take all this space and generally unperturbed, this time around Tessis mows him down on Cat, sure, but you get Cat, you get Con, you think to yourself, okay, we're in such a prime position to split the bomb site, but sometimes you trip at the last hurdle. You're not unable to actually convert on the actual split, and if you're used to being a team that is getting those kills in the mid-fight, sometimes it just feels like you were gifted so much space you don't even know what to do with it.
Exactly.
And those are the growing pains of a new team like Mouz, who have to really work on now the finishers, getting the last 20 seconds of the strat to really work out in their favor.
And we go from 7 and 9 to round 11.
And this is when I want to give credit to Kixen, right? They've been playing so passive thus far. And round number 11, late in the half, what do they do? 4 players just pushing up mid. Mouz haven't had to face any fights at mid, and it just completely mowed him down. And Mouz said, all right, A should be empty. Kixen's supposed to be playing B. He's at A, he's at a shadow. He gets everyone, shuts them down.
What's he doing there?
I don't know.
What's he doing there?
That's exactly what
Whatever he wants. Whatever he wants.
Exactly.
That's what he's doing.
He's in Brolin's head, man.
That was a cerebral and just a physical beatdown from the side of Falcons.
So I'm going to toss this one up to you, Dust. I will say this. I think you correctly identified one note is the right word. And even there in the highlights, while we're waxing lyrical about how good Falcons were, the problem you've got is in a well-drilled team. We've talked about the importance of trading when we were watching FaZe, for instance. There wasn't even an opportunity for a trade in a lot of those cases. The players just weren't spaced right, positioned right. They couldn't capitalize. So, you know, if you lose a duel and some guy picks immediately and you trade out, that's okay. That just wasn't happening. So what went wrong?
Yeah, I mean, the basics of trading efficiency is spacing. And you're clearly correct. That wasn't there. But also, it's just a lack of utility usage. You know, it's a lack of creativity. And at some point in time, when you're going mid over and over and over again, and you're not finding any success, like, yeah, you might find that first layer of map control. That don't mean jack shit if you can't get in the site and get the bomb down or get some frags on the board. And they weren't getting any of that. They're getting out-fragged, clearly.
He prefers to be called John shit, by the way. I've heard that.
Well, you know, we'll go ahead and pivot that if we need be. But I think we just need to see them actually call some real tactics. Like, be a real IGL, call some real strats, and stop just throwing your head up against the brick wall and being stubborn.
And again, that's because of the learning promise for Brolan, right? He's wondering, okay, how do I crack the puzzle? He's relying on the individual to pull off something, which is what they did on Dust 2. However, Falcons had a great game plan, and unfortunately, Brolan didn't have an answer.
I mean, I do think just to stay on the Brolin topic before we set up the next map, I do think that's the worst T-side he's called at this tournament. Is that fair, or is it up there?
One of the worst.
Early on in the tournament, he had some stinkers. Like, I think 2 round halves on the T side also. So maybe it was 3. But in terms of how we have seen this team progress, in terms of now what we expect of them, given they made it to the grand finals, I think you could say with context it's the worst.
Okay, so the bad news, if you're a Mouz fan, is that they probably should be 2-0. It was their map pick. You might be a glasses half full kind of person at home, right? You're probably thinking, nah, it's all right. You traded it out. It's now just the best of 3. Here's the problem. The next map is Nuke. This is just Nico's playground. Like, I'd be terrified if I was Mouz now. I think I'm going behind in the series. I should be comfortably ahead in because Nico does what he wants on this map. Once again, Dust, I'm going to come to you to set this up. What is it that Falcons do so well here?
What Falcons do really well is in a quick amount of time with this unit, they have shown a great diverse T-side that is indeed led by Nico. He's their yard player on both sides of the map, but he's so much more than that. He's incredibly dynamic and mobile. You're never really going to see him play things the same way. They like to just kind of break loose and really just control that outer yard, threaten upper from all areas. They can obviously go for the typical back hauls pushes as well. And the other big thing is Mouz. I want to highlight him very quickly. Most lobby players you think of as just a guy holding pushes. Mouz is not that guy. He's going to peek hut. He's going to look for entries. He's going to try to pick down ramp. He's going to try to fight Jimmy. Like, he is a guy on this map in particular who can be a bit more of a playmaker for me.
And also got to remember the last time Falcons played the Eternal Fire on this very map, in this very arena, Xantares, one of the best riflers we have in the world, was bullied into oblivion by the side of Falcons. So Exertion, we talked about the Exertion-Nico matchup, and we saw how Exertion kind of failed on Mirage here. He has a lot of work to do here.
The one thing that, when you bring up the Xantares point bleh, that concerns me is that he wasn't necessarily blindsided in those. He was actually taking 50-50 duels with people like Tessus, people like Nico, and just losing. Like, his mechanics were not up to snuff on that map 3 that actually eliminated them. And I think Exertion's shown up today. I think he is here. So I don't know if the early stage opening pick is going to go the way of Falcons as easily as it did versus EF.
And if anyone's curious, I do believe that is a salted caramel Twix. That is the secret of all of Nico's powers. The secret is out now.
Now
you too can be like him at home. Sign me
This
up,
segment
Twix.
sponsored by.
I was going to say, sign me up. I need sponsors. No, but like seriously, I would be really afraid if I was Mouz. I think Falcons on this map, it's not that it's clinical. It's not that it's high-level tactics. It's just that you've got this wild card player that's just moving around the map. Like just some monster in a nightmare you can't get away from. That's how Nico plays.
Sorry.
And the thing is, for the side of Mouz right now, this is a must-win. I have Falcons winning Ancient when it comes to it. Right now, the problem is, again, the T side has been a problem for Mouz. Like, not all the time, but we've seen it being a problem. We saw it in Mirage as well. On the CT side, Kixon, now when you brought this up, Kixon, just as an anchor, he can multi-frag. We saw an Ancient, and then upper bomb side, actually, he's one of the highest.
Is that wrong?
Than Magisk on his CD side of Nuke. And also Dexter. We saw him just be a turret, combat opping with the AWP as well against Eternal Fire. That is a problem.
Oh, this is a best of
Kixon
5.
has been saving Magisk behind on that bomb site. In fact, when this map's about to start on the defense, I think Magisk is going to probably do his
pulling
best
an all-nighter
today. But I love you.
We're pulling an all-nighter. I'm back.
But seriously, just try a couple more.
It's a best of 5. I thought it's a best of 3. Cyrus, what part are you from in India? I'm from Karnataka. It's a state towards the south of India.
All outer wall pushes. It can't just be one note. Like, you need to be able to play
in a city called Bangalore. I know, man.
You know? You're gonna have to start going for plays.
All of a sudden, why did you ask?
Forget Nuke. You let Train through.
By the way, welcome to the stream, Cyrus. I don't know if I'm seeing you for the first time. I'm not too sure, but welcome to the stream. Do not forget to hit the follow. Let me remove the AFK one.
He loves anchoring that ramp. You know, they're opera. Torzi very comfortable, very good at being mobile defensively with the
You are mixing Tamil, Cyrus.
I need all of that all at the same time.
That's Tamil that you're mixing. That's another state in south part of India. That's Tamil Nadu. In Karnataka, there's a lot more languages. Hale Kannada, Kannada, Tulu, Konkani. I know both. So that's why you mixed both, Cyrus.
I'll just say to Falcons right now. Things
Nice,
are not
nice to
gonna
see
go
you.
as
Welcome
well
to the
as
stream,
they
and
did
don't
when you
forget
played
to hit
Eternal
the
Fire. You
follow.
will not be
How are
getting
you?
an
Where
open
are
pick
you from? I have
every
to ask
single
you
time
that.
you're fighting
Now
for
that you
outside
asked
yard
me,
control.
you know
I wanna
a
see
little
what the
bit of
second
me. I
stages
need
are
to know a
looking
little
like
bit
because
of
they
you.
are
Where are you
still
from?
a fresh roster in their own capacity, and so it'll come down to the mid rounds from Kixan, the voice from Nico, and for everybody to
This
put
is
the
the
picture
best
together.
of
We've
5
just
of
bought
all
2
the things
minutes.
I was
think
thinking it
there's
was
a
the best of 3.
PC swap
I'm like,
going
okay,
on.
next
Sorry to
map
talk
we'll
about
end and we'll
Spinks.
be able
I
to
feel like he's
sleep.
been a
My
little bit
mother tongue
subdued, a
is
little bit
Kannada. I'm
quiet
from
in this
Chennai.
final so far,
Oh, damn.
but hoping he's going to be able to pop off a
Cyrus
bit more
3.
for them because his firepower, his
Is it
experience
somebody that I know who's
Indeed
trying to
it
pull
is,
my
but
leg with
again,
the
I think
different
this
Twitch
team is
account?
trying to use him in a more active way.
There's
than
a
what he has been
person called
used in the
Kyo that
past.
I know
They're
who
trying
tried to do this
you know,
to me
sometimes on Vitality, he
on
would just be
Twitch.
kind of a lobby
Then I
role
was
player,
very
but now he's
confused
not
and
that guy.
eventually
He's
he
just
revealed that
out
it
of
was
yard,
him.
trying to assist the rest of his team and getting some
I got you.
control. And Xerxes
I
didn't
am
give
on
us backup,
HL
you know,
TV.
either to help him entry or to at least trade off
Hello?
him to get some space. And so I think Spinks is pivotal, not only for just the way that they're trying to implement him tactically, but he's the veteran on the team next to Brolin.
I'm
He's
on
the guy
HL TV?
that has the pedigree of being on stages like this very well with Vitality and hoisting trophies and
One
doing
A,
big things.
And they have
PGL,
Vitality
Slam.
on Nuke as well,
Yeah,
right,
exactly.
historically. So, I mean, here we go.
Yeah,
The
there
crowd
we
is
go.
staying with us. You're going strong.
No,
right
I can't
now.
see you. I don't
Wouldn't swap
know.
this
I
crowd
can't
for
see.
anything.
100%.
You got me through
one thing I
HL
want to
TV,
touch
bro.
upon, T-side
Yo.
for the side of Mouz Torji. We
I've
have
been
said
trying
it-
to
said
list
this again
myself
without showing
on
at
HL
the
TV
helm
for
telling
a
him what to
long
do.
time
That's
now.
when he was his best on the T
It's
side.
not
He's going to get his
happening.
op in his hands at some point or the other. How much more impact can he find?
I
Because
don't
if he
know.
doesn't,
It doesn't matter,
it
man.
might be a
You're
done-so
watching me.
beyond
I'm more than happy.
It's going to be tough for them.
I'm more than
I will
happy
say.
for
I
that.
mean, I think that really the bulk of the work
Thank
for
you so
Mouz
much.
has to be done on their CT side. If they're able to snuff out some of those
Chennai,
opening
nice.
attempts from the Falcons
I
side,
work for a
then
company in
things might
Chennai.
actually go their way. But all in all, I don't know. I'm in some way, I'm getting a little bit worried for Mouz. I feel like they put their best foot
I
forward
was
there
in
on Dust 2.
Chennai for
Falcons
like
have now
a
heated
year,
up into the series and the way that we
from
expected them
around
to.
21
They're
to
not just losing dumb
22
fights. They're look like
almost.
they've clearly connected there. Like Bless said, I mean, Dust 2 was a warm-up, and now it really feels like you're getting the full force Falcons.
to
And I think the key
Zonic's
component
speech.
is, you know, we haven't really seen Falcons grow into an arena run. They haven't had one. They look unflappable. Zonic looks more like his old self. All the criticism he's come in for. I'll tell you one thing. When he takes the time out, it seems to do something
You want
for
me
the
to go
team.
to the
When
coach's
it's like
page?
marshalling the troops in the huddle, they haven't lost belief in him, even if the community have. And, like, they seem to just be unflappable right now. A new
Okay.
level of confidence out of Falcons.
Yeah, I mean, it's one of those things where the heroic core that make up Falcons weren't really known for their nuke, if we're being perfectly honest. But I think Nico almost single-handedly
Where do you
changed
see
their
here?
ability to play this map, just on how dynamic he is as a player. And it's on both sides of the map. Yeah, he can lead attacks, but it's also about how good he is at reading where he needs to be.
Where does it show
reading
here?
when he can
Scroll
go for
all the way
retakes,
down.
How to play them. I think
Info.
his diversity as a player really is what strength up their
Oh,
nuke and also
I
being
am
that key second
listed.
voice that they needed.
Also, I'm looking at this
Yo.
guy, seeing on a camera right here, right? Tess
I am
he
here.
can be hit and miss. We've seen this. We've
This
seen
is
in the tournament,
me.
We've seen it in the group stage. We saw it in the arena
I am
on day
listed.
one as well. But if he's playing the way
Thank you so
he
much.
is
I
right
did
now
not
on
know I was
Mirage, the way
listed
he
in
was just
HL
he was
TV.
unbeatable. Like, you were not
Yo.
winning any duel against him.
One,
Now
I'm
he's
coming
playing to
for
his
you.
ramp, man.
Yes, you're all the way on the top. I'm all the way. See, second last, and he's the second from the top.
But part of the defense. You have Kixan and Max
On
towards
it.
outside, right? You have Nico
Wait and
towards
watch.
outside, towards upper. You have Nico towards outside. You have Dex is going to be everywhere.
Goal,
Combat, offing.
goal.
Where are we going to target?
Damn,
Well,
see?
when they do target
Second, let's
somewhere
go,
where they're
man.
gonna
Thank you
have
so
to do
much,
it like
Cyrus.
how they
This
did
error
it
is for you.
in the past, and that is the group up. running
Error for you
know,
again.
we've got the firepower. We
Damn,
can trade efficiently. They didn't do it on
I've
Mirage.
applied
It's very
like at least
uncharacteristic.
2-3 times.
They've got to obviously rally and fix that. But I think
And
they
this is
can
the first time
isolate
ever.
some
I
players
think
on Falcons
it
here and
has
get
to be
things going.
Falcons for me.
And I want to see that once they do that.
But I think
how
Mouz
is Sonic
has
gonna
a
react?
better
Because
chance
he was such a big
down the
question mark in
line.
previous
I mean,
season,
going
the
back to
previous
the
year,
map veto
missing
again.
2 majors in a row with this Falcons core.
I
in
think
some
if
ways, one that
Jimmy,
was very tried and tested,
Brolin,
working with the initial
Xerxes is already
Snappy,
firing.
Modern, Sunpias,
Tozzy
and
is
now
already
he's starting to
firing.
prove
If
himself. He's starting to prove
Jimmy
that he
and
can work with
Brolin
in-game
just
leader, prove that he's working
get
with
together,
Nico.
it has to be
Are the
them.
players doing too much though? So I want people to pay attention
map veto.
after the timeout. What are the
You
shifts?
see
What are
here,
the
this
adjustments? Yes.
Duster
Are they
should
gonna
have been
they go for some
Falcons,
different
they
kinds of
messed
play?
up pretty
Is he gonna
bad.
simplify things,
Nuke
throw in
is
a
Nico's
curveball in
map.
terms of
I
just a
know
set
it
strategy?
is,
Because
but you see, look at this win
Zonic has really been
percentage
the ire of so many people that have
on
just been
Mouz.
hate watching Falcons.
And
They've
if you
targeted a
watched
lot of
yesterday's
that
game,
towards
the
him.
main
It's not
reason
appropriate
for
before we get in one
Mouz
match,
to
but we still
qualify
don't
here
have
was
PGL
Nuke.
when we're going live. He
They
didn't help
wrecked
himself with the
phase
meat
on
dealer.
this map
Not one
yesterday.
bit. Saying that people are going to get
So,
their fair chances, but then
I
they
don't
obviously
know.
We're already out the door.
Jimmy is
Saying I never
insane on
wanted
this
that
map.
team that I said that I wanted
Torzy
and loved and adored.
Torzy opts
You know, it's
from
like,
Literal hut. He's like, you guys walk out of hut, I'll kill you.
Even though he was such a beloved and respected figure. I mean, you cannot
Exactly,
forget
FaZe
that
is
he
still
has
recovering.
five
They
majors,
lost
that he's
today
done it with
also, the
different
third place
cores,
match.
Done it with different lineups.
Bro,
So for
FaZe,
him now
my
to finally
friend,
put the pieces together,
day before
I wanna
yesterday, we were
see
just
the
discussing
live
this and he's like, no bro,
environment,
FaZe is
adjustments
going
like
all the
that.
way to the finals. And Astralis is not going to make it. Danger, there's a person on Twitch. This is what I told you, right? I have viewers from all across. So there's a person on Twitch who's messaging. I'm talking to him. FaZe is recovering from yesterday and now is still recovering of what happened today. They lost the third place match.
We saw the FaZe game when Ancient, the way they handled it. They're like, okay, our B's weak. What are we going to do? We're going to go for the mid control, lane control.
I don't know what happens to FaZe in all of the playoff matches. Anytime they go to LAN, they're like this. Mess things up. You guys are on a Discord? No. I'm streaming on YouTube as well. Twitch and YouTube at the same time.
Like we do with the core, this team was very capable.
So there's another viewer on YouTube who's watching me.
The course of the end of last year, the Shanghai
Yes, Danger, I'm streaming on Twitch. That's what I was telling you from the very start. Why do you think I was complimenting Twitch? That it's a better streaming platform.
Look, I think people slept on Mouz just a little bit. Yeah, you know, Falcons struggled.
Exactly, Cyrus. See, one guy agrees to me. Let me come there. Yes, it's Sanat Sam 1210. People don't understand that. People think that YT is the platform. Go Falcons, go. Yeah, another Falcon supporter. Let's go. What are you supporting, Cyrus?
Be a little bit of a playmaker in some of those solo positions and have the intuition on when to make a play and when to hold back.
Do you want to join?
That's what makes this team so balanced.
We're talking about Zonic all this while, right? I have to now ask, or rather, talk a bit about Cyclone as well.
Yeah, he definitely
we've been talking about
if you want,
so much so far.
Go Falcons, go. Danger joining the call. My boy Nico, of course, exactly, bro. The whole BT arena is supporting Nico.
Yo, jibber jabber, as Mr. T would say. And let's go back to
and imagine the first time they make it to the grand finals and they win.
They just never stop.
They asked for a little extra time.
Yeah, we let them have it. Cluj,
they actually have extra time. See, this is what I like in international desk. They pull each other's leg. They have a lot of fun. There's so good camaraderie in between them that it's really nice to watch. I think there's a lot more adaptation that has to evolve here in India. Yeah, Launders in scrawny.
Very clutch, guys. Connor was a little too shy to
Taking rest. Done, no problem. I just asked. This is last match. No, Danger. This is a best of 5. My assumption that this was a best of 3 was wrong. Because there was a third place match. Generally, the best of 5 happens only if there is one match on that given day. This is surprising to have 2 matches.
Shut down the city. We're playing Counter-Strike.
I mean, CS is always good for a best of 5, bro. Hands down. It has to be a best of 5. But they like stopped it.
He's just teleported into the A site. They had
oh damn, okay cutie. Take rest, man.
Right underneath his nose.
Noise, let's go.
That is a nice
Brolan.
That suddenly turns this one back on its head. Falcons look
they
like they
still
had that
have a
A-site
chance.
completely
3v4.
under wraps.
How many matches remaining? This is the third. If Falcons win the next 2, then it is going to get over, or we go to the 5th match. Same goes for Mouz. If Mouz wins the next 2 matches, we win. Ooh, Tessus and Dexter. Xertion. I don't think there's a chance. Not like this. Torzi is too far away. Doesn't have a kit. Round's done. There you go. Exactly, Cutie. It's a best of 5 and there was already a best of 3 third place match today. That's why I'm surprised that this is a best of 5. When the map veto came, I was like, they banned this. No.
This is going to be a full default.
Have you seen Imperial Valkyries match?
All right.
I thought teleport.
Yeah, Astralis in FaZe, exactly. Astralis won, bro. FaZe choked there as well. FaZe lost a third place match. FaZe lost the qualification grand finals match. How?
It had to be because
PGL is always best of 5. I mean, yes, but I assume they might be all following the trends of, you know. But yeah, the major was also best of 5.
We'll get the force back for Mouz, of course. See what they can offer up. You know, as the desk so eloquently put it, this could very well be the beginning of the end. We've got Train as a 5th map, never seen by Mouz. We've got Nuke where Falcons thrive.
No, it's a best of 3. See, that's what.
Close though, a little bit of struggle.
Copenhagen was a best of 3. A lot of people, this is a weird thing. They always twiddle between best of 3s and best of 5s randomly.
fumbled this one.
That's not a
And
round
Mouz
to
make that
lose.
force by work.
Nobody
Crushed
ever
at
liked best of
every
threes in
single
CS.
peak. They tried the upper
It,
hit.
CS
and,
never
well,
felt
let
like
that
it was
5-7
CS
ring
if it was a
off
best
like
of three. It
rains
just felt
in the
like
last
a
match.
breeze.
My goodness.
Oh,
Shut
something
down on the A
happened.
site.
Best of threes
got
were
really
never
quiet
fun.
Yeah.
It never brought out emotions. We like the thrill of best of fives, exactly.
Rolling, exposing the squeaky player.
Bro,
Works
by
out for
best
him.
of,
Jimmy
by the
then just
time
layers
we
up,
play
kills
all the
Nico with
5
last
maps,
guy
I mean
forward.
they play all the 5
And all
maps,
right, we've got a force war
emotions
back and
from the
forth.
crowd
Takes a little
is
wind out of the sails.
on a
for
next
sure.
level high. It's insane. And for the
Dexter
players,
talked about
it's
how in
like
Dust too, we saw
nerve-wracking.
glimpses
They're
of a
drenching in
good
their
day
own
of
sweat.
CS,
It's
out
like
of them, great
mind-rattling
shots.
for them
But a
of all the
mirage, he just
stats that
wasn't
they've been
needed.
using. It's
Now
insane
on
stuff.
Nuke, this is the litmus test of all great oppers.
Bro, Falcons
a map
didn't
that
have to
has,
lose that second
aptly
round.
brought up on the desk
you
has
don't do
improved
this.
with Nico. As Dust said, Heroic weren't exactly known for Nuke, but Nico obviously is. And I've always said having Nico on Nuke is like having 6 players on a team. He can instantly make this map so much easier just by playing outside
The decider
by
is
himself.
strained. That's
on
the
both
only
sides.
thing I have.
Not just by
If
playing
it
by
was any
himself,
other map, it
like
would have been
Maui's
nice. If
put
it was
everybody
ancient
who plays
decider, it
next to
would have
him
been even
simply got
better.
Not a good smoke. They will pop this. Jimpat has to be careful.
Exactly.
We'll see if
First
he
to
can fuel
13,
a
it
charge
ends
into
so
the ramp.
fast. Best of
Oh.
threes
Tech 9
are not
start.
fun.
Dorsey, scout damage, great. Deagle's gonna try to chase him. That's another tag.
Best
So
of
now
threes
all of
feel
the
more
bars
like a
for
show
Falcons
match.
look low, except
in the
for
grand
Dexter,
finals.
and you have just suddenly given Dexter a scout, plus the Magis Galil now.
The HP almost doesn't matter in this position. They do have 3 players that are extremely low, but this is just a matter of one more player getting caught off guard. That's what they have to be worried about. Spinks is making a good
there
move,
a
coming back
chance?
through the other side of
They
ramp
have
to make sure they aren't
Khalils,
going heaven.
AK, M4.
Exertion playing sneaky. He
Oh,
can't
they-
see everything.
I don't know.
This dark
low
position is
HP
very
costs
tough
them.
to clear
Surely
and-
Xerxes just able to clean up. They figured out where he is.
Magis
Nico
doesn't
gets
have
killed
health.
trying to join them on lower. Magis unable to get that bomb down.
Dexter has
also
a
done for. Xerxes,
scout.
solid 3K recovery. Majority alive there for Mouz as
Yo!
things look sketchy for a second.
Was
Okay,
yeah, again one bad
Mugundan.
smoke.
Welcome to the
You
stream.
managed to get that close to the choke
Head on
point
to
over
you.
on ramp, and
Head on to you, Mugundan. Welcome, how are you doing?
As they ran through on the other side.
Link. 1 second.
Torsey dying, it gets scary, but in the end, no bomb plan even. What Mouz are trying to do right now is break their awkward performances recently. At Shanghai, they had 5 straight wins on Nuke. And 4 of them were
Cyrus here.
single
Oh,
digits for the other team.
Cyrus,
But
you,
in their last 4 games,
Wow.
they've only won once.
you turned around
and
from
it's
Twitch to
single-digit
YouTube.
losses
Nice.
in their 3 losses.
Welcome, welcome.
So,
See,
not on
Danger,
form at the
you're
moment.
unable to find me.
Wonder if we call that the
Cyrus
shooting
from
difference.
Twitch ended up coming on YouTube so quickly.
Because if I were to ask you who 2 of the biggest breakout IGLs were in the last couple of years, who are the 2 people you really
That's my
think of,
Twitch.
Londers?
The man you mentioned, Shuhei,
Welcome to my YouTube
Kicksan,
as well.
Called for Apex.
And
in
so
that
Your name is
Mouz,
Mugundan.
They're here right now trying to
Nice
prove
to
that
meet
they
you,
can
man.
do it without Shuhei. And that is a possibility. We've seen what they're able to offer
I think
so
Mouz
far in
is,
playoffs, but
I mean,
present
I'm
a
not
problem
too
for
sure.
them.
Not
only
that
do you have to
Shu
do it
is
without Shuhei, now you
not
have
that
to do
great,
it against
but
Kicksan. These are the 2
I think
big
Shu
IGLs that
kind of
kind of put themselves forward in recent years.
gave
A lot of
them
the
that
difference could
initial
very well boil down to that
victory
calling.
with ESL Season
You know, props
19
to the players
Pro
on
League.
Mouz being able to keep
But
this
after that, I
system
don't
in
know. Maybe it
place.
never worked for Mouz and they switched to
They kinda
Broline and
switch
this
out the
looks
head of the
really good
Gundam.
from Mouz. Jimmy is on
They've
form. They have
definitely figured out
Spinks.
how to punch and kick.
Insane.
The counter-strike's
Danger,
the 50 man's
welcome.
game. Mow down,
See,
force
that's
Spinks.
why I said they have
Surgeon
Spinks.
gets
He has
one
so
out.
much experience.
As you'd
Air on
anticipate,
to you,
blocks
Danger.
Don't do much.
Welcome
That's
to
nice
my
from the
Twitch.
perspective of rotations covering each other, rifle work, everything, and keeping
What
everyone
happened? What
alive.
happened,
It's a
Cyrus?
good
Why
way
are
to
you
start
holding
building
your
a
head?
lot of bank. It's the only way to fortify a CT side. CT sides are about streaky.
I think
You can't
Spinks'
build up
addition is
economy for
working
lost
really
rounds.
well for Mouz.
You've got incendiaries that are more expensive, M4s that are more expensive.
Cadian.
Damn, you got the Katie.
Let's go. Bro, I
gotta
want
be off his
Falcons
back.
to win, bro. Get back. After
yeah,
such an
here's the new one,
incredible
yeah.
mirage, you can't start losing rounds like this.
Xerxes
Oh,
down
look
the
at
bottom of the silo.
Xerxes,
Here we
bro.
go. First guns for
No.
Falcons. It's a delayed attempt
No
of a T side.
way.
All
And
because you couldn't
first buy
convert
round.
versus
Seriously.
lesser weapons, but Desk spent ample amounts of time highlighting Nico outdoors. I mean, Richard was shaking in his little boots.
Done danger, no problem.
Talking about how scary this was supposed to be. Zershin, not too concerned about it.
And there's nobody on silo now.
Took a glance, but no commitment. Torzi's little bait works out, and he rotates in.
Spinks again.
Head down while boosted, easy pickups.
Oh my God!
Why not Spinks? CT said, yeah, I know, but
that was amazing out of Spinks. Another fluid moment of rifling.
Yeah, in Twitch you cannot reduce the stream
He's
quality.
absolutely stepped up to the challenge of changing jerseys.
That's why I said Twitch gives you the best.
A wonderful honeymoon.
Let's go, Falcons.
A little whack-a-mole moment.
We should start. This is why Spinks.
I mean, this is an
I think Apex is like the best. If Apex stops playing, he can be one of the best coaches like Zonic right now is.
Right at the end too, just insane. Moment of mechanics out of Spinks.
I have unlimited internet, so for me no problem.
Currently 1-0 for the CT.
Even on my mobile data. I think it depends on your SIM.
Nico's got that Desert Eagle, and Nico with little to lose.
Your network provider.
Set up by Tess.
Let's hope Nico gets enough rounds as a buffer here on the T side for him to dominate on CT. If they keep losing like this, then what happened of 10-2 in Mirage will replicate here with Mouz having the advantage. See? Easy 5.
Bullets connected to Kixan, and Falcons hoping they can get some guns going because these pistols aren't finding any kind of openings. Just as fast as Mirage started.
I think Dupree has still some years left to play.
Yeah, 9 players alive in the last 2
I don't know. Without giving Dupree an opportunity to play,
but it actually matters a ton. We're already breaching.
I mean, he never got set into a team properly after Vitality. So there is still some more years for Dupree to play. I mean, come on, 5x major winner. He's not retired as he should have retired, like with all stars, glimmers, glitters, and stuff. They benched him because he has 5 majors.
Exactly. Make a new call.
That's what I'm saying.
Dust seemed pissed, and I think rightfully so.
That's something that we didn't bring up that we definitely should have. We saw moments where Cyclone had taken
but Zonic
timeouts in some of the previous matches. They came out of
Zonic,
it.
And also Zonic going out of Vitality was just very weird.
For a coach,
I think because they decided to remove Dupree, they decided to take Majisk out. Zonic is like, no, I want these people, these are my members or my players who have trained.
But then in some others,
and I think Zonic's kind of made a good move, better money in Falcons, and a team they're building is also really nice. They had Simple. You know, the main reason I was a lot more excited when Nico was joining Falcons is when I thought during the major when they got Simple, I thought his contract would continue for the upcoming 25 year. Unfortunate. Nico and Simple, bro, would have been crazy. Can Falcons win?
They're systems thinkers. And as
the map stats, the veto if you go to, yes, it does indicate Falcons can win. But how Mouz are playing, this is a revenge matchup for them. So Falcons have already taken down Mouz in the group stages. Therefore, this is a revenge matchup.
Part of a map that they thought was slightly vulnerable, only to subvert their expectations.
Exactly, that's why the ego would go sky high, bro. Both of them in one team, insane. Don't break the table.
Outside of connector and not do anything else.
Danger, you were asking about TV break, no? Here they break tables, monitors.
He would have foresawn.
Yes, is insane.
In mid control.
I know it would have been an all-time high, especially that Simple has not found his what ideal play style in CS2. He's been rifling more than opping, which was his main in CSGO.
He just tells you what you have to do.
He simply is at a weird point to figure out that he wants to be the best.
In the end,
whether a rifler or an opper.
You know, the influence of playing under someone like that could lead you to believe that maybe you could do it too. But there's only one Kerrigan.
Of course. I mean,
let's go. Let's go, the cans. The can chain. The can chain. They're taping the cans, brother.
Electronic, it happened to Yukinder. Twist also calls for Liquid after playing for Kerrigan.
They're taping the cans and it's not stopping. They've kept some more cans on the table there, empty ones.
Asked, what is the system? What is the plan? And Electronic
how far would they push it?
4 of the great CIS leaders that he has played underneath. And he's like, with all this influence and having watched them, I think I could do that too. And then when asked about details of that system, he repeated something he's said sometimes now, and that is just, well, we'll see. Too late, man. Sometimes you got to hit the ground running. And I think it's cool that Brolin has shown us more than other in-game leaders that try to take up that responsibility. He can at least start faster.
Yes, for sure.
No.
And I came into this tournament expecting to see nothing. Like, I couldn't picture Brolin as an IGL, expecting to see nothing, and we have seen great halves out of him.
Banks is the best hype man I've seen so far.
In the grand finals, there's something to
whichever
say about
land
that,
it is.
for sure. But there are some players that were made to call. Kixan starting out in this role, looking like, and he does it by proving it with a team you hadn't really heard of before he makes it to Paris semifinals. And a lot of careers are built off of runs like that. I mean,
I don't know if the caster spoke about
a lot of those rosters that
I was talking.
No one
so I don't remember.
could anticipate making it that deep. You have Gamer Legion when Shuhei called for them.
What just happened?
You have a situation where
we rarely see
players with JL
broadcast
and
having
Scrawny come out of that and get contracts for Navi and then turn around to win a major themselves.
He's not going to do that.
Teams you would not
while
see
he's casting
without the IGL.
Later, yes.
That called for them.
They showed Scrawny. That's
You have
Scrawny.
Kixan with his newest team and the most talent in the grand finals.
See the producers also playing with the lights and the audio.
Longer than ever.
I mean, I think that thing might reach us.
Oh,
you know,
zoom in, zoom in, zoom in.
We're going to get a return for all those cans, and that makes up the prize pool.
Why are they so tense? What happened to Falcons?
So don't drop it.
What happened? Why are they all so tense? Like, Mouz is chilling.
We make a can train from here all the way back to Bucharest.
Bucharest. Ooh.
You're saying that thing is 6 hours long?
6 hours long. It's still a long way. I mean, they should try to cover the whole stadium.
Curious, for how many of you out there is this your first Counter-Strike event?
Oh, a lot of them.
And I think that's a testament as to why we have to visit new cities, because Counter-Strike 10 years ago came to Cluj-Napoca.
Please come to India.
We all know
Please.
what this thing grew into.
Bring it.
That's the beauty of what PGL have done.
PGL, Perfect World, somebody.
To show up.
ESL.
I just want to say on behalf of everybody involved, players, talent, production, thank you guys for showing up and being so goddamn awesome. You can see Torji on stage soaking it in. I hope each of you have made a friend so far this weekend, sitting shoulder to shoulder alongside people who love this game as much as you is something special.
ESL's partnered with another company in India.
That's right.
Already too.
It's a vehicle for friendship.
PGL.
Some people who meet here today will be friends for the rest of their lives.
Now they should start playing
and you just get to watch some great games in the process.
It'll be insane. I mean, they can pull that off. Right now, the audience is actually in that zone.
Quick little tactical timeout after a delayed tech. We've got PCs switched out.
Oh.
Shout out to the admins. All the players behind the scenes that make this possible.
They have a partner dog here in India who will do their events rather than them bringing and flying all of these events here. And yeah, I mean, until and unless we see Indian teams on such a big stage,
again, beautiful picture painted by
none
the
of
analysts,
PGL or anybody wouldn't fly down to India to produce an event. It wouldn't happen anytime soon.
Where is it?
Yeah, I mean, we haven't
and
had many rifle opportunities. We have a situation where Nico goes outside.
I think right as now where we are standing in CS is nowhere close.
There's still more
even though there is an Indian team which is doing good, but
rifle to try it.
There's a long way for them to go.
This half is not beyond saving, but it is the start that makes you think it could end
Why don't you
like
give it a
Mirage
try?
if they're not
Give
careful.
what a try.
Oh, see ya.
Oh, what? He went in front of you. Yeah.
But he turned his back to this. No way you didn't notice that. Tess just jumped over top of your head.
No. They hear
his knees crushed.
They heard him hit the ground.
Jimmy.
Blasted down at a secret. I mean,
What just happened? Zershin missed him. Spinks missed him.
Now we're starting to watch the Falcons get the kills.
Dozzy wasn't even ready for it. Try what, Cyrus?
Nah, he had like a spider cam view of Spinks inside Mini as he ran off of the metal. Jumped onto the floor by Unbreakable, which is a
what
very
happened to
standard
Spinks?
thing
Why
do,
didn't he turn back? He didn't hear
it all.
Go Pro League.
Somehow that wasn't calmed, wasn't
See, by
noticed.
profession,
I
I'm a
have no
caster
idea.
already.
Either way.
The only
you can see what
problem
one small moment
is there
can
are a
do
lot
to
of
a
people
round.
already
5v2
fighting for
now with
that
Tessa
stage
up in heaven.
internationally,
No, that's coming
and I
from a
don't
guy
have
who's
any
11 and 2 at the
traction
moment, playing lights out at the start of
internationally
map
in
3.
terms of
He was so
casting
confused when he
tournaments.
heard Torzy running around
At
because that
par,
was supposed to
I've
be the
done
guy
only big
dueling
leagues in my own
him to cut
org.
him off from getting up there.
But other
now
than that,
things are
like
going
I've not
perfectly
had
here
any
for the Falcons.
international gigs
They
to
can
cast
sew
or
in all their
commentate
seeds of
on.
paranoia on both the upper and lower side as the CTs have to pick very
I'm
reserved
not a
positions.
professional player, by the way.
Don't
I'm
mess up
a
this
professional
bomb plan.
esports caster.
Yeah. Well, with the amount of utility, you would think there's no way.
Spinks waits, Brolin catching a kill. This would have to be a 2 versus 5.
What? Roland got
He
one?
goes low.
Oh, this is a
Brolin,
chance,
Quicksand
bro.
is too.
2v3.
But yeah, Brolin and
They're
Spinks.
saving.
Also, I don't even know if they
They
want to
have
think
money.
about this. With their HP, that's their own problem. They have lots of money,
Yeah.
which is something. But you
Like,
can
this is a
burn
lot.
through this amount of money and have to save again and a half. It must be said. It would only take 3 rounds to do it. But it is absolutely worth trying to kill as many exits as possible to make this the worst win
They
that
gotta
it
make
can
sure,
be.
you know, they don't die though. You think the beauty of it is, yeah,
Nice
okay, you
strategy.
can
Okay,
still
now I get it. They just
cover,
wanted
but
to make
Bob's gonna
sure they
pop
drop
in.
their weapons.
Okay, all's good.
Yeah,
maybe
that's
Magic
actually
would come
solid.
out.
Nico dies at the same time, and there's only 1 save now for the Falcons. So that's about
Good
as good as
round.
it gets here for Mouz after the start that took place.
Tyrus, you meant go Pro League by telling me to go pro as a player. Same
Yeah,
time
let's run it
tomorrow?
back.
They'll be
How
happy
does,
about it.
4 best of 3 sound.
Let's go.
Oh.
5
I mean, how
rounds
about
is
2
where
best of
Mouz will
5s?
stall for a second.
2 best of 5s.
Like we alluded to, so much cash. I mean, look at this rebuy. Look at the money that's still left over. We'll be talking about guns and
I thought I
Mouz's
would
hands
be
for quite some
sleeping
time.
by
That's
now.
what they've earned with the strong start.
Yeah, and even with
Would
2
I be
saves,
sleeping
right?
by now is the
Spinks has
thought I have now.
$12,800.
Also has to be said, obviously last round boils down to like a weird moment. So if Spinks wants to make up for that right now by, you know, maybe charging onto the rooftop.
This is why
well,
Spinks is Spinks.
Maybe this goes
bro.
right back into Mouz's hands, looking to make up for
I have
an
office tomorrow,
awkward
lols.
moment, let's
Bro,
call
same.
it,
I
round
have
7.
I have
Obviously,
a
take control.
cricket
This is
gig to
beautiful.
cast tomorrow from 11
What are you
a.m.
supposed to go do about a guy on T roof? There are no protocols to make this approach happen so early. Dexter's coming up with a
But
ball.
this is a best of 5.
And he has no idea where Spinks has
You
gotten
can't
off
miss
to, but now
this.
it's turned into an A map.
I think I will
Not
try to
bad.
extend
That
till
actually
3 a.m.
saves
but
things.
after that I
Nico,
will
he gets
cut the
another
stream
lead, but there's someone on the steps
because
waiting.
even I
Get
have
back.
to sleep
Nice
if
to
I
have 2
don't, then
players
I'll wake up
downstairs.
late and I'll not be
So the 1 kill on 2
full on energy
is all
to
that the T's
cast
have to work with.
the game
Dorsey
tomorrow.
gonna let his position be known, but there's a really
See,
nice
this is-
tethering
this is
going on
what I
between
said.
players. We saw it with Jim Pat lower. Oh, and almost Dexter, but he makes sound. That puts Brolin on high alert. And this is a moment for Spinks, who is playing lights out right now. 14 kills, 3 deaths.
This
Big man
is why
showing.
you love
They are hanging on by a
CS.
thread.
Hanging on by a thread, hanging on by an arm,
Wow,
hanging
that's not
on
a
by
great
an
round.
arm's length.
Well, depends who you are.
Yeah, it is for Mouz, but not after what we just saw. The instant 5v2 into what looked like, oh, maybe Falcons could somewhat recover the half, but then Mouz are
Aussie
still
has
rich. They
just
saved
been
2
better.
players last time, and now they get away with these aggressive pushes.
Wait, did I miss your chat?
Well, if anything, this is exactly
When you
what
said go
wanna
pro
see
league,
from
what
Mouz.
did you mean by that?
They aren't even letting the kills
Cyrus?
come to them.
This
I
is
don't
exactly
understand.
what Spinks was supposed to bring to the table in order to springboard Mouz not only back into playoffs, but to trophy lifts. And if he can't do it by instilling confidence into his teammates so that their performances individually look as good as they can,
Oh, somebody
by
can
God,
join
he'll
my
do it
call
on
if
his
they
own.
want to. Oh, I didn't know that. Nice.
At the moment he is. Very little buy-up for Falcons. And we talk about that wealth of economy over on the Mouz camp. Unfortunately for Falcons, it only
Gets
really
it.
goes
He gets
one
it.
way.
Zershin gets
and
it. There's
Nico
no way.
has looked like a shell of himself. We are 9 rounds into play. He is 2-8.
Yeah, and if Nico's going to be the
Magisk is
reason
on
that the
0-6.
Gold Heroic Core can achieve new heights on Nuke, well, can't get away with dying in situations like this. And I think they even had to leave that gun
Spinks is
behind,
14 and 3. The first map
what do
it
they got
was
here? A clean
Torzy
cross
at
with
14 and
players
4.
left
Now
alive.
Spinks in
CTs have
14
not
and
moved
3.
their
This
muscle
third map.
upstairs.
That's insane. Last map it was Tessis is like
Doubled
around
up on ramp
20
as
and
well,
6.
actually. This is quite a gap.
There's
very
at least
possible that
one
Falcons
star
get a little
player in
confused,
every
though,
team.
not seeing a single person.
And every
And,
map,
start throwing
and that is the
utility
reason
to get
they're
into
winning.
protocols.
There's no smoke, though, for the covering of the bomb
One
plant. So you
second,
think
I'll
the
check
ramp
danger
players
after
could
this
come down
round.
I can't
fast.
believe Mouz haven't moved at all.
Right?
Like,
They're not
Well,
worrying. They know they can
because
retake.
This is one of the criticisms we have for them sometimes.
Yes, this is, that's kind of wild. This is a moment where it's opened up on the cross.
So Falcons
Even if
suddenly
they didn't see anything, they know that it could have happened.
trying to lean into these positions, going to force Mouz's hand at a retake.
And there's still a lurk here, actually.
Good
What?
test for Mouz, and door swung. That's
Okay.
going to get
Oh,
stopped
no.
instantly. 5 versus 3 looks comfortable until a double kill comes back. Oh, Falcons have
What a
tiptoed their
blunder.
way onto a completely
What a
empty
blunder.
site, and we're left scratching our heads asking, where the hell was Mouz?
Okay, let's look back on this
I
for a
thought that
second.
was a
I mean,
strategy,
full credit
that's
to
all.
Falcons for not overthinking this. They didn't see anybody. No one put pressure on them for patrol steps. No one was there in decon. They walked up, took all the map control, no response.
Ooh, California.
But what is this from Mouz? There are 2 crossbows
Nice.
outside. Zershin, you just
Bro,
killed
that
someone
was
on
an
silo.
insane round from them, bro.
People walk across sometimes. You have no one starting secret. You don't see anybody anywhere. They double up ramp, they give up outside, and they play as if they're the ones who are down 4v5. No movement whatsoever. Where is the prophylaxis in a situation like that? If there's a gap, it doesn't matter if you have confirmation, you still have to fill the gap, especially when you're up numbers. You can always afford to have someone downstairs, even on a 5v5 setup.
Mistake made. I do like that Mouz instantly called that pause. We'll see what Cyclone can try to adjust. But there's no denying that when you had almost all of the economy from Falcons bottomed out, they would have been walking into this round with a save. All you had to do was stop them on that B site with a man advantage, and you would be looking at Falcons with nothing. Now, it's a 3-round lead, 6-3, but it's Falcons with cash back. I guess the silver lining is Mouz still have a ton of the money that they were able to grow early on.
I think they're just scratching their heads just a
I
bit.
wouldn't pay heed to it.
Yeah.
Gold, gold, gold.
Why did you say it just like that?
Was? I believe that's a "We Want Ancient" chant.
So we had one gift of a round, sort of, with that missing the Tess jump.
Yeah.
They crushed on that one.
Okay.
Then we have this follow-up,
Back,
clear mistake in for Mouz.
Back
into
to
the
it.
tack timeout, very
go.
important. Another
3
opening
a.m.
duel here.
3 a.m. is a
That's
deadline.
Zershin outside. He's been giving us those.
Yeah, he's gonna have to also pass Nico, who is opping. When the rifle
I
doesn't
want
work,
Falcons to win, but the way it's going,
neither
Mouse
does the
just
op,
ended by 3
usually.
a.m.
Yeah.
But we'll see what he can do. We'll give Nico the benefit of the doubt. He can do
Yes,
everything
really.
else.
Yes.
Wow.
But right now, Spinks is
Spinks.
wasting not a moment. I love the aggression that Spinks has been able to
Now
offer,
Zershin
not
will
just
get
once
this
inside of
for
lobby.
free.
See ya.
Op for
Zershin's gonna
free.
get another one over top of Nico. And
Magisk will
there is
also go
finally
very
some
soon.
kind of a response back. That actually does open up the possibility of a lower drop. Flashbang at the feet of the Opera on rotation. Do Falcons test the waters into hell?
Wow,
Go.
nice
Beautiful moves out of
setup.
Tessa.
Magisk and Tessus. They have a chance to 2v3.
Over rotation
both are-
downstairs here.
Now this time
Both are
they're
in the
here.
observatory.
Yes.
And they get here ahead of time.
It's tough.
We get that smoke to trickle down onto the site. 50 to the clock. Tessa
They know
scouring
they're
back
coming
site,
in.
looking for some kind of a kill. They're gonna go Danish. Oh, Tess has done it again, but he's lost his teammate. That's the thing. Reload.
Whoa, reload.
Zershin able to jump on him before the gun was ready to go, and the 2 surviving
Best of
players
5
here for
danger,
Mouz.
so
We've
yeah,
gotta talk about these performances,
might
'cause
go
Spinks was
beyond
lights
3
out to
a.m.,
start
so
this.
Yeah.
15
That's why
kills
I'm
deep
saying
already.
deadline of
Now
3.
we're talking about Zershin up
Cluj
to
demands.
12-3.
No, it's been
I didn't
amazing
hear
from him.
what it-
And was
what
him
it
at
said.
the beginning of the
Cluj
last
demands
round
is
as
all I
well
saw.
to get that kill outside. He's killed Nico twice. He killed him up on silo. He takes out Dexter this time and turns Nico into the Opera.
See, right now, as
This
of now,
is, I mean, you can't
this
ask
is
for
the
much more
third
from that
map.
perspective. It's still 7-3.
Whoever wins this has to win the
He's
next
also
consecutive
4-0
map.
in
And
opening
if they
duels
win
right
that,
now,
the series
Zershin,
will
and
end.
I
If
think
that
that
doesn't
comes at
end,
a cost
it'll
directly
go
of Nico.
into the last and
That
final map.
They're gonna try to charge out hot. Spinks
I'll tell
isn't
you all the
ready.
time.
But
They
luckily
charge
for
in,
him,
they do not
teammates
get
to
an
cover
entry.
all
Wow,
around
Jimmy
the
and
ball
Zershin
site,
stop
and
it.
all ends up being is
Look
a
at how
ton
low
of
Tessus
damage,
is.
and not a single foot stepped forth into that A-bomb site.
Yo,
Mouz
Uncle,
are making
welcome.
mincemeat of Falcons
Welcome
on
to the
this
stream,
defense.
Uncle.
Yeah,
You
making
haven't
them look
slept?
like they were lucky to get there.
Why are you still awake so
Back
late?
the
It's even
pause.
late.
It's looking good
It's
now.
way late for you
Another 2
in
on 5
Vietnam.
situation. Last one was made close by Tessas, who almost put together the round of his career. But here with eyes
Yeah. I
and
mean,
the jiggle spot,
so
he
we
goes
have
down.
another stream called Quatle Huduguru that I'm a part of. I had to head to that. So I had to end the stream.
All right.
It
Couple weird
was
moments, but the
it
player
was
quality
9:30ish, and
bubbling
we
to the
start the
surface.
stream by 10. So I had to
Bunkers, are
go
we gonna
quickly
see
have
Train?
lunch and then start that stream.
Train is the prophecy.
How was the ramen that you prepared? What's the feedback that you got, by the way?
Best of 5 grand final finish.
Everybody wants to see
train.
the train. And I was saying, Danger, as I was
I
saying,
don't know if
right?
I'm ready
Every
for that.
map is at least 45 minutes to an hour. And maybe even more, depending on overtime.
Well, not plated. Fast
Today
move.
night shift. Oh, I see.
Out onto the A floor, maybe they kind of.
So if you consider now it's already 1:45. This map might end in another 20 minutes. So that is going to be around 2:05 or 2:10. And the third map will start by 2:30ish. So 3:15. I hope it does. 4v2. They bring it back. Nico and Tessus have been a deadly duo on Mirage as well. Get the 4th Falcons, you have a chance.
He doesn't want to,
Get
though,
the
does
4.
he? Comes in for the peak. That
Get
makes it a 3-on-2.
Spinks, bro. The read Spinks destroying them. Tessus, last man, low. He's gonna go down. Ooh, pistol versus pistol, but the bomb's being defused.
To deal with that one player upper 9-3 CT side, and a bleak picture for Nico on this map.
It was a game of patience, and no one plays that game better than
Whoa.
Spinks. Amazing half.
How much is that in Indian currency or US dollars? 200,000
Yes, some
Vietnamese.
weird moments, but overall the output was
Which is
extraordinary. The
bro,
pick
that is
play,
a big tip.
Again, at the beginning of the round, just kept
700
working.
is insane as a
Exertion at the
tip.
helm of that, and he is the guy who's always
I don't
in the
think anybody
untradeable
here
spots
in
for Mouz. If he
India
plays well,
tips
you win by
even
a wide margin.
700.
And that's
Mute our ad. Pay Lenskart, pay for this ad, then we will talk. Oh, 9-3 this map is gone. And we're on this. From Nuke we go to Ancient. I think by that time it'll be close. Yeah, Asian currency is very weird in that way, Danger. Today though I have night shift, so we'll get more. Oh, what? They tip you more if you're working on a night shift? Ah, that way. Just after having the feel-good drinks, you mean? After them feeling really good. That's what I was wondering. Who's going to be tipping a lot more? That too late in the night. Nico? Is that a start? Yeah, he is 3. Can he get a 4? Yes! On to an ace! 1! Reload! And he gets an ace! He gets an ace! Ace to start! Ace to start! That's Nico! I wish that was something that we applied here in India as well, Lankan. I think very fewer jobs provide that, and most of them are in corporate. Yeah. Other than that, every other job I feel like they basically pay the same rate, irrespective whatever it is. Day or night, midnight, doesn't matter. Yeah, I mean, see, I think it's also an experience. You meet a lot of people when you're working, you kind of interact, and especially that you're working in a chain. It's muted, sorry. Now. It's muted. It kind of gets interesting, and they might give you hints of what's happening, so you can do something.
Doesn't this
and
just
weekends,
have
yes, have more traffic.
Oh, nice ace, bro. Get deeged.
Yeah, weekends are always for everybody. Weekend is where they go and chill. So
and also
restaurants
for
always
have
have a lot more traffic during that time.
And it looks like that waiting game starts to favor
But I think when you're in a different country, at least for the initial year, you should kind of work a lot so that you kind of get an idea about the city and the people around, and also kind of make good money so that down the line you can start figuring ways out of what you would want to do in the city where you're living alone, having lesser friends. Falcons, don't miss the second, don't miss the second. Dexter has, wow, what a swing, bro. He dinked him.
Out of Mouz, but they will still find one Glock kill. Frag grenade hits all three, almost kills them. And look how fast this guy's into the action.
Oh, they're taking more damage.
A piece of ramp.
Is that also an internship, UAE?
The bomb plant is a great silver lining. Magisk isn't here fast enough to stop it. We'll jump through for the frag, so that's Falcons to get a 5th. Converting pistol.
Is that also an internship,
back in the
Uncle?
first half,
Man, you're the one who's living life.
Once we see how things go down.
Yes.
In another spectrum of things, like traveling.
Okay, money matters here.
Kind of, but not really. So you're like basically you've applied somewhere and
after that ace, man.
It's like
after that ace on the CT side, it's not just the fourth round. It feels a little bit different.
They call it something where you kind of get a stipend.
What he said.
Maybe.
He said maybe.
Oh yeah, maybe.
Don't agree to it. Launder's immediately saving Scrawny over there because you don't know what he said.
Of the grand finals? I know you guys are some Falcon fans in here.
Yes, everybody's actually my head chef.
Dexter's first time.
Exactly. So that's what I was wondering. Like, you generally go around to kind of people to get an hint of you. So this is why I said you should work a lot. Now, as you said, now you realize it's actually nice to work a lot in your initial years to understand what you want to do and things like that.
Hot on his trail.
But UAE, I think, is a really good place to work.
It's been a thriller from Spinks.
I have a couple of my relatives who completely live and work there at the moment. One of my relatives stayed there, lived there, worked there, and now after kind of doing all of it is back to India
Magisk looking to peak. He has to stay a little wide at all times. They're coming in slow.
So yeah, I think UAE is a good place. Compared to Vietnam, UAE is just better. Come on, keep it on going. They have a bomb. Why does Spinks is going to try and save the op? Oh, it's a 1v1. It's a 1v1. Oh my god, the timing from Dexter. Yo.
Site, and it has to be said that was a lot of bodies inside.
I think you should be mostly getting a week off during weekdays. That's the only time you kind of get to travel and see something.
Not just one kill, but the perfect pre-aim here.
Or yes, chilling in at your own place. That's the same thing even I do, right? Like even though I'm here, I have friends, but for me it's like after doing all the work, you kind of feel rather than traveling, especially the traffic in here in Bangalore. I was like, it's better to stay back home and chill, and that's what I've been doing for a long time now.
Go for it moments here in the 16th.
Yeah,
let's go 9-9.
9-9. Another 5-man here towards the ramp.
Nice nade. Nice nade.
Easy read for the second. TSS now doesn't have to stick around.
He's seen the Tech 9s. He's not going to get close to them.
Give up
the 250.
M4 chance to plant.
Is dire because now you lean on Kixan, who only has
Torzi crossed over. Bombs down. Brolan still found it.
Continues to tap it back into the realm of possibility. Nico on the single door swing, but he doesn't offer up the death just yet. Doesn't want to fall like the others already have.
They haven't spotted Torzi. That's why they're worried about the lurk.
They're going for the fight, dude. They want to sign up for this. That is
they themselves were lurking for quite often. What?
His hands on that M4.
What?
In the last few bullets of the mag. Now
Dexter versus Torzi. Dexter is the one who opened 2 kills. Nice nade, double. But he's throwing a flash. He flashed himself.
Back on top of bomb. Falcons take a 7.
That was no problem for Batman.
Yeah. Vietnam, you have a language barrier. I think in UAE you shouldn't be facing the language barrier.
But those are the rounds that are going to get this game into that realm of electricity.
I don't know if there are the apps which we have up here. I don't know if it works outside of India as well. I think I would suggest you to try that. Especially that you're working in kitchen, you would have some time to at least understand some basics of the language. It'll make your living a lot more easier. I think that's a player's what?
Y'all got
DP
any more
image.
Facebook memes? Or
And in kitchen, mostly people from India and Pakistan, so Hindi.
wow,
Yeah, exactly.
now, Connor. And I just want to
Then
draw
easy,
attention
no?
here to
So
another
yeah,
five-man
but it'll
setup,
take time
okay?
because
T-sides,
the
too many five-man setups.
locals
And
of
you
that
start to
place
think
will
there was a little
be
confidence in
speaking
the default, going
a
little
lot
bit too
more
much for
faster
rushes.
than you would have been
CT
used to
for
that you
them
learned
looked
from the app.
phenomenal
So
because you have to
it'll take
split
some
up and
time
they
for you to
can just go for
understand.
one
But nonetheless,
tactic. That pretty much
and
worked
it
the
like
entire
you've
time to get exertion.
you
his
said it's
frags.
been close to a year right now, right? After
But
you
if
went
wanna
to
take down
Vietnam,
Kixan, who's not an
in your-
elite
for your
IGL
internship,
yet, but has
it's
the
a year,
makings of
right?
one. You're going to have to try.
Yeah,
a little
in
harder.
UAE
Also,
it's not
Nico
going to be a
support
problem
IGL
for
on
you.
this team.
I mean, there might be
Kept winning
Urdu
game.
as
Anu
well, but
all
still
by
it shouldn't be a
himself, as we saw on
problem
the pistol.
in
Mouz have to
interacting
come
and
at this
talking to
game
people.
full strength. They want to close here on T side.
Nico started
Yep,
this
currently
second
10
half
months.
with only
There you
3
go.
kills to his name. He's trying to recover. But as long as he tries to play catch up.
Oh,
when things like
Nico.
that-
That's the pressure on the cross you want to see.
Nico.
And listen, here's a moment for
It is similar.
for Falcons that Mouz, you know,
But
we
some
had
of
the
them
same
aren't.
situation. They left lower completely open. Here's
is,
the
yes,
timing that
similar.
will be called by Nico, even though he doesn't get a kill.
Molly in front of Tessus.
They have Tessus here to hold control
B
side,
Molly
which is
is
so
so
paramount to making sure the
powerful.
B site is under wraps. If
Close
they want
ramp
to take it
rotate.
back upstairs, though, that could be an idea. No.
Feels like they're going to
Nico.
size up this site a little first. Tessus turns. Oh, that's so
Nice.
good.
Incredible flash dodge right there.
Now they're going to try to get the pressure going. That is nice. Opening the door and getting Torzi onto the angle to better
Wow.
the offer. But Tessus very quickly sweeps away a second
What?
frag.
Nice.
Denied.
Bombs
No
down.
cover.
Oh, it's because it wasn't control. They
Whoa.
didn't have control side.
Torzi was still
Torzi
back
and
within
Jimmy,
that
they're
single door,
nowhere
so
close.
We've already seen
Jimmy's
a near
been lurking.
recovery in a similar round. The problem
I think
being
round's
15
done.
seconds on this clock.
I mean, good luck. with
Torzi
this.
might
Don't you
not
wanna
try
save?
it.
There was some really clean, minute moments in this round for both teams.
Torzi is not good. By the way,
Tessus
next month
dodging
I'm
that
shifting
flashbang.
to
B,
beverage
door
counter.
swing into Dexter,
Oh,
holding
nice.
the angle, and still Mouz come out with it. Falcons
I mean,
has turned this game
I'm happy to
upside
hear all
down.
of this,
Complete.
Uncle. And I think especially that you,
Round apart.
I don't know
Five
where
men
you
again
studied
on the cross
and
outside.
which culinary school that you went to,
Is it
but
redundant?
it's too good
It's too
that they've
one-dimensional,
been
too
sending you off to
one-note.
internships like all these places.
In isolation, it's
giving
not bad
you
to have rounds like that.
An
but
idea
it
of different
cannot be the
cuisines,
entire
training
map
under
of your
different
half.
people.
Not when Nico sees cross smokes and actually gets suspicious like Mouz did it.
If there
Puts
is a
pressure
chance
down
that
the
we
cross,
meet up
calls
for
it an
sure,
early
I would
rotation,
want to eat
keeps vision
something that
outside
you
so he
cook.
knows they aren't
And it
trying
has
to
to
wrap
be
or
the
work
chef
through those smokes in
special,
the first place.
meaning something special that
That's
you
why you need to
have
punish moves like that. That's why you
devised.
need to pressure top mini while you're taking
Cooked.
that control to
Literally
push Nico
cooked.
back. You can't let this guy see anything.
This is a little bit different. Dexter over
9-9,
towards
let's
main
go
this
for
time around.
9-9.
They're not all in behind this cross just yet.
Tossing smoke.
Deeper
People
wall
saw
of
the
smokes.
silo player, but he doesn't
Torji
want to
on
fight
the
for him.
hunt. Now he knows that
NT
he's got
toss,
Nico
yeah,
pinned in
NT.
behind Unbreakable. Dexter's going to go hunting, looking for something elsewhere. And that's going to cost him. Jimmy comes out from the corners of Squeaky.
While you
And one of the
started
best
cooking when you were
situations
9,
we've
I
seen
was
from this T side
eating
so far, but Brolin
the chapati dough.
Only almost caught
Well, I
off.
saw him,
He still
but
delivers
did
that ball
not
into the
clear
A-side.
heaven.
Magis now, but
Magis
behind
is
that,
stuck,
Tetris
bombs
box
down, he gets a
holds the
second.
line.
And Jimmy
Oh,
will
sorry,
come
he
out.
He's
holds.
got support.
Oh no,
It's a slow
kicks in
block
after
from
one
Jimmy,
got
which
traded.
opens the door for
Just
Tessus' flank.
metal
But this
door.
flank has to be
But
timed to
Tessus'
18.
timing is good.
First one
Timing's
easy.
good.
Now we've got that up on the runaway.
Oh, he
and
should have
Tessus
spammed.
will give Torji time to run.
Whoa, Tessus is
I
not
mean,
scared.
roti I
Torzi
also mastered,
trying to
but
do
I was
something different.
eating
Turning,
the raw
watching his back,
chapati
but he
dough
gets
from
away to
long
lower.
back.
Tessus still
From a
has
long
vet
while.
control to his name. Torzi can
So
turn
we
this
had a
back
little,
up in the heaven if he wants to.
squirrel
Tessus can split the
who
difference and
lived
play
with
by
us
Squeaky.
when I
Let
was
Torzi
around
go
the
for
age of
plant if he
10,
wants
11
to.
and 12 or something.
But Torzi, he's got to take
So
a gamble, and if he
it
gambles
used to
upstairs,
eat the
he will
raw
probably
chapati
pay
dough.
greatly.
And I used to
Torzi.
watch him and was like,
What's the
how
decision?
can, why
Executive
is
choice.
he
Down
the
to
only
20.
person? I used to ask a little
Knows he
from my
can't take
mother,
a
and
single bullet from this AK-47.
me and that
When I
squirrel
look at the
together
tools that Tessus has
were
for this
eating
job,
the raw
it's a smoke
chapati dough.
flash kit all ready to go. go.
I was when I was young. Now I have. Now I don't do that. I would still do it if I get a chance.
Once this plant takes place,
it's just good memories, you know.
Advantage for TeSS, but what it boils down to is that
Did he make? Did he? I don't know if he did.
Slow on the approach. I want this
I don't know
crowd
if he made
silent.
sound. He was so silent.
Now the position
Now they
known.
know.
It's all about the op shot. One op shot needed. And that's the one you get.
Wow, Torzi.
That entire time thinks he's
It should have been a 9-9.
Knows one bullet
Torzi
makes a world of difference.
is
That's fantastic
insane.
stuff. Man, Brolin gets these key kills sometimes. He gets caught off guard by Nico, crossing into Mini with the bomb, and no one there to trade him. He instantly snaps back and gets that frag. They frag their way out of it.
Surrounded by Falcons.
Torji trying to be that
fans.
saving grace
He's
because the big question
everybody's
was,
sharing
can
their
Spinks
friends, loved
and
ones.
his individual performances be enough to thrust this
I was
roster
doing these
into
in
trophy lists?
these things in our
And it
land
wasn't
certain
looking like it
times.
was enough to crack through this CT side, but a little runway offered to Torji. And of the rest of the pack, he is the guy that struggled the least on stage, right?
Hello,
he has
hello.
been trying to be the engine of getting Mouz to break through. Well, there's a clutch, maybe inspired by Spinks' 23
You know, once
and
I
10,
was in kitchen when
that could, and
the
I only say
attendant
could,
came
get them
and
back
told
in this
someone
because it is
ordered
both
for
teams,
Indian
all the
tea.
money on the line.
Man, they're so broke. Look at them. We got a max
I
10 on
thought
the
tea
T side of the
was
team who just won
almost
an MP9
same
from
everywhere.
Falcons, who are trying to buy up again.
I didn't know if there was
Everything
a
can come
difference
down to this round.
for Indian tea and regular tea. I made my mother's recipe without informing head
Both
chef,
teams will be
and
crystal clear on this. Face
what was the
pressed up
result?
against the
Were they
eight.
happy? Did they make it
Just
a
MP9's
part of
gonna
the
have to
menu?
go. He's pressing in.
Did
He's
that
not
become the
able to
norm for the
finish
Indian
Spinks. He
tea
tries
from
to
there
jump
on?
them, and they will jump right back into an A site that's lost its defenders.
It
And
was
the heavy
one
player
round that they
doesn't
did
wanna
not
make
have
this
to
move.
There's
lose,
too
and
much
now they're
value. They've
losing
got to
it
get out of here. This
all.
is Mouz instantly winning the round.
They just take that timing.
That's all,
Little bit of
3v5.
timing, and you know what
It's
it's
done.
offered by? Magic on a push. A push with 5 kills to his name, drops the ball for the first kill, and they flood into that A
I'm
site.
glad we got this moment at Torji because on that last lower hit where they 5-man crossed outside,
This map is done now.
Torji was
I
the
don't think
only
there's a
one who
comeback.
got the kill that could have brought that round back to fruition. It was an amazing pre-aim into control. with
Okay,
Dexter
they
watching,
called you.
and
Were
he
they
hit that
making a
shot,
video?
And he hits another key one.
Was it
in
a reel?
One-on-one versus Tesses. Totally changes.
And
the
I'm pretty
makeup
sure
of this
if
half.
somebody called
The
you, it
reality of
should
the
have
future.
been somebody who was Indian itself.
Muddies the waters entirely for Falcons, even though they've made
See, there
this
you
partial
go.
comeback here on CT
It
side.
had to be Indians itself who will recognize. I'm pretty sure you put adrak, ilaichi, and all those
It's
stuff,
actually
right?
still very fortunate
That's
for Falcons. This
mostly
is a round
Indian
where they
tea,
overcommit, lose all
not just the
5
tea
players.
leaves.
Still, it's nothing but silver linings and a gut-wrenching feeling as
Yeah,
Mouz
man.
look to break through.
I think for the
But Mouz have
chefs,
to be extremely careful.
sous chefs, all of them,
But
the,
no surprise, you have Spinks having the game he's having.
the
He
feel-good
wins
part
his
for them
duel
is
versus
when
Magic,
they're
even though
complimented
Magic
on their
is hoping someone
recipes,
comes
and
into
they're
the
complimented
hut.
on the
That one
dish
kill
being served,
could have
whether it
stopped
be a
things.
drink,
He's the
whether
one
it
who's
be
5
a
and 15. Spinks is at
dish,
the top
whether it be
24 as
just a starter or an appetizer.
What to play, what to play.
Certain times they steal the
How
show
can Nico
entirely.
get freed up? Well, you put a scout on an full dedicated
And
area.
I'm
This
picky
could
like
end
that.
up
If I
letting Nico
find
hold
one
A, right?
good
Clearly
dish
in the last
somewhere,
round, that is
I am
problematic.
picky enough to order that one
Nico
dish from
enough
that
of a
place
recovery?
and the
No,
others from
Tesses gets
another
active on
place.
his own.
So
That's
yes,
Is man advantage
nice find
here
from
for
Tessis.
Falcons.
And this was the only thing
They
they
need to
added
keep
to this
finding a
round.
lot more.
It's now a 4-man cross.
Actually,
the one
Indian
guy who
team
was
was
waiting in
tea
trophy
leaves
goes
from
down.
India basically, but
And there's still
they
pressure here.
don't add adrak
it's
in the
gonna
lachi.
hurt.
That's what I added.
Easy
Exactly.
spam for Nico. He's been just thriving with that damage.
So for
time
an
and time
Indian
again.
customer to
Kicks in,
understand
can
it is
lean
like the
down,
authentic
early
Indian
warning
tea,
sign, but
it is
what
adrak
if
and ilaichi.
Oh,
Brolin has a way to route down through vent instead. That A site looked prime for the taking. What if he
Oh,
goes
the
back?
timing.
Because right now,
The
Zerxan's
timing
testing
on
lower
both
at
the
same
vent
time.
and this.
Brolin, oh, he's got a blind P250
Blind
in
as
front
a
of him.
bat,
Kicks
they
in down
blinded
to 3
themselves.
bullets. He's not able to stop this. Now we're looking at a recovery. Nico sees them up along the
Oh,
wall.
Dexter got it.
Up shot connects.
Oh, Nico gets both.
Nico
Nico saves the day.
shooting bullets at gold, man. Not wasting any ammo. Tapping for the collat on the cross. That's
What
ridiculous.
a game. Oh, so Indian tea for them is just
Any more
tea
HP and he
leaves
gets
from
away with
India.
that. It's a round
I
that starts
mean,
4v5
I don't know.
here when
Tea leaves
Jimmy
are
gets
different
spotted
in
by Tesses.
different
Another key moment for
countries.
Tesses
I'm
in
not
this
too sure.
series.
I've never had
Timeout
tea
here
which
for
is
Falcons.
not from
And this
India.
close game gets
So,
closer. That round was just to keep it alive, though, for Falcons. They were taking on water.
add
They
ginger
had
and
very low
ilaichi
money,
in tea,
even
yeah.
lower.
I mean, I'm
than
pretty
Mouz
sure
did.
abroad barely anybody does, irrespective whether whichever the country
Mouz at
you're
least
in.
win clean on their upper hit. With this
There
lead,
are even authentic restaurants who call themselves as Indian. Certain times even they don't do it.
This Tesses aggression up into the trophy room.
Kind
just
of
finding
guess someone from India has made it.
Look how easy
Yes.
it looks for
Nice.
Nico.
This is just insane from Nico, bro. Torzy,
Torsi,
unfortunate for him, he was with the AWP. Otherwise, he would have killed Nico for sure.
Maybe we're talking about Mouz sitting
He
on
was
12.
traversing from the
You don't just
decon
let
to
people
the
cross.
site
You don't
reactor.
even let them think about it.
Dexter, Nico, Tesses, these three players making up for a struggling
You know or don't?
bottom of the pack. Kixen and Magisk have left a lot to be
No,
desired.
so see, I'm not an avid connoisseur
core for
of
core,
tea, coffee,
Falcons keeping
anything of
up.
those sorts. I think I'm a little bit of a connoisseur
rounds
of
left in
pasta.
regulation. Nico
I'm
finally
very picky
gonna try
about
to
white
change
sauce
things up a little
pastas
bit. We'll see if that
and
Dexter shot from a long range
biryanis.
distance goes
I don't
ahead
like every
to
biryani.
set up
There are
things.
some biryani
Oh,
places that I would
denied.
tell and take
Brolin
everybody
just
to.
takes his
Some
head
I
off.
would tell
And all
everybody
that
to
pressure
stay
that's
away
been
from.
successfully added through the smokes.
So,
That's not part of the equation here in round
some
21.
specific dishes here
Somebody
and there.
will have to
Some
make up
gravies.
for the loss of
Like
Nico.
that. Very picky.
Can it really be Kixen?
So,
Looks good to
in
start.
terms of drinks, no.
Xerxes,
I
look at that
have
expand, goes
tea,
all the way to
coffee,
the right.
Out through
nothing.
right. Down they go again. The same two players who have struggled on
Tessis
A
and Dexter.
drop the ball again.
Okay, that's amazing. Mouz will take
5
12 off
kills.
this round.
What has
There's
happened to
no
Magisk
chance
and
of Falcons
Kixen?
getting back into this
Kixen
site.
being the IGL. Opinion about Kolkata biryani.
let's
I've
keep
never had
frag on
Kolkata
Nico.
biryani.
And
Just
in
I've
these
heard,
one-on-one
especially that you guys
situations, yes,
add potatoes.
Nico got his ace on the
I
pistol.
don't know.
Yes, Nico had that
Captain
great
keeps
last round,
telling that
but when
potato
he's
is the
been
reason
solo,
there's a lot more
both sides,
taste in the
Mouz
biryani.
have got the better of him, whether that was with
But
exertion
as
or with Brolin on
a
this round. And these are
non-vegetarian
key
who
rifle
likes
moments.
biryani,
They are
without
not
being
letting Nico build
interrupted
any
with
momentum.
any
He
of
sits here
the,
still, 14 and 15.
I don't know what
One
they are
round to
called
go. We saw
again.
Whoa, wait, they come in super late. Oh, they were trying to drop someone in the back of the site. But yeah, that's kind of wild considering their money, but okay.
Yeah,
Never.
costly, right? For what? Remains
Never.
the question, but one
He
round
is-
ago, we see Nico
he
added
is not
into
a cook.
main instead, right? Freed up by Dexter and Garage to try to maybe
We've
top
had
up
food
this A-site
from
defense.
him? No.
Nico, as he goes back to Red Room,
No.
A falls just as quick again.
And to be fair, I think that was
And I
just
was
a really
in
nice
Chennai
adjustment for
once.
Brolin. I'm pretty sure he was watching
We
the
gave
side
him a
mini.
chance, and
They're
after
doing
that,
their
no,
cross moves.
directly.
Nico did have a good timing to peak, but hey, he does that to people all the time.
I'll
It's an
tell you that
unexpected turn of
story
events in the
if
first
we
half.
meet someday.
And it's an eventual close by the looks of it here in the second. Mouz could
I
damn
don't know,
well
I
be
don't know,
walking
like,
into Ancient
especially
with
that I've
two
seen
maps
big,
in
big
their back
potato
pocket,
pieces.
because we
In
know that if
general,
this
I
goes
don't
to
like a
Train,
lot of
the odds
veggies,
shift away from them. We don't know what Train looks like for this team, but we
in
know
biryani.
that Ancient can be
Right?
competitive.
If there
We
is
thought
even a
about
lot
Ranged
more
on Dust
tomato
too.
other than
Lo and
onion,
behold,
I
Nuke could be
like
the
those
key to this
golden brown
series.
onions in
Nightmare
biryani.
map
If
here
there is
for Magisk.
tomato
They need him
or
to be the
anything
upbreaker.
else that they
It's
put in
simple as that.
biryani,
And
I
this is the
seriously
spot
would
that he was best
disagree
in. I mean,
and
when he
maybe
switched
even
over
stop
to
eating that
play
biryani in
ramp
general.
earlier in his
So
career, like
potato
last year
is
when he
going to
was playing
be something
with
that
the
I've not
other
tried at
iterations
all,
of
like
Falcons,
Kolkata
it wasn't
biryani.
that
We'll
comfortable.
try
He was just
to just get a hint
active.
of how
There's
that
no one to fall
biryani
down.
tastes, but I don't think
You know, always
it
wanted to see him
is.
back
It
in
is
the
going to be a
upper
part of my
position. That
appetite.
makes
I
sense
don't
for
think
him. But
my
here, low ADR, low kills, 0-4
flavors,
opening duels.
I wouldn't
and
like it,
these
maybe.
upper hits are what are winning Mouz important rounds.
I wouldn't be surprised if we get another. The pace from Mouz has looked lethal.
Yeah, I know a lot of people, like
Chance to
especially
jump on it. And it's going to be
West
Xerxes
Bengal,
into the sphere,
Kolkata
trying
people,
to go head hunting, but
they
he will be
want
clocked out by
Kolkata
Dexter.
biryani. They never
It's a
have
change
biryani
up in
anywhere.
the
Like
position.
Price doesn't like the biryani
Brolin
here.
takes over Garage. There's more bodies,
If
but
it
the
is
first
your
one came from
normal
Dexter. Be
white
careful.
rice biryani, he
Chucking
likes it. The
grenades out.
basmati ones, I've seen Captain not
But already
enjoying it
now Mouz,
actually.
they've got this information.
He has to be aware, though, like Dexter, of the fact that Nico is out here, but he
Yeah,
can't actually cover
brown
that
onion is
spot.
good. Thumbs up for it.
The thing is, Mouz have information, but they don't know he
Not
went
sure
back
about
here.
potato. Never
Well,
had it,
maybe
so
5v4.
let's
It's
see.
also Magisk, who's been near
No,
non-existent throughout this
Mouz
third
is
map.
on 12.
Sitting on
Falcons
just a
pushing it to
5-7.
OT.
So Mouz will use that clock
Yeah,
as a resource.
tomato is a
Interesting
no-no for
setup.
me
It's a
in
big
general
commitment by
certain
Nico
times.
because he won't be able
A
to
little
help
is
out
okay
upper
because
really
I know
quickly.
there's going to
But
be a
if they
little
do go
tangy
outside, he's a
flavor when you
genius.
put the
And if
tomato
they're
in,
going for the
but
round right now.
it shouldn't be a lot.
Nico leaning so far back.
He could literally win this round depending on his kill, but here comes Spinks, heavy hitter.
What a
The
position.
heaviest so far on Nuke.
Nico.
It's a little weird angle.
Nico will
Can't quite
not
get him. There
be
it is.
spotting,
E
but
taps
sorry,
away.
Nico will not
It's
be
a good
spotted,
bit of damage.
but Nico can spot.
Yeah, not quite that strong, brother.
Too distant.
Attacks with the sidearm, and that's going to take a second player off.
Nice. Nico finds Pinks as well.
Into the yard.
Dude.
Good round.
Man.
That was an amazing spot from
I want to be
Nico.
critical of Nico, but every single round he's put himself in the spot where the T's are coming. And this round he avoids danger in such a way they look more lost than ever. They walk right by his angle.
He was wondering, Spinks, where the player is.
Incredibly nicely. That's a pretty fortunate P250 shot, I'll say that. But the hot swap to the op was a nice look from Dexter.
And the unfortunate trade-off for Mouz is Main and Hut, which have worked so well. They could this looks fast. My God, this looks fast.
Yeah, man. Magis is up there. He's struggling.
They're full
but
sending
actually
it.
taking to ramp.
They're full sending it.
Nico and Tesses. Those aren't the guys you want to fight with usually.
Tesses is down.
Brolin
It's only
on the
Nico
brink
now.
of victory here on Nuke. Keep it simple. But Nico away.
Bombs down.
Bomb now
Nico needs another. And there it is. Kicks in Magis. They both frag. Kicks in and Magis. They were sitting in 4 and 5 kills and
Scary on ramp, but that only sped up Mouz
my
into
shift
the
is
death
gonna
trap.
end soon, so need to complete my work. See ya, sayonara. Thank you so much for tuning in, Ankan. Catch you again soon. Sawadika. That is Thai. Sorry, I don't know Vietnamese.
And once again, he's right
I know it's a
about
little
where they
Japanese
want
as
to
well,
go.
maybe a little Korean, but I've never
Your first 24
never
round game of
seen anything
Counter-Strike in this
Vietnamese.
grand
So
finals. Come on,
sayonara.
Cluj!
Maybe the first OT, especially in the grand finals.
Gonna get into secret uncontested.
Yes. I don't know if they
Nobody
spot
spots
man.
him.
Nico's got no
They didn't,
smoke
they
in
didn't.
this spot.
That's not it, dude.
Thank you for
Doesn't have the
tuning
tools
in,
to work
Ankan.
with
Take care,
because
man.
his teammates
See ya.
bail him
They
out.
can flash over top of secret. They can also, if he doesn't think he's spotted, he can sit there as long as he wants. Here's the flash.
Flash
I hope
over
I said
for
it
it,
right.
doesn't swing
Pronunciation.
immediately,
También.
waits an extra second. Now they're going to
He
come
tries
to
to
the
peek.
to the stairs.
They're not thinking about the right spot. Nico, he is going to remain patient. We have already seen him
Is
patient
bye-bye.
in these
Viet
kinds of
is
plays.
bye-bye. También.
Oh, he gets crushed again.
Oh, that had to be
Snaps it
Torzy.
on him. Your king's gone down. And if Falcons are going to truly run this all the way back,
Oh,
it's got to
Magisk.
come from the
Magisk
others.
is fragging.
Magisk is able to shave one player off this,
Magisk.
then disengage into the A site. What are you doing?
What?
What is
Yo,
Jimmy up to?
no, Jimmy. No, Jimmy.
Gets it out from Squeaky. That's Jimmy in
Both
the
who
middle.
were not
And with
finding a
Dixon now
lot and they're
sliding
now
back to
out.
the
It's only
site.
Tessis
He's
and
scouring,
Dexter.
looking for a light
Dexter has an
fight.
op.
Denied by the
That's-
fin. Triple
This is what he
out of
did
Jimmy.
yesterday to FaZe.
And Mouz will not waste this chance.
This is done.
Tesses tasked with a near insurmountable clutch. There's already a player up above, and down they go, sent packing. 24 rounds of action on Nuke, and a real chance to hoist that trophy with or without Shuhei.
Wow. Seriously, wow.
She said she loves you, but she can't love me.
Okay. Ah. Oh.
You
need to clean it as well, right? Yeah, you take it out and clean it.
Yeah, completely different. But actually, I remember the first money I made on CS.
Yeah.
There was these WCG tournaments. You, of course, remember those. Before the tournament happened, they had like in my city like a event. So I worked there for one day, and I was teaching people play CS, like in the like
nice.
shopping mall or something. They had a like cyber truck, with PCs and stuff. So the first money I got, I bought a mouse. That was Microsoft the 3.0.
Oh, of course, the classic. Yeah.
So that's how I started.
First mouse I play with, I mean, Of course, you had those really old school mouses, which I don't remember which exactly it was.
Some optical thing with a cable on.
Yeah, exactly, like really old school. But I think my first real mouse that I remember having is the Razer the Thudder, the 2013 or 14 Chroma or something like that. It's forever been my favorite mouse to use, and yeah, I think that's the first one I was using.
The one I received as a gift in Christmas, it was the Microsoft 3.0.
Yes.
So I just remember that I came home and I called my friends and let's play because
I want to use this. I'm ready.
Yeah, I want to try. So yeah, as a kid, I think it was one of the best gifts that I had, and I really enjoyed it.
It was always the 1.1 or the 3.0, the Microsoft ones. They were what everyone was using. They were the good ones back then.
I think the first mouse professional I was with was the Microsoft Intel 3.0 or something.
Yes, that's the classic. Yeah.
And then I loved the ice mat. And you
the
had
glass.
To, so I had to play tournaments online to win Teflon. You had to change every week because it was getting wrecked. But
it destroys the skates, right?
Yeah. So you just play online tournament for 4 meters of Teflon.
As a professional, my first mouse was the Zoe EC2.
Okay, so you were still of a generation where EC2 was like just coming out the modern bit, but with a cable, right?
With a cable, yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, for sure. And I'm still playing with it today. Actually.
Oh, sweet!
Amazing
you just use the wireless version, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Nice. EC2 stayed good, good shape,
for sure.
Upgraded insides of it.
I still have it to this day. You know, I bought my house 2 years ago.
Yeah.
And, you know, I've saved all of these trophies that I've got. I got my first trophy that I won in 2003.
Yep.
It doesn't look as good as it used to, and it's been on the road and in the basement for many years, but now I have the space, so I built this trophy cabinet. And I kept my first mouse. I'm very happy today that it was always something that, you know, throughout my career that, you know, you save these badges from events to events, and it was just something that was special to me. So I still have my first mouse.
I don't remember. It must be A4 Tech.
Oh God, I don't even know what that is.
And also, I think after that, X7.
Okay. You have to be like, it's difficult for you, right? There's more now, but I guess at the beginning of your career, there wasn't so many.
In the beginning, I wasn't looking for a right-hand mouse. I mean left-hand mouse. I think I was just playing whatever I have.
Okay.
And also in net cafes, also
you got no choice.
What I can afford. That was the main thing. But I think I played with a lot to X7.
Nice.
It was also. You could do macro. You could send the 2-3 bullets in one shot. You know,
okay. Little macro cheats in there as well.
Yeah. When you're a kid, you're
just having fun with it, man.
Fun.
An extended break there. I think we all needed a break after that one. That was the Counter-Strike equivalent to prime heavyweight boxing. I'm going to hit you, you hit me, I hit you. One of us is going to fall down. In the end, it happened to be Falcons, but man, it was close.
Oh, yeah, for sure, absolutely. And I got to give credit where it's due to Nico. You know, he woke up, that pistol ace that felt like it was going to happen again. But Mouz, man, at the very end, it was Jimmy, once again, a crowd favorite with the Heimlich maneuver, because it looked like OT was on the cards.
Made an amazing play right at the end, which no doubt will break down. But overall, Dust, what did you make of the performance on Nuke? We said it was a must-win map for Mouz. We kind of felt that. Were you impressed with the nature of the victory, or still a few question marks?
I mean, certainly got to be impressed with the first half, right? I mean, that's exactly what you dream of a CT side Nuke, is one where you don't really have too many hassles. You're able to dominate pretty early from the front runner position and not really give up any slack, and they really didn't. I mean, they weren't really giving up a whole heck of a lot, and there was a couple maybe clutches they might have lost here and there. I think of the one that Dexter beat Torzy on, for example, is kind of one of the few things that kind of went against them. But we also got to give credit where credit's due, and Spinks was an absolute terror throughout the course of this game, and it was from start to finish. On the CT side, you're going to see many highlights from this guy, just absolutely taking care of business. Sershin also doing his job in the yard on a couple of those big rounds that we knew was going to be very key. And
just chilling until the next game
in a game that T-sides were hard to get, Mouz just happened to scrap together a couple to get it done.
We've seen a lot of messy second rounds at this tournament. Teams like FaZe have to clean up their anti-ecos. Falcons have to clean up their anti-ecos. You could see that in some ways these kind of half-baked ideas where you just send it towards A is probably a symptom of the fact that you're trying to build out your gun rounds, Rich. You're trying to focus on what you think the meat and potatoes are of an entire match. But you got to remember the trimmings. You got to remember everything else. If you kind of skip steps, all the fixins, you know, get your sides ready too, because honestly, you can't be taking those rounds too lackadaisically, and we see Falcons punished for it. I mean, like Doug said, I mean, T-side rounds were hard to get by, and you win the pistol, but you lose the second, then you lose 5 rounds straight on top of that. Like, that's going to be a huge missed opportunity, and Falcons know it was really because of practically 1 round.
Yeah, ultimately, I mean, there were some nice moments. You could see the comeback. Dexter had his pop-offs, and it really did go down to the wire. This play here you're seeing on your screen just basically broke the game. Otherwise, OT was guaranteed.
100%, but, you know, you got to point a few fingers as to why that, you know, that CD side for the side of Falcons was so rough in that comeback, right? It was basically the Nico and Dexter show, in all honesty. Sure, we saw Tessus chipping in a little bit, but Mau, we were talking about earlier how, you know, we're talking about Kixon and Magisk and how Kixon has just been carrying Magisk's ass on that upper bomb side. But Kixon was struggling a little bit over here because he wanted to do so much, help Nico out towards outside, play towards main. That's when he needed someone like Magisk, one of the best anchors we've had on the upper bomb side, to step up. 4 kills on the CD side, not good enough.
We'll come back to Magisk in a moment. Obviously, we'll talk about the player that we did highlight. We said he's had a quiet final so far. The new guy for Mouz, Spinks. Anything but here on Nuke, really took over the game. I think he got 19 kills in the first half. An absolute
It broke the timeline.
Yeah, it just broke the graphics.
Yeah, exactly. That's how many kills he got. Like, there's no need to show you them. It was just an imperious performance from the new guy.
Overall, just great reads of the situations. You can see the amount he's rotating. This is sometimes how a Nico heat map can look if he's not getting the fights outside that he wants. He's going to take some more towards inner, around in the lower B area as well. But Spinks, overall, I feel like one thing that's been so impressive about him for Mouse Sports is that he's had these games where he has a lot of kills, but sometimes it doesn't feel like they're actually leading to winning rounds. Like, I'm thinking of the Astralis game, for example, where he ended up with so many frags, but it didn't seem to actually net victories. This time around, he just put himself in pivotal positions. He's in spots where he can win the round. If he's getting a multi-frag in this spot, he's not just getting one guy who's trying to run into a bomb site. He's stopping the entire hit in its tracks.
Yeah, and I kind of figured that we would get a good performance out of Spinks defensively, just kind of understanding his history on this map and how he can play it and his intuition and his ability to just kind of have grit on stage in these tense moments. But what I was most impressed by was in the second half when you flip sides. Dude, think about some of the entries that Spinks was picking up. Like, he had that one mini that I really regard where he just goes up mini, hits a double, and they take the site because of it. Then also you have him abusing someone, getting aggressive inside a hut. Okay, sure, takes it, doesn't hesitate, immediately follows up with the second. And I think between him and Jimmy, those two getting entries from on the upper bomb side is what got them the game.
And absolutely, and you're just looking at a highlight package from Spinks right there. Look at where he's getting all the kills, right? Not just playing towards the upper bomb side, just playing a static turret. He's pushing in. He's boost it up towards ramp, for example. It's everywhere, and that's something you expect. Your star player does, or Exertion who plays towards outside to kind of be the guy everywhere, right? But the fact that Exertion just shutting down outside and being like, Spinks, you take your business all across the map, just frees up so much of resources for Mouz.
From the look of those highlights, I mean, I think he's calling his own number. I think it's fair to say that. If he realizes that there's something that's happening or he's predicting the action, he's just going to say, put me here, put me in the boost. Like, you don't just get boosted up at ramp on a whim, really. He's the one that's kind of calling those sort of plays. And in a fledgling state Mouz roster, it's good for there to be a couple more voices, a few people that say, I know where the action's going to be, just let me at it.
Well, look, we can get back to talking about Magisk now. That's one to forget. Obviously, he said in previous interviews he felt that they needed to keep going far and really redeem themselves because he was the holdover from the terrible 2024 that Falcons had. And look, I still think he's one of the best players in the history of the game. Obviously, achieved so much with Astralis. I think the Falcons project in 2024 was a bit of a write-off. It's just sad to see. But unfortunately, even the best can have off days, and that was very much one.
And that's been the worry for me for this Falcons team, right? When we're talking about Mouz, we have everyone chipping in throughout this entire series, throughout the entirety of the arena games. For the side of Mouz, we've had everyone deliver some point or the other. We saw Dexter yesterday, we saw Dexter today, we saw Tessus imperious form today. Nico is Nico. And then you're looking at Kixon as well, as an IGL fracking out phase. I haven't seen a Magisk game yet. I haven't seen really pop off. And in this particular game, forget popping off, he was nowhere to be seen.
No, and the redemption that he's talking about, though, in some ways, Falcons have already achieved that. I'm not trying to say that they're going to lose this series or anything like that, but the amount of prize money they're winning here is more than they've ever won as an organization. They're already in a great standing.
Money being the problem with Falcons, famously.
Yeah, obviously they need a little bit more.
At least they're getting something back,
Yeah, but no, in terms of the VRS, I get it. Obviously, this pretty much secures a position at the major, and that's foundational. It's foundational for any team, especially if, as we think, no matter how well this lineup does, best will in the world, they're probably going to add at least one star player when we get to the next break after the major, right?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's one of those things where, sure, VRS is important, but I think both of these teams are in a very good position just by being in the grand finals. This is about pride and putting a trophy in the cabinet. Look, this heroic core that makes up Falcons never quite got that far. You know, they had that top 4 finish at Rio. They had a fun run at the Shanghai Major where they knocked Na'Vi out, the tournament favorites, and they literally created this spark kind of on the back half of 2024 that made you feel like Heroic was going to be a top team, but they never really did quite put titles on the line. Then you look over at the Mouse Sports core, and sure, they won a in-studio tournament at EPL Season 19. They won another smaller LAN as well, and they put themselves in a lot of deep positions, you know, top 4s, you name it. They were considered top 5 4s. But again, not a big trophy in the cabinet. That's what matters most. That trophy right there on that stage is a symbol of the trajectory of these two teams and which one can actually finally call themselves a true champion.
Yeah, I agree with that. I think overall, though, you know, this looks like it's going to go the distance. I think there was enough there in Falcons. This game really was on a knife's edge. Let's talk a little bit about Nico and, you know, how we thought he did.
Yo,
overall,
Rez,
we talked about
I was about to end this
taking
stream.
over this game, and he
You
had
there?
flashes, right?
I mean, the T-side was something you
I was just checking time and there's still like 15 minutes. It'll be 3 a.m. by then.
On a CD side outside yard, he played a phenomenal game. But on CD side, once he got the pistol ace,
You getting an ad? How are you getting an ad? My channel is not even monetized for you to get an ad.
3 or 4 kills in that first half, and the fact that he was able to end it with 16 kills, I think is very commendable.
Hello, Yellow Rez. Air on to you, brother. Long time no see.
You know, the AWP and the rifle
If you would have
this close.
Twitch stream.
I will
Twitch
say that
stream it
Nico
is.
final round,
Twitch
I
stream
think
is
this gonna
random.
be burned into his memory. He's
It's
not
by
mulling
its
out in
own.
secret.
I have no
He
control
has a
on
chance
Twitch.
to take down Torzy, who was,
Yo,
by the
when
way,
sleeping.
a hero
Now
of
I
this
was
game. We
about
have
to
one
sleep. I
round,
was
round
about to
18,
end the
where we
stream.
actually saw
Wow, Necros is
Torzy
also here.
doing what he does best.
Yo, if
Ripping
you were
up the
here,
stewards
Rez, I
of
would have
Mouz
called you on
what was looking
Discord
like a dire T-side, was
earlier.
able to find a
Now this
1v1
match
that
will start in
pivotal
another
because
15
Mouz
minutes and it's
were getting
already too late. I
stumped.
was
They were
about to
getting
end the
completely
stream.
figured out, found
I
out,
thought I'll
and
wait till
Torzy's able
3
to
and
come up
maybe
with a
this
key
best of 5
multi-frag in
ends,
this
but it doesn't
situation.
look like it's about
Impact
to end
taken down by
anytime
the
soon.
core player here, and what does Torzy do with 6 HP?
I want
Doesn't
Falcons to
really
win,
just
but with
fight
Mouz winning
duel
this nuke,
necessarily. He just tucks
I don't
tail,
think so.
he runs towards the
Another
line,
day.
plays the
Yeah, some
timing
other
very well, and
CS
has to hit the
stream.
shot. It's so imperative
Let's do
that
it.
he was
Done,
able to
done,
hit this
brother.
because
Done.
it birthed Mouz
Chalo,
into
then
a
I'll
string
end
of
the
rounds
stream.
moving forward.
Necros, thank
And
you
so
so
for Torzy
much.
to have that
Rez,
moment,
thank you so
that's
much
something
for
he's gonna
coming, bro.
always hold on to
I
as
think
an
this will go
individual.
on till
And in some ways, even though it's a 1v1,
4 a.m.
it
in the
feels like
morning.
the
I'm pretty sure.
gravitas of that kill, that's
I
a
will wake up
highlight
in the
for him.
morning and check the highlights. But it was a good stream. No worries, my man. Long. Yes. We have to also. Raise after March 1st. Let's play. Until March 1st, we have back-to-back work. Now, tomorrow. Oh, I'm still AFK. Why is my AFK text still on? Until the 1st of March, there's CS. Right now, cricket, then CS, and after that, I'll ping you. We'll play something, one or the other thing. Now, you know, World War Z is for free on Epic. Randomly, now they're giving it out for free. Chalo, I will hope things going good. Yes, bro, yes, we will chill and talk. We will chill and talk. We'll claim it. Bro, you already have the game. We played it. We both already played. We both bought it. It's for free now. Claim it if you have another account. That's all. So, I hope everybody who had joined earlier had fun. Thank you so much for everybody who tuned. This is me, Lucifer, signing out of PGL Cluj-Napoca 2025. Wishing the best for Falcons to win at the end of the day. I hope they do. They push it to the best of 5 decider train. Hopefully, the map which is just now back in competitive, and we end up seeing that being a decider. Shout out to our man Blay, all the way from India, on the desk in PGL at BT Arena. Show some love. Hopefully one day soon we'll be on the same stage. Until then, take care. Bye bye and peace.